bilang kemarin toh.
Apa itu?
Yang kemarin kan Erangel 3, Miramar 2, sekarang Miramar 3, Erangel 2.
Oke. Halo guys. Lupa guys tadi pencet live streamnya. Gue pakai schedule. Playnya manual. Sorry. Sorry bro. My bad.
Emang kalau pakai schedule playnya
bisa play otomatis, bisa manual. Gua kebetulan manual.
Enggak, maksudnya yang di OBS-nya bisa otomatis emang. Enggak kan?
Enggak, OBS-nya tetap start, cuman di atasnya itu loh.
Tolong kali 2 dulu guys, semua guys. Kali 2.
Oh enggak, gua langsung Twitch.
Oh, langsung Twitch.
Oh, langsung.
Betul. Oh, ini preview match kemarin.
Enggak ada.
Oh, ini dapat visualnya kita, bro. Indonesia, bro, jadi highlight, bro.
Gimana?
Twitch ya elah. Twitch, bro. Tapi respect yang enggak di-end sebenarnya.
Sama dapat juga.
Tapi delay kan?
Nonton ungu aja, ungu enggak delay.
Dulu bro, bentar belum. Di sini belum azan. Silama.
Ungu, bro.
Ungu pet.
Sholat bro.
Azan di gua sih udah dari 3 tahun lalu ya.
Gue baru
Makan
ngaji
baru
malu
kan memang agak lama
kan
toh.
baru.
Enggak kan biar trigger aja. Ya sambil makan lah guys ya.
Wah, ada peran pengganti.
Apa itu peran pengganti?
Coach-nya yang masuk berarti ini. Coach-nya yang main ya?
Oh iya ya.
Nggak tahu.
Oh kalau di mereka janjinya ini pemain cadangan. Berarti gue ditepu juga tuh bisa jadi.
Tiba-tiba lu main toh.
Iya. Anjing malu banget kayaknya.
Loh, main bro.
Gue diketawain sama casternya.
Diketawain sama caster ya. Udah tahu toh pasti timingnya pas soalnya.
Merangkap sih dia, merangkap sih toh.
Wah,
mati Vietnam.
Hilang satu Vietnam.
Tabrak Cina ya?
Iya.
Kemarin sih ada yang lucu ya. Apa ya? Filipina.
Kenapa tuh?
Yang ditabrak temen itu siapa ya? Terus ke L itu loh.
China itu. Turki. Turki
ada.
Turki.
Rusia.
Iya benar Turki di dekat Testones.
Jepang punya wah, insan.
Wah, Jepang hilang 1.
Dari kemarin
sama
Jepang itu kasihan banget.
Kenapa?
Susun mulu 15-16 ya.
Bagus.
Ya, timingnya jelek.
Lagi rotate, culiknya nggak nanggung lagi. 2, 3 ya kan.
Right from the get-go, since the very first game, and we saw them go up and play aggressive against Canada, they call out these splits early.
Sekarang keculik satu nih, Jepangnya.
They go, we know you're only one guy. What are you trying to prove here? They turn around, they find the fast kill, and if you can go into it later, having this many points already in the back without really having risked anything, that is so
Sepa. Udah bener lu main di Milan dulu.
Spotted out. Don't think we'll go for the spray from big distance and doesn't really get a good avenue anyway.
Saya namanya dapet sepak kan nih.
Another team though that did very well on
Enggak dong maksudnya.
Australia only the 13 points from the 2 matches on Miramar.
Mode sepak.
They also kind of like United Kingdom.
Kalau David Sepa mah di Man City kan? Enggak tahu
Dapet
sekarang.
Silva itu, Dapet Silva.
Oh iya. Thank you, Bet.
Kalau salah Spanyol dah.
Ya Allah, terusin.
Lihat kemarin TD nge-clutch ya tuh ya. Gua tidur.
Iya.
Pagi-pagi IG rame anjing.
Itu
Shock Turki.
shock gara-gara ini.
Pakai sawat off kan anjing. Sawat off bro.
Meta sewat off biasa.
Iya. Buat meta TD bagus. Buat meta bro.
Sebenarnya udah dari PUBG apa yang turnamen sebelum PNC ini ya.
Siapa Beats
Udah
yang
pada pakai sewat off.
Pakai shotgun Beats.
and that's going to make it very, very difficult. So
Siapa
Yang
ya
main
namanya?
shotgun,
early
guys, gua
you
lupa.
move, you get those good positions.
Bu, tapi nggak ada pakai sawat off dia.
Kemarin ada beat, bukan yang pensi. Sebelumnya gue nanya ke Kopet, Pet, sekarang PUBG PC lagi meta sawat off ya, itu gue lihat di turnamen satu squad.
Aduh, nggak tahu itu kapan.
Ada kan Pet, waktu itu gue tanya.
Lupa dah gua
coming
kali.
full speed forward down the
Pas
road,
pertama
and you got Chinese Taipei
main
on the
PUBG
shoreline,
lagi,
striving
kalau nggak
arguably slower.
Nggak, tapi emang di ranked juga meta sih.
Sawat
off.
In the meantime,
headshot.
Turkey catching Canada off guard in the midst of their rotation.
Tapi nggak dapat.
Fortunately, seems to me like they're just getting
6 darahnya.
Tapi yang si Teddy kemarin yang bikin panik gara-gara itu sih, gara-gara spektatornya mengganti timingnya.
And unfortunately couldn't make it over to Sosnovka Island, so that could have been a
Gua lagi gawin nih, by the way.
similar
Terus kenapa ya?
circumstance. And that's when, you know, your tournament's not quite going the way you would like. When you lose players early
Bapak
on
sih minjem duit.
rotation,
Wah,
and
dikejar,
heads off
dikejar.
random, but maybe long range ones as Micah. Well, they do
Zona
eventually
tengah-tengahnya
spot
berarti
Chinese
di
Taipei slowly in front of them. That might
bawah
let them
ya.
hurry up a bit. And while we
Cungcer.
might not see
Nah,
it
sekarang
right
kan
here, we
sama anu.
have Vietnam scary close to what's happening down the shorelines
Oh,
as
aman
well.
ya.
It could potentially be a three-way
Oke.
fight very soon. Leo down to a
Gas,
sliver
gas.
of health here as well. Fortunately, getting his heals.
Oh, udah bisa ini. Minum sambil nyupir.
Bisa tuh.
Ya, udah dong, kan ngikutin.
benar.
Kemarin belum, Pet.
Ikut apaan?
Masa nggak ngikutin?
Lah, kagak beda, Mas Pet.
Kemarin beda, Pet.
Berarti servernya
Ngikutin apa ranked? Nggak mungkin kalau ngikutin ranked, cowok.
Oke,
Itu aja nggak sih
Kalau
dipakai mereka?
ngikutin ranked, soalnya jadi server kalau untuk turnamen beda server lagi, Mas Pet. Bukan server PUBG biasa.
Makanya gue bilang servernya udah diupdate.
Iya, kalau misalnya ngikut ranked, udah ada senjata si S itu, senjata S ngikut ke
Oh, ya.
turnamen.
Yang dipakai China tadi S bukan tuh, bukan ya gambarnya?
Nggak mungkin, cowok, S masuk ke turnamen. Oh, terlalu OP itu senjata.
Ya, dia kan yang punya gitu, jadi mau dia ngelakuin apapun
Apa-apa.
bisa gitu.
Bungkus.
Apa?
Mau dia ngelakuin
Pasti
apapun
pasti
bisa
nggak
gitu.
setuju.
Kenapa?
Sambil makan dulu.
Enggak, maksudnya mau melakukan update
Oke, oke.
apapun bisa, mau bisa minum ada, esnya dihilangin kan bisa gitu. Dia punya PUBG, Beat, bukan dulu, Beat.
Halo. Hilang.
Ya kan ngomonginnya update ya. Ngomongnya nggak update, kok masalah
Ya,
PUBG
ya.
sih?
Gimana? Ulang, bisa nggak?
Buat yang di buat ke turnamennya, Pet, maksudnya.
Betul. 24.
Soalnya kemarin
Yes.
kita nggak ada ngelihat orang yang minum atau apa dari dalam mobil.
Iya, maksudnya berarti sekarang udah diupdate nih server turnamen nih. Kalau masalah esnya ada nggak ada, ya kan dia bisa ngilangin gitu, Gi. Karena kan dia punya PUBG.
Australia
Mau apa
do
juga
this to
bisa.
Canada in match 1 yesterday, basically at the very beginning of the entire tournament. See if anything comes of it. Finland looking
dah.
forward as well. New circle's gonna pop with hard shift back.
Maaf ya guys ya.
I mean, as you were saying, we usually like to go down into those valleys. This time around, while it could still happen with a few more shifts towards the west, not the shift I think most teams were expecting here. Oh, this is so close. Flood is able to get out alive.
Guys,
In
suara
an
gua ada guys.
unable
Apa-apa.
to find the
Aman
down,
ya?
and both himself
Sorry, guys,
and
sorry. Aman.
Singleton should be able to get back, and Australia on the rotate, they'll have to go up and maybe over Monty DeWevo, and now play for this
Poete,
eastern
bukan.
shift, like you mentioned, and a lot of teams, of course, are going to have to basically follow suit.
Manager.
Finland on the move, Turkey's on the move, obviously Canada is going to have to get moving as well.
Well, they have to stop and heal up.
Waktu mau jadi manager.
Manager gue yang nelpon babi.
You don't have the info. You haven't had anyone set up there to scout forward and kind of
Manager
give you
tim
the lay of
Indo.
the land. Go north around,
Oh.
scout in as you move. They're going to be backfilling America, but
Jebakan,
they should
anjing.
be all right in doing so. Finland in the meantime,
Brazil
still
main Battle
decent.
Royale
Up things
jago-jago
go
dia.
to the
Lumayan.
church area. The western
Siapa?
side of the circle, just south of the
Brazil
Riviera,
main
but they'll
Battle
be
Royale
all
jago-jago
right
ya.
where they are as
Lah,
well.
Furia,
Limited
bro.
what info you can really gather.
Ini loh.
Furia
This
masuk
possession, you
PGC.
should play this to scout west more so
Iya,
than
kan gue
east.
bilang Brazil jago-jago
We'll
main
see if
game
they
Battle
stick
Royale
around here now,
Orbit.
they're grouped up, or maybe they'll try
Ya
and set
jadi
some
kayak
players up
istilah Brazil tuh nggak ada yang masuk gitu loh
Yeah, and still-
omongannya.
Ya, soalnya di sebelah juga rame. Iya.
Brazil
I know there's still a lot of space.
Lumayan.
Mobile-nya juga rame dia.
Serem.
Wouldn't like to be. And there's also a lot of teams that already had pretty good positions out towards the east of the previous circle. So I'm sensing we are going to be seeing some kind of engagement
from somewhere at some point coming.
This is a quick reaction play from Turkey as well. They saw Finland cross.
Indo belum ada yang kucilik kan guys ya?
Earlier in the set, you know what? If this circle goes further,
Belum.
in
Jangan deh.
that next hill. When they saw them make that move, Finland, Turkey said, like they instantly pushed up towards that hillside. And you saw just now, Mexi 180 back down towards Church. And guys, we lost the high ground. And that's where the Church, as great as it is to play the late game from,
Multitasking.
you literally cannot obtain info east
pusing,
from
lu
that
makan
position. And
durian
they now
lu.
realize,
Lagi
Finland,
makan durian.
we have no way of scouting east from where we are.
Makan durian.
Minute and a half until phase 3. For the time being, though, I'm looking at the map and I don't really see too many teams that are actually all that close to each other just yet. That will change, though. Maybe Chinese Taipei and Canada out towards the very far west, still on that sort of valley side. Back when we had the phase 1 circle, they are somewhat close. Turkey's got an interesting 2-2 split. I don't even know why at this point, unless they're expecting it to shift back out west as we watch Vietnam. At the moment, they are in a bit of trouble, and this is a
Turnamennya
perfect
internasional
of
by the
what
way guys.
Miramar brings. These kind of
Ada
landscapes,
Indo
the
juga.
openness, you got like 3-4 different teams looking at you. If you're on the top of the hill, it's dangerous.
I think
Anjing.
Vietnam is trying to break a record of how many teams can you have shoot at you within the same
Anak kayak
circle. Because
Cina.
they're literally getting shut up by the entire
Ya,
zone.
nembakin
It's
Korea.
only going to be so long until they will
Matinya
fall
sama
in.
Brazil.
Glory, but not going to happen here.
Yang kenokin tadi Turki, Pet.
Brazil's been so
Turki, bukan
consistent this
Cina.
tournament. They're one
Si
of the
Kopet
teams
sama
that
kayak gua
actually
kemarin,
done well
tau.
on both Erangel and
Enggak.
Miramar. We spoke about maybe some of the
Iya.
teams that have done well.
Ya
on
nembak
Lu-
tadi Turki, kenoknya sama
Lu
Cina.
Vietnam, Cok.
They got that chicken dinner
Vietnam
as
ngomongin
well
Cina
on
mulu
Erangel.
aja.
Iya,
This is a
maksudnya
team
kebalik-balik
that you know is
gitu.
going to be able
Iya.
to perform here on Miramar
Yang tadi
and continue
gara-gara
to
warna
rack up
merah
those points.
sama maksudnya.
Kalau nggak terima sih bisa sih. Ke tempat yang lagi viral. Ke tempat yang lagi viral.
nearby, but let's see, are they forced to move? Oh, yes, they are. We are heading north. The barren lands, the barren hills down
enak
towards
banget
Monte.
Australia
That is
memang.
going to be so hard to
Kan
rotate
kenoknya
in
di
from the
sini.
south.
And
Ya nembakin
suddenly, there's
Korea.
not a whole lot really when you look
Udah,
at that
Pak, udah,
kind
Pak.
of map.
Nothing.
And you've got Brazil, USA taking
Kenoknya,
already some of those
Vietnam
really,
yang
you know,
tembak.
tall terrain positions. There's not much else around it. It's very open, and if you go even further north, then it's all flat.
I mean, we complimented Australia for the northern rotation. All of a sudden, that was like the best rotation any team made.
There's two things about it, though. In the short term, that's great. They don't have to move. You've got the warehouse as well. In the long term, if it shifts further down to the south, how do you then rotate into that southern shift, right? So they're at that position now where it's like, okay, if we stay here, we kind of need the next few circles as well.
I'm not gonna lie, I've kind of lost track of Argentina.
Wah, di depan banget tuh
They
berhenti
rotated
tuh.
far southeast. They're
Wah.
making their way on the very
Caki-caki
bottom.
udah kan ada. Susah banget.
Hop back towards Turkey as they find Shinboy, Smash, Eski working together. Gets down the first. Canada down to 3. Might just be 2. Yes, no Smash. Leo finds him from above.
Dibokong,
Yeah, but
diganggu
help there.
sama
Dids and
TP.
Finna was still in the
Enak
vehicle.
banget tuh
Iya.
kita tembakin.
A reprieve for Keenan, and Dids helps out. Knocked down onto Esquin.
Enak banget
And a
TP
nice
nyulik
way
dari
for him
atas.
to make his debut here at the PUBG Next Scout Light Room with the spray.
Oh, lu kayak baru bangun tidur gitu,
Stays
Gi?
alive to peeks over, of course.
Apa?
Only had the 1 HP.
Kayak baru bangun
Molotov
tidur.
Over the top of Light
Udah
Room.
cewek,
Now
cap
only
gue.
2 up for Turkey, and it's Finna going for the revive.
Turkey
Masih
very
rebahan tadi
lucky
pas
here
gua
that
ngechat tuh.
Taipei is opting to use
Ya,
the time to
nggak
rotate
kelepas-
rather than
nggak
continue
oh.
that third party.
Bra-
Their backs
wah,
are
Brazil sih
masih
completely
kelihatan.
exposed.
Dapat
Because they
2
leave Turkey
kill
now knows
free
they have
ya.
a little more room to maneuver, smoke
Dapatnya
deployed
apa
all
semua
over the place, and they might
Wah,
just be able to get
tinggal
full back up. Turkey, incredibly
Yang penting kan
gifted
kill
individual
point ya, guys, ya.
players, allow them to take these fights and they will
Dua.
succeed.
Yeah,
Betul.
and they're smart here, pushing, of course, onto
Lemah.
Vinna Quetpa, where they know where he is. This is a position as well that really that
Wey.
pushes effectively
One
into
HP.
the kill. Vinna
One
goes
HP.
down. Nice
Cok.
3 kills for Turkey, of course.
Very
Chinese
mobilnya dibawa
Taipei
cabut.
stealing 1 as well back to Canada, who go out in last place.
Very, very impressive play.
Dia lagi nge-heal di balik
Turkey
mobil.
understanding that they have players behind them, get the smokes deployed fast and set tight. Now let's see Argentina.
Oh, jadi
Don't
kentut.
know
Wah,
if
jadi
they're
ken-
trying to make their way down.
ya,
They
jadi
find
kentut
one
dah.
find the other
Ya.
side, find one as well. It's a 2-for-1 so far as they all get out of the
Serem
cars.
juga, Dev.
Not a bad little seat swap,
Wah,
but it's Payne
tapi
who's
jadi
going to
kentut
bullet
juga
the
tetap.
Payne for a lead. And it looks like Germany might come out ahead. Oh no, it is only a 2
Waduh, dibagi.
Susah, bro.
on the outside.
Mobilnya
He does
cuma
get
rangka
behind his
lagi.
buggy. It's not great for cover. Now it's up to Silver.
lah,
Up close
iya,
now with that fight.
ente.
That's a quick double to close it out for Germany.
Messi harus ente ya guys ya.
As well.
Nice start here for Germany. We talked about how China
Martinson.
wanted to come off to a good start on the day.
Thailand
Same thing
lagi
goes for Germany,
kurang
and
nih,
them
Thailand
winning
nih.
this fight, getting things going. I talked a little bit
Oh,
about
lagi
Thailand
sibuk
lagi
jalan
masih-
Thailand.
Lagi
Wah,
masih
parah
dari
banget.
kemarin ya.
first fight to get things
Nggak, lu ada
going.
masalah apa
Just
sama
into
Thailand,
that
Bit?
fight. Here we
Kak-
go. Let's see if they can get something
Hah?
going off of
Kayak
that
mojokin
fight.
gitu sih.
Ya kan
They do need
tahu
to get going
tahu gua
themselves
Thailand
right now,
nih
because
ngeri,
they're
bro.
blue
Oh,
with
ngeri.
the
Mereka
Juni
masa
Tshirt,
kalah
the closest
mulu
sort
perang
of
kemarin.
city
Bagus lah
that
tapi
they can
biarin Indo naik.
crash into. Don't have to have a whole lot of information. Otherwise,
dari-
you're just
tapi lu
setting
udah
it up
tidur
to
Bit, sekarang,
a
Bit?
mountain terrain where there's
Sudah
already
dong.
so many teams occupying.
Morning person, bro.
Look at this
Oh, iya.
circle
Feeling
right
gua
now.
sih,
If you are
Kingdom
a
Challenge-nya
Brazil
sih,
fan,
Mungkin
you
Thailand
are in
itu.
heaven.
Yes.
Gue Indonesia sama UK, bro.
Dapet aja.
Aduh, gua kemarin lupa, Bit.
Kali tiganya.
Iya.
Satu lagi, astaga. Tapi gue udah milih 2 gara-gara nyontohin kan. Indonesia 1, yang lain 1. Asal tapi gue tuh.
Ternyata yang asal lu juara.
Hah, itu dia.
How greedy are you about how much do you want that knock? Because your teammates are not there. We are seeing Michael and Fex though quickly.
Wah.
in this direction.
Yeah, right up close.
Goreng,
Very
goreng bomnya.
difficult to land that nade onto Azza. Yet got a little bit of damage anyway.
tapi
That's
kena
why
gua.
he's somehow still alive. They got the revive on the
Bisa
Sonic,
sendirian
so
nih.
now Germany can maybe
Wah,
start
kena
to fight
satu.
back.
Wah, itu temennya.
Itu
temennya.
bom fart kayak temen lu pakai bom tuh.
at fighting yesterday and they're showing it once
Knock
again.
satu sih.
here
Oh,
for
Neil
day 2.
keculik kan tuh.
Ya, Daniel.
Sama Finlandia. Kenapa ya Finlandia nih? Dari.
Oh,
They got the two knocks, didn't get flushed off it, knowing now
Oh,
we
rotate.
have to back off.
Suara casternya
Bro,
kecilin
bro.
bang.
Wih,
Caranya
kemana mereka?
gimana? Caster kecilin in-game gedein lagi.
Wah.
Bannya udah bocor.
Berapa mainnya anjir. Please, Do, please, Do. Aduh, Rido.
Japan spots up close their neighbors in Indonesia.
Ih, Brazil lagi nggak tuh yang nyampahin?
Important point
Brazil
being gathered
panen
here
dari tadi.
for Brazil as the guard spot up top. Michael should get this spray to land and does.
4-1 si
Haynes was
Michael.
way too close and
Mau
United Kingdom
ditambah.
they get
Oh,
2
temennya
kills.
nih.
I like this play from the UK. I mean, they set up, they waited, they knew they were going to be coming
Wih,
to use the
Thailand
crowd.
nge-kill
Oh,
nih.
Thailand nge-kill, Thailand
Tangan,
nge-kill. Langsung
tangan,
teriak
asik.
semua.
Langsung rame tuh.
Thailand.
Players as well. Solo player left alive in the
Morbid
blue
banget,
phase 4. He's going to be in trouble. To say the least. Yeah, exactly. I don't think he is going to have a whole lot more to play for here.
Biasa
Thailand, in the
gacor,
meantime,
gacor.
though, 3 alive,
Indo
3
sisa
of them on
dua,
their
Indo.
rotations. They're going to run straight into China.
But they're also going to have
Mati
the
lu
United
ditabrak.
Kingdom pushing on them, and then
Tuh,
they've
suara
got
caster
Korea
gua
on
kecilin,
the
gameplaynya
outside.
juga
Nate
kecil.
goes out
Wah,
early. Escalation,
kurang
Juni
lama
pushing.
airnya.
8's left hiding inside of the smoke. He just sprayed randomly with the
Wah.
barrel. Headshot gets him down.
Kill.
Thailand, get on your feet.
Gila teriakannya,
Be
bro.
proud they take out China.
Anjing.
God, for how
Rata,
long
rata, rata!
UK heard it,
Asik.
Korea heard it, they
Mati!
want to be in
Mati!
a
Mati!
sandwich
Asik.
between two very high caliber
kira belum
teams.
tidur.
Turu deh,
If
turu
they
deh.
stick
Kok di
in
Indonesia
this
gitu dah?
position, I don't honestly think there's any way from the
Itu
outside.
kan
They need to take this
Tu-
fight
Turki,
while being
Turki-
delivered. Mexi in the meantime picks on
Turki
all
kan?
fights live.
Turu.
As
Enggak,
the first
Turki,
one falls
Turki.
in the fight smash, solo player left alive.
Morbid ya guys.
Bukan lu tuh, lu parah ngomongin nggak satu dia.
The United Kingdom and Korea. This is a tough spot, and they've already lost Janku. Loki did
Oh,
get knocked down. That
pikan
might
tim
slow
gua
down
kedua nih,
Korea.
bro.
Last
UK,
take
bro.
will go for that revive.
Indonesia
United
cuma
pushing for
sepetak
position
kali
in
dapet tuh.
further in front. Turkey's out. Norins is knocked
Gak
down by
apa-apa,
T-Bone.
Tapi
kemarin aja bisa
aman,
ratain
ranknya.
7 orang kok aman
Iya.
kan.
They're not going to get third
Asik,
party
ratain
at
7
all.
orang.
They can
Set.
bomb Thailand,
Masih-
then
masih
they can
aman,
fight
masih
Korea.
aman.
Oh, masih zone, aman-aman, bro.
For now, but now we're starting to see Korea shoot towards them as well.
Ah, rata Thailand nih guys ya.
Teriak-teriak, mana teriakannya?
Gak biasa tepuk tangan.
Goreng.
Kalau rata tepuk tangan biasanya gitu.
Ente ya. Respect,
ente
respect.
tepuk tangan. Tapi penontonnya sih sportif banget ya, nggak kayak yang di sini. Indo kebiasaan mainnya aman, hehehe, biasa gitu tuh.
Oh.
Kesel gua kalau lihat kayak gitu, makanya gua skip. Main aman mulu ya, wak wak wak. Ah, itu tuh kesel banget gua. Lihat komentar
Tapi
gitu.
kalau pas lu main rank isinya,
Gua
rank diamond. Begini isinya.
Lengket banget tuh.
Tapi gua nggak bohong sih. Ini kalau di Indo nih, pasti diterakin turu deh.
Malu anjing kalau di Indo kan. Gua bayangin kayak anjing malu dah.
brutal banget.
Langsung granatnya bit.
I think he's thrown it a little too far back unless he gets a really good
Take it, take
Korea, bro.
Iconic deh.
Korea, bro.
Korea sudah terbang.
Wah, bro.
United Kingdom.
Korea satu lagi siapa Bit? Cadangannya.
Coachnya itu, oh nggak hafal gua.
Sing Thai apa ya? Sing Thai.
Pio. Tuhan satu Korea lagi ini Mas Pet latihan militer.
Wes, Indo dapat 1 guys. Jepun.
Siapa yang pakai kacamata?
Pio.
Ente.
Pio.
Rank 9 bro. Indonesia bro.
And now they cleared out the compound. They can spread out.
Anjing, apaan tuh?
Ente, bro,
The nade
Indo,
comes
bro.
through right on the money. Monty Tingleton falls
Oke,
down.
penyesuaian
lagi
kayak kemarin lah.
Down to low HP as well as continuing.
Oh iya, game pertama biasa
Game pertama,
ya.
Sharp shot, ball like sharp
Aman, aman, aman.
nade. Luke 12 trying to get the first aid kit off. Uses that smoke to his advantage. Does not matter. The US of A take
Kagak,
out
bro, orang
Australia.
musuhnya buat
Great
semua,
position,
rasain tuh di
great team
diamond
kills,
buat
but
semua.
they've got Korea pushing in
Kalau nggak
behind.
sakit pala.
Enggak, embot maksudnya.
Iya, musuhnya embot. Itu kalau udah diamond udah mode kayak mode ngeliderin udah keluar anjing pasti udah. Ini ngambil low ground sini, ngambil sini pasti udah.
Ya kalau nggak di diamond lo cobain season sebelumnya dah. Mainnya masih rasa turnamen anjing. Beda sama yang sekarang ya.
Sekarang masih Mas Pet.
Timing biasanya. Kalau udah penghujung tuh rada asal orang-orang.
Maksud gue di bawah diamond beat. Dulu aja tuh di bawah diamond tuh kayak udah di platinum tuh mainnya udah kayak rasa turnamen, ngambil compound semuanya.
Oh, iya, sekarang
Sekarang kan masih agak lebih
perang
kendor.
Itu karena minim turnamen Pet. Coba kalau udah banyak turnamen lagi Pet.
Mulai ditiru gameplay ya.
Feel turnamen
Keluar.
banyak tuh turnamen. Kan Indo doang.
Iya, kan ya banyak orang Indo yang main sama kita sih, fix sih.
Negara sebelah mah masih banyak turnamennya nih.
Yang atas-atas ketemu nih Brazil, Finland.
Ya kelihatan lah dari pick'em challenge-nya sih. yang masih aktif main ya kan kelihatan gitu.
Cina.
Apalagi yang di atas Indo tuh.
Itu sih gila ya. Sejuta belum ya sekarang?
Oh ya?
Mas bener sih.
Akhir kali gue
Wah.
ngomong sama lu sih 400.000
atas tuh
900
semua bro tinggal Brazil.
Boom.
Nggak bisa kejepit nih.
Bendang bintang nih bro.
Gemes ya.
Itu start anjing, bukan start. Kalau start beda.
Kami setiap kalau dia turnamen kayak PUBG BGI ngomongnya tuh penendang bintang dari Jack monyet tuh. Buat kata-kata penendang bintang.
USA do need to be careful that maybe they don't overexpend too much of their utility. They're going to have a couple more fights to come because they got Brazil. They still stand in this game. Glory's the solo. Soul gets low.
Ya,
Wah,
kebakar dah.
Should be
Rakap.
fine. Their 6th
Oh,
kill. If
bukan.
not, Soul might
Nggak
just go
kena.
down to the blue.
Gak bisa dah ini bang.
Kalah nih.
Lawan, Seoul lawan. Oke, ente. Weh, Jepang bro. Bangkit bro, Jepang bro, gila bro.
Apa nih NR network internet?
Gotta keep in mind though as well,
Vietnam
Sinas,
sih,
Glory's one
di
of two
tengah-tengah
Vietnamese
begitu
players
awet
who
ya.
were getting butchered by literally the entire server
Nge-hold
15
ini, Pet,
minutes
ya.
ago has somehow
Placement,
snuck
literally
into the top
placement.
4.
Iya.
USA, they had 16
Itu nggak salah
points.
low ground balik pohon dah.
Now up to
Lubang
25
dekat pohon.
points and
Atasnya ada
into
pohon
the
itu
Ah,
di
yang
Glory.
benar.
game for them to sort
Tahu.
of reignite their
Coba ya, lihat ya.
Sok pro, sok
Emang
pro.
iya.
Sok tak, sok ngerti geografi.
Serius bro.
Paling mapping dah.
Serius bro.
Nih anjing.
USA should be able to actually push up to them, so Brazil kind of need to play
Iya.
outside of it now.
Iya bro.
Wah, itu sih kalau udah ada kalau morbid di situ jadi di Jepang diambil tuh kayak sapanya dah.
Nggak mungkin.
Sampai jalan coba bro backup bro.
Iya,
Nggak ada.
terus ngerasa kayak dibully gitu kalau lagi mati anjing gak ada yang backup. Mati duluan.
And the question
Bangsat, thank you Bang.
Enggak lah, nggak ada turnamen ngambil drop.
Iya,
Nggak penting anjing.
unless Brazil
adanya Thor Loki nggak main, nggak tahu ya.
starts to really peak out
Tadi ada si Loki kan
Ada tadi
di Seoul
Tuh kan,
ada
bener kan,
Seoul.
belum ada Loki.
Loki keculik.
Tapi kemati duluan aja.
It also means the USA don't get a bit of an eastern shift either. They have to push into this and away from the terrain that they've
Tuh
got
kan,
too. This
lobang
is
deket
just
pohon
surely
atas tuh.
Brazil's game.
Nggak ada, so tau.
Emang iya.
Masih hapal bro gua nih bro.
Ayo, dengan kekuatan anime. Bangsat banget deh ini komentar-komentar. Kan gue juga baca ya.
Bang, mau kemana?
Iya bang, Iya bang, leader Eagle.
Dengan kekuatan
Mana pohon?
overpower. Mana nggak ada pohon anjing?
Atasnya gue bilang ada pohon. Itu lubang dekat di atasnya Pak, ada pohon. Wah, bohong.
So ngerti.
Jepang lagi, kayak gitu lagi.
Tuh, panahnya apa tuh? Daun.
Se-Brazil aja sih.
Jauh Beat, lihat Beat tuh. Mana pohonnya jauh banget Beat.
Kan gue bilang atas, nggak bilang deket atau jauhnya Bang Okto. Gue juga bilang lobang lobang atasnya ada pohon.
Kalau menurut gue sih dia lobang atasnya high ground ya. Nah, tuh, bener kan? Atasnya high ground
Ini emang
bisa anjing.
lobang favorit zone sini anjing, nggak ada yang bisa ngelihat.
Ya deh, siap Pak Geografi.
Keculik di sini.
Siap.
Amerika Serikat keculik. Tarik kakinya 2 orang.
Jepang sini yang menang.
Dengan kekuatan overpower.
Itu tempat Kamalasman yang
Wah.
turnamen apa ini kan? Tahu.
Ada namanya bullet travel pet ya. Teknologi bullet travel namanya. Ya.
And it's only because he got found there early. It's only because he set up shop when he did before US were able to make a move that they're able to play the way that they are. He's off his teammates. They're all sitting up on the hilltop with him down below, and he's applying so much pressure
ke Vietnam
to
guys
US
zonanya.
foothold at all
Menurut sistem
into
lock ya.
this one. Let's see where the next server goes. I think they're just legitimately stuck. They just
Iya.
can't move. They
Ke
can.
tengah banget.
Maybe they were
Banget
sort
sih
of
Chloris
hoping that
semuanya.
that next circle for phase 8 goes really far north, even onto Luna. They're
Menurut
on
lu
Japan,
si
forcing
Vietnam ini
Brazil
dapat berapa?
further down, but it just doesn't go that
Dari
way.
USA?
Sparking
Enggak
VHC,
dapat.
LP1, they still don't really have to move.
Dia nyulik
They
satu
still
kenok
have that high ground, and the
minimal.
USA now need
Di
to be
sampah
mindful.
Brazil.
USA
Pasti itu dah.
Kan gua kenok doang ngomong.
desperately need a knock, and that
Iya.
Terus dia mati
Pasti Brazil lagi yang
dikeringin.
dapat nih anjing.
down. They need to take him down. They need to force Brazil.
Pasti bakal
to
diincar
consider
juga
going down
sama
the hill to
USA
get the
kan,
rest, and they need to
lubang
let him
itu.
knock up the hillside too. They need in order to make it out of
Bro,
the
mati nih.
placed smokes
Diem
that
aja.
bloom at the right time as they get a knock, then they
Jepang.
can push forward into the smoke. It has to be perfect from the USA right now. 40% chance, I disagree.
Jepang,
I think
Brazil
Brazil's
sih
got like an
posisi enak
80%
banget ya.
chance to win this game
Sedang
right now.
nyayur mereka pet.
Iya.
Baik itu kill
Then
steal
again,
atau
we have
positioning
seen
sekarang.
wins in situations that didn't look like they were going to be. These peak battles are still going on. But again, they need the knock, and they need it now. And yeah, look, they're getting damage. That's great.
Ring satu
Obviously,
dong,
the
Brazil
USA, they
chicken,
need that
tai.
knock. Like you said, if they don't get it, they're not really
Muter
going
ya?
to be able to push forward. They do have a decent amount of
Muter
smokes. We
aja.
saw their
Iya,
inventory.
saya damai dulu,
I think
damai
one of their
Jepang,
players
bener.
had like 8 smokes alone, so they do have the
Iya,
smoke
kalau
game
Brazil
available. They can play
chicken
into that, but it's useless without
Naik
the
ke
knocks.
1 ya berarti ya.
They're running into
Poinnya.
snake-infested territory. Now is when they
ya.
commit to
Kira-kira
it.
kan butuh
Kalau
3
kill
lagi
semua.
buat
Well, leaving it as
4 lagi
2-2
buat ke
smart
1
decision making.
ngejar kalau
Having
chicken.
2 up on the
Oh,
top,
kurang,
the
Deng.
smokes being
Kurang
thrown is
kill
alerting
ya
everybody.
tau.
7
There's
dia.
still Japanese
Kurang
players on
satu,
there
kurang
somewhere.
1
Might
kill.
want to
Kalau
focus
dia
into, but
chicken
you can
plus
see
kill
nades
semua
are
ini.
coming in now. That is going to be utility they would want for
Kan sekarang
final
posisi
performance.
5
Oh
4
iya,
ya.
belum
From that point of
dinaikin
view
ya
there,
ya ya.
The high ground, the advantage that Brazil have
Jepang
from
sih
this
dibakar
spot.
kiri
They spot
kanan
Luna
nih.
as well. That'll pull
Wah,
it out. VHC
rakap.
gets that kill. And even
Vietnam bisa
spread
chicken
of
ini,
kill for
anjing.
Brazil. Now they should be firmly turning their attention
Melewatinya
to
pinggir
the
ke bawah
USA.
US ya.
Chloris, of course,
Bukan
still
lewat
has
mereka.
not been spotted.
Ini lubang
He's still
solo
the
ya?
solid player
Nggak
alive
bisa
in this
sekuat ya di
game.
situ.
There is a world where Chloris wins this.
Berdua,
They have no
kalau
single
itu
lead.
lubang
They
Brazil
have
keculik
finalized,
2
they know there's
orang,
multiple
Vietnam
teams,
bisa
but they
ini.
do not have the
Udah,
access
itu
to
orang
focus
sisa
on him
pendek
right
tuh.
now. There's a world in which the USA win this game by LFP1 and VHC going for a wrap down south, pushing out to the east and
Kata mereka kok
basically
9
running into the
katanya.
snake trap of Chloris.
9 ya.
The snake could be the deciding
Ada
factor.
satu
VHC,
di mana?
two big blue
Tinggal
tags
nunggu
there.
Brazil dapat
Not
klik
what
2
you wanna have
orang.
happen, especially when
Belum
you're
ada yang tahu
running
soalnya
with
Vietnam
those
ini di mana
spectators.
nih.
They're moving. They're going. I think this could
Wah,
end
dia
up
sama
actually
Brazil.
happening if Chloris gets up and starts moving. Now, of course,
Ya,
he
salah.
moves
Buta
strong in
sendiri.
phase 9. Haven
Ngetrol aja.
LFP1. Sharp shot gets close to them. He actually spotted.
Sumpah Vietnam bisa chicken ini. Kalau perangnya begini nih.
Ini
Brazil
dapat
lebih
ini, thank you ya. Kayaknya gua harus offin mediaser ya guys ya.
They're all gonna wrap north round. They know they got the knock up here. Chloris spots them all.
Satu.
Chloris sees and
suara
hears
gua
the
ada.
biggest whip passage.
Ya, wih, dapat 3.
A nade in hand.
Dia
Watch out, here he
ngeliat.
comes. Spots the first one. Takes down one. Takes down 2.
Dua tuh.
Chloris
One
has
HP.
continued.
Healing.
Takes down all of them.
Anjing.
1, 2, 3.
Waduh.
Damage is
dia
done
nggak
already
healing.
and Chloris
Dia Dia ngincer ini clutch semuanya. Wah, ya elah. Ya elah. Nice try bro. Brazil sih nyayur banget ya.
Bikin tato lagi nih. Bikin tato lagi sparking monyet ini.
A little bit of help. Haven falls down. Glory says, don't worry guys.
Bacot lu ya tadi, let's go, anjing. Gua tadi
Three.
let's go.
Brazil, as you said, smart in flushing out, securing those extra points, and in the win,
Hampir clutch itu.
themselves the win in
Clutch
match
untuk
number
lawan
6.
itu sih.
What a
UK-nya.
finish and what a play by
UK.
Glory.
Mana
Incredible
tadi?
moment here for PUBG
Ya,
Nations Cup. Maybe the
Brazil
best moment
sih.
we've had
Aku
so
masih suka
far,
sama
and maybe
Vietnam
Oh,
a
sih.
real good indicator
Asli.
of what today is going to bring. Let's throw it over
Tadi
to
dia
the
ngincer
death row
satu
where
lagi
they
nggak
can
nge-heal
have
karena
fun with
tahu
this.
tuh orangnya dia kena flashbang kan.
Oh my, what did we
Iya.
just
Biar
witness
kena
here
kill
at
semua sama dia 4
BNC
biji kan.
2022? We just saw
Nyepring
the
itu
fight
di
plus
bulan aja lagi bet.
Plus rank
Brazil
2.
getting
Itu
themselves
kan
Iya.
bagus
the
banget ya.
victory and absolute
Karena nggak mungkin dia
scene
untuk
here
chicken
from game
satu lawan
number one.
4
Brazil takes the
dengan
win,
darah segitu tadi.
but it was not clear towards the end.
When I saw
At least itu
Glory
beneran
pull
real
out
ente ya.
that nade and they were lined up. There's a throwback straight to face it. Where
Oh iya
Captain
di hospital kena
did the
foto-fotoan
same
dulu
thing,
PNC aja kayak.
completely annihilate the whole team. But unfortunately,
Dulu
in
di
the last
hospital
match, they didn't get the
USA
four
di
kills.
prank sama Vietnam
And then he
di
lost the flushes
lantai
to
berapa
Brazil,
gitu.
to Brazil as
Di
well.
pintu kiri kanan
So,
udah dijaga sama
same
Vietnam
game
aja.
here for Brazil. I
USA
love
naik
how they started their-
naik tangga deh
Top
dengan
is
polos.
our American representative here at the desk.
Iya, saya
Masuk,
pasti lagi
kena
ngomong.
bakal
Iya,
deh.
tadi nggak ngeliat itu di sela-selahan gitu ya.
Lu ngeceknya nggak bersih ya? Ih Brazil
Kena tarik kaki 3
steal
orang.
killnya sih dihitung-hitung 7 lah match ini tuh.
Lebih.
Kill berapa dia tadi total?
Lebih banyak
Banyak,
dibandingkan
Pak.
usaha
Tadi aja di atas
mereka
aja
untuk
totalnya ada
mendapatkan
8.
kill yang full HP menurut gue.
Yes.
Ini yang ke knockdown
8 ya,
knockdown
tambah
harus
4 aja udah.
berhati-hati
Ini
sih
3
langsung aja
kill.
Naik
di
ke
finish
satu
dibandingkan
seharusnya.
kalian di kill steal oleh tim Brazil
Tadi kan
karena
kurang 1 ya buat
begitu cerdas
naik rank
permainan
1
dari
ya.
tim Brazil sehingga mereka dapetin kill.
Ini nih
juga
mereka nih
cukup
Finlandia.
menurut gua, dan
Yes.
6
ya.
kill.
yang bunuh Vietnamnya tadi siapa ya?
Vietnam benar-benar
Perwakilan
Brazil.
Indo, perwakilan Indo.
Brazilnya
karena
yang dapet ya.
Soalnya yang dibokongin lagi ini
kalau
lagi
misalnya
tiarap.
disuruh jangan
USA
nembak jangan
berarti
nembak,
tadi kan?
bisa daripada mati
Iya, iya.
sia-sia
Brazil oke
ya,
sama.
biar
Mati gak ada
apa ya,
usaha.
nggak-
Biasa lagi tiarap nih.
Oh,
nih.
ini Vietnamnya.
yes Vietnam udah
Pas nih
benar-benar
break ya kan, gua sholat dulu.
Set.
Betul banget. Dan ini dia
Tuan bro,
untuk
tuan bro.
highlight di match kita
Tuh tuh
yang
lagi
14.
tiarap yang
sama
sini
atau
tuh
match
tadi.
kita yang ke-6 pada hari
14
ini.
kill total.
Dan ya, kita bisa lihat permainan begitu baik dilakukan oleh tim Brazil. Brazil
Masih kurang
usahanya ketika mereka fight melawan
Kurang
tim
tadi ya.
Finland ya. Sisanya itu kill
Jadi sih
didapatkan
masih
secara
sungkem anjing
cuma-cuma
sama Vietnam.
atas dasar knockdown dari tim lain. Dan tiba-tiba
Karen
dia yang
kayaknya
berhasil
pedes banget mulutnya.
mendapatkan killnya.
Atas dasar
Dan
knockdown
gua bisa bilang
dari tim
Brazil
lain.
begitu baik sekali
Nggak terima
permainan
lu.
dan ini Gloris menurut gua nice try banget. Sisa 1 HP juga cukup membingungkan. Gua mau nge-heal tapi pas
Layar
dia
tuh lu
keburu.
satu-satu kita
Kalau
lihat doang
seandainya
doang enggak apa-apa
gua
dah.
fight juga gua
Nggak apa-apa,
benar-benar
dah.
low HP banget teman layarnya.
Udah beres juga.
Brazil dengan 4 pemain yang masih
Sorry,
hidup,
sorry.
mereka berhasil untuk mendapatkan
Dah,
WWCD.
udah begini.
Congratulations untuk tim Brazil.
Sorry.
Yap,
Rabbit,
dan
rabbit.
itu dia Brazil. This is Brazil.
Jadi kita nonton di Twitch,
Tentunya
tapi kalau lagi ngomongin
jadi
caster Indo
salah
guys ya.
satu tim yang paling konsisten kalau menurut gua
Betul.
di PNC
Sorry,
2022 ini.
lupa muncul layar kecil.
Di hari pertama pun mereka seperti tidak terlihat, tapi top 3.
Ya, betul.
Iya, sekarang mereka hari kedua
Dilihat Rere udah
lumayan
makin mirip Tulus ya
mendominasi.
guys ya. Kenapa ya?
bermain cerdas. Dan kita akan lihat top 4 dari match yang ke-6 di mana Brazil
Ada
dengan
kode
15
kah? Ada.
smoke, 8 nade dan
hari ini udah nggak
3
bisa redeem ya?
molotov. Sedangkan USA
Ini
masih belum ada sih.
Kode
Rekor
redeem yang
kemarin
kemarin.
30 men.
30 smoke.
Ini 26
Paling,
USA masih
poin
26
itunya
dan
dong, Dok.
nade-nya
EP ya?
16. Kemarin nade terbanyak
Iya.
berapa ya? Ini 16. Kemarin
16 juga.
20 deh kalau nggak salah.
Oh iya, sampai segitu ya.
Ada nggak ya?
Tapi smoke paling banyak
Oke
sih
guys,
kemarin.
ini
Iya,
gua
betul.
kasih redeem
Dan
code
Finland
EP ya.
12 smoke, ini masih normal. Sedangkan Korea pun masih normal karena kemarin yang
Masih bisa voting
tidak
nggak sih?
normal itu
Kawan-kawan?
30 smoke gokil dan
Voting
molotov
udah nggak bisa, gua udah ngecek.
sekitar 16
Udah nggak bisa ya?
16 molotov
Udah
deh
nggak
kalau
bisa.
nggak salah.
Oh.
Itu
Oh shit,
di,
ya sudah.
di batas normal harusnya. Molotov itu kayak 16
Dia mulainya
gila
lama
juga sih. Dan
Ya.
yap,
Kalau
jadi
satu
untuk
kedua
top
cepat.
4 teams kita di match yang ke-6 di hari yang kedua tentunya Rev.
Ya, tapi Molotov udah 2 digit sih.
Freedom code
bener-bener
EP guys ya,
sangat-sangat
esport point. Gua nggak
banyak
tahu ini
banget
isinya
ya
berapa.
pemain
Udah dicek belum, Gi?
Molotov
1000
dan, ya,
isinya.
ini dia.
Oh, isinya 1000.
Untuk top 4 teams kita match
Lumayan
rank
buat
ke-6,
beli
bisa dibilang match pertama
kontraben
pada hari ini.
tambah-tambahan.
Tim Indonesia
Tapi
nice try
1000
berada di
doang.
hashtag ke-9.
Berarti harus farming mereka ya?
Hashtag 9 itu masih belum dapetin
harus
placement
farming
point-nya.
dan
Coba
harus
satu
yang-
lagi aja Ra ya. Itu
Dari
ada
dulu kan
plus
gitu,
1
top
poin
voting
lumayan
dulu sih.
banget. But it's
Ini berapa
okay,
minggu
it's
sih
alright.
PUBG ini?
Mereka sudah
4 hari.
berjuang yang terbaik. Pastinya mereka usaha loh untuk masuk ke tengah-tengah circle. Coba
Karena
untuk
offline
gambling
ini 4
aja
hari,
gua
Pet.
masuk dalam circle.
Iya, iya.
Dan pada akhirnya ya kita bisa lihat begitu baik juga tim dari Jepang. Mereka sudah berada
kira
dalam
ada turnamen
circle
offline lagi ya.
dari sejak awal
Lalu
juga dan pada
diambil.
akhirnya mereka tidak terlalu butuh usaha banget untuk keluar ya. Pada akhirnya dari Jepang juga nice try juga pastinya. Dan yep, Finland berada di hashtag ketiga.
Ya BTW terima
Menurut
kasih
gue
buat
jadi
Krafton yang
salah
sudah
satu tim yang cukup
mensponsori
ditangguhkan
live streaming
juga.
ini ya.
Betul sekali.
Terima kasih banyak Bang Krafton,
Dimana
respect.
ya dua
Tadi saya
kali
lupa-
gua WCD di Miramar, siapa
Lupa
yang nggak
opening bukan karena apa?
gentar,
Karena
men.
lupa mencet
Permainan
tombol
dari tim Finland
live yang
di
dari
hari
YouTube-nya ya.
pertama, closing dengan sangat
Mantap
baik,
dah,
tiba-tiba
guys.
langsung naik
2-3
ke
menit
peringkat
terbuang.
pertama. Tapi Brazil bermain sangat memukau. Menurut gua mungkin Brazil bisa jadi dia akan menjadi peringkat pertama sementara.
Betul. Menurut gue juga begitu karena mereka dari kemarin
Superian
juga
mana
seperti
tuh?
yang lo
Anjing,
bilang
Superian.
hashtag 3 dan kali ini
Asik
berada di
banget,
WCD
Superian.
bisa jadi dengan konsistensi yang mereka punya mereka berada di hashtag 1 ataupun hashtag kedua ya.
Yap.
Karena emang 2 kali WCD dapetin oleh Finland. Ya, tapi gue bisa bilang Brazil menjadi salah satu tim yang juga punya kill yang cukup banyak ya dari hari kemarin. Jadi
Betul,
itulah yang membantu mereka tidak harus dapetin 2 kali WCD tapi kill point mereka sangat membantu untuk mendapatkan placement point yang begitu baik.
Yap, dan tentunya
Vietnam
masih ada harapan yang besar untuk tim Indonesia juga. Ingat
Goblok.
kita baru hari yang kedua dan ini adalah match yang ke-6. Ada 20 match yang akan dimainkan dan kita akan melihat leaderboard.
Leaderboard. Yap, kita
Ya,
bakal
leaderboard,
melihat
guys, ya.
Ini
leaderboard.
dia untuk leaderboard kita di
Ini
match
air
yang
wrinkle dong ya
ke-6
langsung.
sementara di mana Brazil dengan 24
Wow.
poin yang mereka dapatkan 14 kill dan 10 placement point tentunya, dan Indonesia tidak mendapatkan
15.
apapun. Nah,
Betul.
15 hashtag 15 lebih tepatnya untuk Indonesia di match ke-6 ini. Mereka tidak mendapatkan kill, tidak mendapatkan placement point. It's okay, nice try. Dan kita akan
Placementnya mah rank
melihat player of the
9,
match
cuman
juga
rank 9 kan
di
nggak dapat apa-apa ya.
match yang ke-6 teman-teman semua di hari yang kedua, dan ini dia untuk player of the match kita, dimana harusnya dari pemain Brazil nggak sih?
Betul banget. Dan yap, ini dia untuk player of the match kita itu dari Sparking
Yes.
dengan 5 kill, damage-nya 746. Ini nggak kill steal, kalau orang ini nih nggak kill steal karena damage-nya 746.
Wah, beda
Dan juga
satu
kill
doang,
conversion
Cok.
0%.
Berarti
Enggak
nggak mungkin.
mungkin. Ini
Ini
ada
kesalahan
kesalahan.
sistem ya.
Damage conversion-nya di
Belum pakai input itu, Bang.
29,9%.
Gue lagi
Totalnya mereka
dengerinnya yang Indo guys ya. Ngomong-ngomong.
Lupa. Ya,
tadi
sekitar 12.
Yang foto Indo udah berapa Mas? Belum gua cek sih. kawan.
14, Re, betul.
14 ya.
Betul, 14
Oh iya,
kill.
14 kill.
Kalian
Jadi
kalian ngecek di
5
in-game-nya nggak sih guys?
kill proportion-nya
Kok gue jadi pengen
itu
login ya?
sekitar
Apa tuh?
30%-an lah.
Beda 1 poin aja,
Oke,
Re.
aduh ini top
yang
top
vote
3-nya
Indo.
makin serem ya guys ya.
Betul.
Dan aduh
lupa.
Indonesia sekarang di
Masuk
bawah
ke
dari
dalam
tim
ini.
China,
Berarti
tapi 1 poin aja.
beda
Oh, Miramar
sedikit
lagi.
santai. Masih banyak round yang
3
akan
kali
dimainkan,
Miramar,
masih
Bet.
banyak
Dua
match
round.
lebih tepatnya, karena kita akan bermain 20
MVP
match
mirip Egy
teman-teman
versus
semua.
skincare katanya.
Tentunya masih ada asa untuk tim Indonesia.
Maksudnya apa ya gitu?
Dan
Bangkit, bangkit, bangkit.
yes, betul sekali dan luar
Kalau
pastinya
biasa kalau bilang
untuk
skincare
tim
ya
dari
antara ya paling ini yang satu bunuh
Finland
yang
dan
satu
juga tim
enggak.
dari
Oh,
Brazil dan
Ah,
apakah
itu ya,
kita
guys, ya.
bakalan kasih kalian
Spot aja
hadiah
nggak
nih
masalah.
yang udah dari tadi nonton kan. So ini dia redeem code buat kalian semuanya,
guys.
langsung di redeem sekarang
Redeem,
juga,
guys.
cara gampang banget
Ini
redeemnya
apa ya?
langsung di in game. Jadi
Betul.
dari awal kalian udah
Poin
langsung
bukan?
buka
Kan
PUBG
ngalah.
kalian aja dan langsung redeem aja. FQLRUUJDQ4K5.
Langsung diridam teman-teman semua dan
Redeem guys,
kasih
redeem
tahu
nih.
hadiahnya apa. Kali
Kita
aja
juga
kan.
penasaran
Depan
ya.
gue ya?
Iya penasaran, gue juga penasaran. Gue pengen
Depan
ngeri.
gue ya ternyata.
Karena kita
Tapi gue
nggak
bisa login
bisa
sebenarnya
login.
di laptop ini, laptop Acer Nitro 5 ini yang bakalan
FQLRUUJDQ.
kalian semua. Dua laptop dengan spek
Apa nih?
i9.
I9.
Wah ini gak ada di brief nih. Gue mid. Gak ada brief. Gue mid dulu. Rusuh left guard Mas Dok. Rusuh kenapa Babangsat? Yang penting di sini aman ya guys ya.
Lihat mukanya Dika. Indonesia Putra. Beda game, brother.
Oh iya udah close guys ya. Tuh guys, 30% from PNC skin sale guys ya. Jadi kalau kita
lah, boy,
beli
masa
PNC
kagak tegak muka
skin,
Oh, muka-muka Indo, bro.
nanti mereka dapat bonus. Yang mana ya PNC skin?
Anjay, super light KDA nih.
Lah guys ini masih bisa ini lagi guys. Pick winner. Oh, ininya kali ya. Hasil votingnya kah?
Oh, mereka nonton match sebelumnya ini.
Yang ngevote Indo udah 1039 guys. Cina 927.000.
Nonton yang di bagian replaynya ya, Bit. Bisa nggak sih, Bit, nonton replay matchnya itu mereka? Yang match sebelumnya? Ente, makasih, Bit.
Bisa terus bang.
Asik spin udah 1K.
Aduh.
Ih,
Terus
tinggalan. Emang suka kayak gitu. Susah soalnya ngobrolnya.
sampai hidungnya.
Anjing.
Oh,
Ngobrolnya
itu
lebih
bakal
susah.
masukin game karena
Masih
sudah
aja,
ada
tadi dah.
kamera-kamera di belakang Re.
Betul.
Intinya kalau ada kamera kita masukin game.
Wih, udah in game guys.
Ini semua.
Kita mute yang
Udah
Indo.
pesawat, Bang.
Ya kan?
You know what he gets,
Iya,
though?
iya,
He doesn't
pesawat.
want to lose you
Bang.
right, but he
Iya,
gets a
pesawat, Bit.
moment in PUBG history
Oh, yeah.
that many will
Emang manggil.
remember forever. It goes
Enggak ada yang
into
manggil,
history
Bit.
books. Also, keep in mind,
Kan habis sholat. Apa tadi gue ini
You're
nggak dengar
talking about
gimana
Pras,
sholat.
abis sholat.
Kayaknya lu ngobrol dah.
Lu ngomong dah. Mereka lihat
Habis
replay.
lepas headset. Habis
You know
lepas
what, Bruce?
headset.
Maybe we'll just take you
Sholat
out.
bukan.
Yeah, I
Oh,
tweeted
mungkin
this
sambil
out.
ini,
Lihat
sambil pakai
replay.
headset.
I
Pakai
cannot
headset
believe
berarti.
the rivalry
Sambil ngobrol,
between the United States
multitasking.
all the way
Iya
from
dah, iya.
Jalan.
Iya dah, iya aja.
PNC 2022, and it's gone to new heights, which is what you love to see.
Vietnam sitting up in fourth now as well. Very, very solid performance. Again, as you said here in start.
Emang anaknya tuh multitasking banget
There is
gitu.
still quite the jump up to the top
Anjay,
three.
Opet sih kemarin dapat satu yang kayak gitu ya, asik
Of a
banget.
good performance, that would be glorious, bringing that momentum into
Cheater,
this game
cheateran.
for his Vietnamese teammates.
We did get our phase one circle up in detail. That'll be good for the Australian fans out there.
Oh,
as
Bukan.
well. Smack
Top
taking
damage bro,
over
TD bro.
the spotlight on him.
Hah? Oh iya 2400.
Mengerikan bro, TD bro.
Right now. We saw them last game.
Tuh
trying
guys,
to
yang
regroup
ngomong
China,
Indo
punishing them instantly. China knows
ngendok
now
terus,
how
nah.
they are spreading this
Tuh.
one out. If they're not
Lihat
able to
buktinya.
beat Australia, I mean now Australia
Bilang
might
Indo nggak
muncul
be
di
layar,
far
kok.
out given the circle
Nggak
being
muncul
where
di
it
layar
is.
karena di
The
steal
teams
kill
have
guys.
been very, very consistent in punishing
Betul.
split situations, committing all four, going early, taking out players.
Brazil
I
nih,
wanna
bala
see
nih.
Indo
Top 3
move
bro.
up fast in this one.
Mengerikan.
Yeah, and the other two teams, of course, Finland, Brazil. We know top two teams at the moment, but they're not inside of that phase one
Ini masih
circle.
ada
Rare
kesempatan
for,
3 besar
obviously,
nggak
the
sih?
fact that we've got
Masih
the
lah,
majority
orang
of teams
masih-
there
Masih
over
panjang, anjing.
where they're
Ini
losing
baru
out.
match ke
Masih ada.
7 dari 20.
Match, of course, no surprise to be seeing a lot
Masih
of
ada
the
berarti
Brazilian lads in
14
there.
game lagi
I think it's
ini.
like 8 stolen kills, and we of course
Masih ada
can
14
account
game,
many of
masih
those to
banyak.
glories wiping out the United States.
Yep.
But a massive game from Diggory as well. 7 kills, 600 damage. Had to keep that in mind.
And 3 Brazilian
Lakski.
players together, right? Not just one
Lakski.
guy kind of carrying the
Aduh,
whole
susah
load,
banget mukanya.
all of them doing their part to make the team succeed.
Ngomong-ngomong
Down
tadi
low, making sure US couldn't come down. LLP
top
finding,
top
like,
5-nya tuh
stealing
di mana
bucks
sih?
from
Di
the
Miramar ya?
first second of the game. He was
Yang
all
apa total?
over the place,
Enggak lah.
finding
Top-
people from his high ground
top
position.
5
And
ini
in the end,
seluruh
I
game
mean,
7
solid,
6 game.
solid,
Masa
performance
2400
from
doang?
Brazil, even though yes they have the high ground.
Iyalah.
They just have the compounds good. They were the ones they had to go
2400
down
gede
and
tuh
fend off
turnamen.
and
Bagi-
they had to
bagi-
make so
bagi
many
berapa
nice
ringkas?
plays. Yes, they're inside
Soalnya
the
kan
circle,
nembak-nembaknya
but
aja
they
cepet
had
doang.
compound and they
Blok kan
fended
nggak
off
dihitung.
And the most interesting thing about Brazil is
400
coming
ya,
into the
rata-rata
tournament
ya.
was all
Gede
about
sih,
sparking.
gede sih.
Sparking this
Bener-bener.
and sparking that.
True.
He's the star man, he's the IGL, and so far, through the first couple of games,
Ikram, welcome to
probably
Box
been,
Blue, kawan.
has been the
Lumayan
least
gede
performing
segitu
player.
mah.
And that's not too
Ya,
bad
yang gua makan nih Bueno.
The other three are
Udah habis
Jarang perang kan soalnya.
well, so he
Nggak
can
harus
actually
perang
just sit
terus.
back, IGL, and be like, boys, you guys are fragging out. You don't need me at all. And I think that is
Ada yang
what
tusun
makes
juga
the
kan?
result so strong. Had they come into this event and entirely relied upon Sparking to do the IGLing and the fragging, they wouldn't be where they are now. So full credit to Haven, VHC, LFP1. You guys are fragging out.
I gotta ask you real quickly. The dream of one team.
Ya kalau gua yang ikut turnamen 100 lah dari 6
Who
match.
on United Kingdom's team would
Kayak yang kemarin,
say that
yang
every-
Turki 16. 16 loh.
18,5 bit. Lu mah ngurang-ngurangin.
18,5 ya.
Say James.
Yeah, I suppose you can say James. He's pretty
Ya,
Berapa
tuh,
match ya?
practically their sixth member. I'll support that.
4 apa?
In the meantime,
Kan gua masih ada tuh 4
Shotgun,
berarti kan.
Iya, 4 ya.
Biasanya jatuh kenapa tuh
Wah,
ISC?
So
3
there's
gitu.
that.
Naik motor apa naik motor?
The teammates are coming
Lah.
over to
Wow.
help, but this is
Dipus
not
anjing.
just a knock. This is a terrible situation to have that happen because Turkey are right next door.
And it just goes from bad to worse from what was looking like
Ya
a really,
Allah.
really
Ya
Allah.
serious moment. Now Turkey, but as we flashed
Flash
himself,
Turkey,
of course,
flash
only
Turkey.
has the flush. Sharp shot, who was already down. Kickstart, nice little shot there. Can he get a second
Tolong
one?
lagi,
Not
tolong
initially,
lagi.
but they got the knock at least onto
Satunya
Escort.
jauh
Now
banget
into
ini
the
loh,
3 versus
orang
3.
Turki.
Kickstart, trying to wrap around. They know they have the flash. They know they're blind at least for a little
Aduh, itu
while.
darahnya.
Belum ada tas tuh.
Still inside the building. We've got Vietnam. They hear this. China hears this as well. So how are they going
Apalagi
to?
Oh,
dapat,
dapat. Yang lagi nge-revive.
Dibakar lu.
Nyangkut dong.
Oh, nice.
Gua dapet
Kena anjing.
Down two.
Di pojokan banget tuh.
Damage in return, but
Apinya.
he's a solo player left
Udah
alive.
kebakar
Somehow
temennya.
not being eaten up by that Molotov. Kickstart goes for the flush, but now loses a little bit
Kecil,
of
bro.
damage himself.
Kecil lagi.
Buta, udah.
Buta, buta. Eh,
masuk dia,
hilang,
masuk
hilang.
Oh, Cina Juni.
Ya Allah.
Dapat lagi anjir China. Langsung di fake lagi.
Ada Vietnam juga.
Kalau rame lanjut part 2 guys ini guys.
China.
Lu lihat ada Vietnam masuk tuh.
Vietnam juga di atas.
Lanjut part 3 guys, lanjut part 3.
Ini kayak kita kemarin kali ya.
Iya, iya, iya.
Digantiin.
TP terus.
Yeah, Duck My Glories both very close.
Ya
You
Allah,
can see in the
di
minimap.
tengah-tengah itu.
Said Shrimsy just holding
Nih,
on.
naik ke atas, naik ke atas, high ground, high ground.
Biar kelihatan. Ada hitam-hitam
He's
dalam
gone.
smoke.
Now it's just Shrimsy left for the USA. Throws out more smokes. He's got 5 more still in
Kelihatan
the
dong.
inventory. Bit of a random spray, and it gives away his position out of Aix left. And
Itu
they
nggak
are
kelihatan ya
slowly
aslinya, guys,
clearing
ya.
out his position.
Yoi.
Takutnya nih. Lah nggak ditembak lah, nggak ditembak.
Nah, kelihatan dari atas tuh. Habis Vietnam masuk nggak?
Nggak tahu nih Cina nih. Cina nggak tahu ada Vietnam nih.
Vietnam nggak masuk nih berdua doang.
Nungguin di motor
dari
apa?
atas.
Nungguin di motor, nungguin di kendaraan tuh kan? Benar.
Banyak kendaraan.
Buset kendaraannya.
Udah
Udah kayak lagi kondangan
naik
dong.
baru ditembak.
Lama.
Cari yang lebih pasti aja ya.
Iya,
pasti. Yang fail tuh kemarin ya Bit ya, yang nungguin
Apa tuh?
yang nungguin kapal di Angel.
Iya, Cina.
Itu rada fail ya. Kejauhan.
Nah, Vietnam nih join nih satu lagi nih.
Oh, mundur mereka
Mundur.
Kelamaan soalnya. Takut ada tim lain yang datang.
Oh, gitu, Coach.
Iya. Ini analisis Indo toh.
Oh gitu sis, anjing sis.
Oh jatuh dari atas.
Oh, dari rooftop.
Makanya pada tahu Bit.
Kok kayak relate ya?
Bukan ya?
Kayak relate yang barusan.
Oh, lu nipu gue sih Bit katanya naik motor Bit.
Lah,
Hospital
hospital orang
biasa,
jatuh di situ
hospital.
gambarnya. Mana yang tahu?
Right as he steps foot
Monyet.
over the ledge, headshot can't go back, instantly down. And it's kind of, I mean,
Ngut,
I guess
ngut,
it's
ngut,
karma
kosong nih,
because it
Minas.
was actually the Turkish players
bro.
who was shooting on their rotation, but goes to show the strength of the
Kita
Thai
lihat
guys
sorakan
with
tepuk tangan
the
atau cuma tepuk tangan yang akan kita dengar
and
guys.
from a moment, at a glance, where it looked like they were
Kalau
winning the
tepuk tangan
last
ente,
game,
kalau sorakan
whole heap
GG
of
ya.
kills, to that being evaporated before their eyes, and then going out this early.
Udah
on
dianalisis
for
timnya.
match two.
Udah.
Negaranya.
Dari match pertama, gue udah tahu itu. Soalnya mereka tusun terus tepuk tangan doang kata gue nih. Ada yang knock satu, wow gitu ya kan. Sama sorakan.
Thailand, the favorites of the crowd here. Obviously, every single time we see them in the kill feed, the crowd goes wild, and I want to see them get something going here as well. It's not been the best of performances so far, but there has been moments. It's similar to what I talked with X-Rays about in the favor of Germany. They know how to do those early
Vietnam
rotations.
bisa
They know how to
keren
wrap
juga bisa
around.
keempat.
but
Yoi bro.
They need
Maaf,
to
apalagi
have
tadi,
the
bro.
fight to go their way, and so far Thailand has
Apa,
taken
Maket?
casualty after
Mampir
casualty
belum
in the
dibuka
first
ya?
engagements, and when you then come mid to late game with only 2 alive, potentially 3
Belum.
got bruised, you're not gonna win against this caliber opponent.
Yeah, and Thailand is capable of more. When I look at that sort of bottom 5, bottom 6 teams, I wonder how many of those teams could really, get more
Jadi
out
ngelut
of themselves.
satu,
And Thailand is the
yang
team that
mantau
straight away
3.
comes to the forefront that I know
Anjir.
could definitely rack up more points, get into the top 10, and really mingle with the middle of the pack. So yeah, I expect it to
Rata-
happen.
rata
We're still
40 ya
only
orang-orang
on
ya.
day 2. We've got 4 days in total. It'll click for them at some
Casting
point.
tuh
Maybe
udah ada
it'll be
casternya,
this
bro.
game. Over towards Minas Generalis, not a bad spot, especially if it goes up towards the north.
Kalau nggak salah Gary
Phase
nge-case
2,
dah.
they'll be
Coba dah.
happy. Minute 10 until we
Coba
get
ke
that
Garit
circle.
kalau
Garit.
nggak salah ya.
There are teams that thrive playing in the unknown. We always like when we see these
Jauh
tournaments,
juga tuh.
especially now, where these constellations of teams have, if not rarely, then never been seen before. There are teams
ada yang
that
lagi
really play well
jalan-jalan tuh di
against
atas.
a lobby where everyone's still kind of feeling out what to do. And then on the other hand, you have teams that give them 1 day's worth of games to go back and prep for, and they will come in slaughtering. Believe me, I mean, the way we're seeing the
Nick,
leaderboard
siapa
right
aja
now, while
Bit,
some
biasa
teams
Bit
might
yang
get
bebat Bit,
stay,
Korea
there's
Bit.
going to be a
Nick,
lot of
Loki,
switching around
Pio.
the leaderboard come the end of this
Satu
tournament.
lagi
Some
tuh,
teams will
Esther.
bounce back.
Oh ya,
Yeah, and
Esther.
I think also the other thing that's maybe
kelihatan
gone
Esther
under
ya?
the radar a little bit off the
Nggak
back
masuk
of
kayaknya.
the
Kurang
first
ya Esther
match,
mah?
Of course, all the talking points going to be about Finland,
Indo yang main
Brazil,
itu
the likes of
orang Indo guys
Australia
ya.
and Korea, 2 very much hard-hitting contenders at the
Bagus,
moment,
bagus.
both basically
Benar-benar.
50 points, and that gap
Rido,
to, the
Dika,
top spot, and then the second
Daniel.
spot is very much growing, 27,
Daniel,
28
bener,
points
bener.
respectively.
Daniel.
So they're gonna
Maksud gua
honestly need to get a bit of
denial.
wriggle on in this
Asik.
particular game.
Reject, denial.
Watching Germany now here
Satu
as well,
lagi?
waiting for the next circle as well. But I like
Wah,
how
rumah
they're
kesukaan
spreading this out.
nonton.
I mean,
Tede. Satu lagi
it goes
Tede.
way
Iya.
back to the Shift W days, of course.
Wah, parah. Tede dilupakan.
Spread out. Know that you have no fears of going
Wah.
towards
Enggak,
one of
siapa
those
tahu ada
Bro,
nama
bro.
aslinya Todi gitu
Where
nama
do you wanna
aslinya.
go? I would expect
tapi
to
Indo-
see
Indo udah
Asal and
dapet tuh
Saga make
graveyard.
their way far up north, all the way around Sematin.
Enggak,
But
itu
the Nords
rumah
clear highway,
ini,
grabbing
rumah
with their
rongsokan
teammates
tuh,
up
rumah
north.
set, rumah
Issue is
jelek.
north side, the north
Grafiatnya
side
diambil
Venus,
Jepang.
a game like this,
Oh iya, sama
very
Jepang ya.
hard to push into because you're coming in with
Hari-hari
zero
Jepang lagi.
information. In the meantime, Vietnam backing off again, as I said before.
Nandai di sini ada orang.
Early, do it fast, don't
Kelihatan
waste
sini,
much
sini,
time.
sini ya,
Senjatanya
guys.
naik.
China just like that.
Itu
So
garis
Argentina
lagi, garis.
obviously
Iya,
the pretty
biasa.
clear focal point. Australia around that, and on the other
Lagi
side,
mencet
out towards
ALT.
the east, you've got the United Kingdom, who they themselves, despite being in third, haven't
Tuh parkirin Mas Pet
a whole lot of
mobil.
circle luck. Maybe the military
Parkir
game,
gua.
planes, didn't have to do a whole lot of movement
Parkir.
and shakes, but
Parkir mah parkir, kagak direm doang. Jalan sampai ke ladang.
Biasalah kawan gue. Mau
Mana mobil?
dikomplain berapa kali pun sama aja. Ngerem tangan tahu fitur anjing. Spasi itu tangan bro.
Gak ada, lu nambah banyak maksud ya? Bodo amat lah mobil aja.
Kadang-kadang gua udah ngerem.
Nggak ada. Itu
Enggak. Tapi nggak
remnya
sampai
pakai
mentok
S anjing
banget
itu.
gitu. Spasi toh. Coba nggak? Kadang
Nggak ngerem,
ada
nggak
spasi,
kecangkrem.
gua
Nggak
spasi. Terus gua lepas masih ada sisa-sisa gas dikit lah.
Nah itu korbannya gua Mari kemarin masalahnya tuh. Keinget tuh sampai sekarang tuh gua tuh.
Ada korban ternyata.
Korban 2 orang tuh. Ari keluar dari mobil.
Tapi yang itu
Gua
bukan
ketabrak
masalah
mobilnya.
Bit. Yang itu bukan masalah dia pakai rem tangan atau enggak, memang enggak pakai sama sekali, pengen nubruk aja udah.
Iya, kalau itu kan gua pengen nubruk pun teriak.
Nabrak dinding. Ari jedar. Dua
Itu
orang
malas
anjing yang
tekan
tabrak.
rem, udah ngerem nubruk aja dah.
Pare anjing. Japan dengan kekuatan anime. Tidak kena anjing.
Lu tuh batu banget Jepang. Udah dapat grafiar. Ngambil juga
Thailand
Minas.
tuh. Tepuk tangan guys.
Teriak tok.
Teriak tepuk tangan guys.
GG.
That is going to put a stop to that push. So for now, Poli is going to be able to sit tight Mexi. A little bit of damage in return, trying to allow for Correx to get the rest on up. Will throw some smokes, but again, if we're
Tuh kan,
headed further out into the
temen lu
open
pasti
east,
dateng.
this is utility,
Bagus
but
dapet
they're
grafiat ya.
desperately going to
Standby
use late
shotgun.
game. So 12 minutes
Double
in,
barrel
already
ganti
spamming your
senjata
zone.
dia.
Lebih
That
percaya
focus
itu
has to
udah
be
high
late.
ground
Yeah,
kali
and
dia.
Norans does have to be a little bit careful here.
Masalahnya,
Obviously, as Kalusia,
Griffin udah
Belmont,
pasti
they
kosong
face
zona.
it's only a 2-2 split
Pindah.
for Thailand, so if Norans
Aneh.
is taking those shots and he gets a knock, that's great. But if it goes back the other way, then suddenly
Temennya
the
jadi
pressure's
mikir
really
nih.
on Thailand there in Minas Generalis. So,
Harus ngambil
look,
mana.
I'm probably expecting phase 3. If it goes somewhat south or even center, you'll see Janku, you'll see Norans, and they'll make their way over to Escolusion.
Ah, Finlandianya cabut.
Not being punished at the moment.
Nggak
And of
milih-
course for Finland, well, they have to obviously keep their priority.
Gak milih perang deh.
13 minutes in,
Cabut. Bahaya, nggak bagus.
Kejebak jatuh tuh di batu.
Oh, lewat Mas, lewat ya. Udah di wall dia. Lewat.
But believe me, next shift we're seeing here, pretty much no matter where it's going to go, it's going to become incredibly difficult for a lot of teams to rotate on through because it's spread, if you look at the map, as evenly as it is right now. So wherever we go, especially if we do get a hard shift in, which
Iya tuh, Graveyard tuh masih zona, Mas.
some teams will
Iya, dia
have very hard
milih tengah.
but a lot of
High
splits.
ground.
Yeah, definitely. As we are obviously going to get that phase 3 circle.
Untung belum ada orang ya kan.
Into the game. Who does it favor? It looks like maybe.
Gue baru mau ngomong sampai ke Labendita sih.
Having a bit of circle fortune for once here at the PUBG Nations Cup. Australia obviously not too displeased either, still inside.
Macleod ninggalin rumah, Fetch ninggalin.
Mau kemana Indo, Cok? Bisa sih, cuma susah aja.
Mana mapnya tadi?
Kebegal lu.
Nggak dapet.
Wah. Kurang Kane.
Oh,
dipus lu. Kabur kan lu.
Enggak.
Aman guys, masih aman.
Aman. Zonanya nggak aman. Zonanya bro nggak aman bro.
Ramar rotasi masih enak sih di sela-selahan.
Oh mereka mah bukan nyangkut Mas, emang di sini. Oh bang ini.
Enggak, maksudnya nyangkut itu mobilnya nabrak.
Iya mobilnya, ya nabrak.
Seperti biasanya tiap gawean gini gue banyak banget cemilan tuh.
Enak.
Sik, enak banget nih.
Jadi mau nih cemilan. Perang sama Vietnam. Please jangan. Rumahnya diisi. Nice. Intinya mobil kalian simpen bro.
Siap coach.
Biar di lokasi selanjutnya guys. Mampus hilang mati lu.
Enggak. Oh, digendong.
Digendong. Yup.
Wah.
Dua.
Digendong ke lobby kayak digendong spectat itu.
Sorry bro.
Selamat ya.
Mati satu.
Yeah, and really smart from Australia. I said maybe they might play the ridge, and I think I'm wrong in that. I think they want others to go up onto the top of the ridge first, farm there.
Kena bom lah ini.
Soalnya pede banget naik bukit ini anjing.
Wah.
Rata Vietnam tinggal satu.
Wih,
nabrak bro. Perang. Asik.
Sama ini terus anjir. Di Finland terus.
Finland disangnya boy lihat nih. Kena satu. Kena dua.
Orang ngepet nggak bisa udah.
Temannya nggak sempet bantu tapi ya.
Ya temannya jauh lagi. Tuh itu yang gue bilang kemarin Gi. Lu PS3, PS4 nggak bisa lagi untuk apa? Nge-split.
Udah pasti kalau di pos orang pasti rame ya.
Iya.
Bagi kalau udah megang compound ya.
Udah pasti ada orang gambling yang nabrak rumah anjing.
Gitu Gi, biar morbid bisa sesuaiin gameplay kita Gi.
Gue cuma ngeiyain doang toh. Kan gue nggak nge-split juga. Bukan berarti gue iyain gue nge-split.
Rido nyari tempat rumah dewa ada. Oke, Rido dapat. Balik dia. Lobang di kirinya drop kayaknya diambilnya sama anak-anak. Di bawahnya Argentina.
Rido itu ya.
Di kirinya drop, enggak di kirinya drop sebelah Argentina tuh.
Anjing jauh
Itu ada
amat.
lobang.
Di sebelah
Coba.
kiri
Tadi
ada
dia
lubang.
bisa ngeliat.
Iya.
Itu dia bisa ngeliat tadi si Rido ke sana.
Tapi lobang situ enak tuh.
Bisa jadi di kill sih mereka.
Emang kadang tiap lobang tuh punya kenikmatan masing-masing gitu loh, Bet.
Betul banget.
Marbit les di chat.
Mati.
Begal lu.
Dapat satu
Lah jatuh siapa tuh?
Di hati ini bro.
Brazil
Ada yang jatuh.
Mati Brazil.
Ayo
lu. Wah, itu dia guys.
Indo ke berapa Bet itu? 10.
UK aja yang unggulan guys, masih bisa getar guys M-nya ya. Paham lah kita kayak mana. Wih,
Indonesia rotate.
Bener kan?
timingnya bagus nih.
Ngambil lubang sebelah.
Siap coach.
Enggak, Cuk.
Siap, Coach.
Korea sih. Masa ke Korea?
Enggak.
Nih, lubang sini,
Enggak,
Coach.
bro, lubang yang ini anjing. Salah tebakan, guys.
Siap coach, siap coach.
Tebakan. Yang penting lobang. Lobangnya sama.
Ya,
Iya,
lobangnya
siap.
sama. Cuma nikmatnya
Lobangnya
beda.
Lobang mana? Lobang ini,
Kak,
spot.
lobang yang lu sebut tadi agak bawahan dikit ya, Bit.
Yang ini lobangnya rada atasan. Waduh.
Nah, ini Brazil ngambil lobangnya nih. Nah kan.
Nah,
Nah ini yang gue bilang.
kalau Rido nggak
lobang
kesono,
ini.
kalau Rido kesini ditabrak.
Bener.
Iya, benar nih. Benar kita lihat nih guys ya.
Argentina, Korea, Brazil.
Lah.
Coba kita lihat situasi
jadi.
Brazil nih.
Ditembak.
Oh iya.
Nggak jadi.
Enggak kirain bakal ngebom dia 4 bit masalahnya.
Lagi ngebom ya kan kenok.
Ah.
Tamat dari bahagia.
Relate.
Lagi megang bom.
Paling bener tepat Rido udah bener, tapi di atasnya Cina anjing. Nih ditabrak lagi nih sama Jerman.
Nah, untung Indo nggak kesana tuh, Bit.
Jerman tahu Brazil berdua.
Wah, rusuh.
Yos.
Satu lawan satu.
Wah. Wih dapat satu. Still kill.
Abis.
Satu lawan satu. Argentina ngikut bro. Nice. Brazil tusun.
Dika dapat satu lagi. Nah,
Nice.
Bagus.
Main Dika dapat satu lah.
Untung Indo nggak kesana ya. Kalau Indo kesana kita segitu.
Wih, Indo.
nabrak.
Wah, telat dong.
Korea kayak nggak tahu.
Gila.
Woi, mantap bro.
Wih.
Waduh, tadi down. Aduh. down pula. Aduh, kebakar guys ya.
Dia nggak, mereka nggak tahu ada Koreanya ya, dikira yang Argentina
Koreanya nggak
nge-push.
nembak soalnya.
Dikira Argentina nge-push Brazil, rumahnya kosong.
Set, join pula tuh Cina.
Weh. Cina di mana ada perang nggak join pasti anjing.
Gila ya.
Aduh, Daniel tinggal sendiri bro.
Siapa yang selamat? Daniel ya?
Daniel.
Mereka ini salah perkiraan. Merekanya
Dah sebut Daniel. Denial lah sekalian.
denial.
Dikira Korea nggak ada Korea tuh di lubang itu tuh.
Salah perhitungan
Ternyata
dasar.
diwaku sama Korea bro.
Sisa denial.
Ayo, Al, kasih tahu Al.
Tapi Finland masih Finland, Thailand,
Nggak zone. Finland nggak zone.
depannya Kanada. Thailand nungguin Finland maju.
Thailand dijepit.
Atas aja, atas. Aduh.
No.
Nice try.
Udah bagus tapi Rido. Udah bagus Rido nge-call tuh. Karena ada Korea doang tuh.
Bisa expect Korea doang.
Iya.
Ekspektasi
Terus
mereka
pas
kan
lewat tadi nubruk kan,
lagi pada ngehil
nubruk mobil
Argentina.
Korea kan.
Enggak, Argentina lagi keluar rumah tuh. Nge-push kan soalnya. Pasti rumahnya kosong dia.
Brazil dia.
Ternyata Korea ada
Tadi pas
jongkok
mereka
di
lewat
situ, bro.
ketubruk mobil Korea yang di lubang kan, Bit.
Memang berhenti di lubang dulu dia. Cuma
yang berhenti.
aneh gitu. Kagetnya pas ada Korea nyepray ada mobil lain.
Tangan atau sorakan guys, kita lihat.
Tepuk tangan tuh ini tuh. Ini pasti.
Mari kita dengar baik-baik.
Gue gedein ya.
Penuk satu nggak jadi sepertinya tepuk tangan.
Apa tepuk tangan doang ya?
Rame, pusing observer bro. Pusing. Observer pusing.
Harusnya tuan rumah sih.
Wah.
Beautiful night.
Kebakar.
Ya diganti anjing.
Tepuk tangan atau?
Diganti.
Thailand.
Kebakar jangan.
Kita lihat.
Wah, kayaknya tepuk tangan deh guys. Dikejar zone guys.
Tepuk tangan bro.
Iya, tepuk tangan doang. Tepuk tangan doang.
Pelan lagi tepuk tangannya.
Rumahnya Argen enak banget
China udah nge-split ya. Yang dua lagi nyari tempat.
Iya sih, mau gak mau tadi anak-anak nabrak tuh. Lagi momennya perang. Biar dapet zone.
Namanya Cina tuh Ming Ming.
Jadi kangen.
Enak bet nyebutnya.
Ada pengulangan gitu toh, Mei Mei, Ming Ming,
Ling Ling.
Ling Ling.
Semoga ada berapa itu anjir si Digger? Masih di sana.
Masih megang 6 itu.
Iya makanya dia udah ngeluarin berapa itu barusan.
Bos kangen sih, kangen ya lihat caster nyebut super nih.
Waduh, kejar.
Wah. Kena lagi.
Satu lagi.
Nah ini mati nih.
Pas. Wah.
Wah, lu nggak lihat bom Korea kemarin Mas Pet anjing? Nih, misalnya
Gila kan kemarin.
lu yang dewa megang bom kan, gua kasih bom lu 5. Dapat semua tuh sama dia anjing. Dapat sama lu. Kill bom itu.
Aduh, wah kiri kanan kena nih. Enggak kena yang
Enggak, bro,
belakangnya.
masih hidup anjing. Oh, ini pembakaran.
Wah,
Ini dia nih.
Satu orang ini
Pembakaran.
habisan enggak tuh?
Bah, pas banget di atas.
Wah, udah.
Udah.
Kebakar dah semua dah. Iya.
Temannya nggak bisa bantu.
Tapi dia tahu teman.
Katanya dalam hati nih, anjing gua ketemu Cina lagi. Gimana gua mau cabut nih? Pasti dikejar.
Udah
Nggak bisa
kalau
dilepas.
sama Cina tuh anjing.
Nih,
Nggak bisa dilepas
Lihat
anjing.
ada smoke di atas, langsung dicari temannya.
Kan?
Miming,
Dia kan
miming.
dilepas anjing.
For AM juga gitu soalnya.
Bener. Yang bom Pro AM juga kan gila-gila tuh waktu itu kan.
Iya.
Dia dengar dekat. Taipei juga sama gilanya gue liat. Wah,
Sama Cina, bro. Sama Cina, bro.
Iya. Mentalnya mirip mentalnya.
Kalau di film Jackie Chan ya satu Cina daratan katanya.
Iya.
Yang lalu apa?
Yang satu Cina kepulauan.
Iya. Agak ngerti gua.
Dapet nih dua.
Jepang, bro.
Dengan kekuatan overpower.
Mulai naik Jepang anjing diam-diam.
Iya loh, dia pelan-pelan ngerangkaknya pasti loh.
Pelan-pelan juga nih Korea sama Argentina diam doang di situ kan. Sama zona itu. Diam
Korea
doang
anteng
mereka.
banget tuh.
Nih Jepang ketemu Taipei nih.
Loki udah mulai bergerak kok. Lu lihat Loki udah mulai gerak ke atas sedikit sendiri.
Tapi tadi Korea kan lawan Indo ya. Mereka ngenokin doang ya. Biarin orang ya. Wah, gila.
Enggak di end
Kekuatan.
di revive. Dia sama mati satu dari tadi bertiga doang.
Wah, satu lagi.
Wah, anjing hampir tiga-tiga.
Lagi yang mampir tuh.
Gila, tiga knock dia.
Ih, seru banget ya yang di atas ya. Yang di rumah nih diam semua nih. Argentina sama Korea diam doang aja. Udah panas nih, Bit. Udah parah-parah. China udah mulai menyeramkan.
Cabut Bit, Argennya Bit, tai banget.
Mau steal kill ini. Fix.
Kayak mencari kill banyak. Soalnya temennya masih di rumah, Mas Ed. Ini mau nakal dong nih berdua nyari kill.
Dapat kayaknya.
Jangan naik mobil lah, lu ketahuan dong suara mobil. Nah, itu dia. Udah kelihatan peluru-peluru. Peluru-peluru asmara tuh.
Iya.
Wah anjing ngenokin satu Bit.
Mini temen gue banget sih itu kali 8 tuh.
Sih, yang jelek-jelek kasih temen.
Di breaded langsung.
Wah.
Opes gak bisa pakai kali 8 kan dia.
Gak bisa kan gua.
Balik, mereka balik.
Nah, akhirnya perang anjing ini.
Argentina balik.
cepet banget dia tadi masuk itu. Itu pakai makro ya kayaknya.
Apa masuk mobil?
Ah, masuk mobil langsung pindah keluar mobil lagi. Cepet banget
Kan bisa diatur kibain tuh.
Betul. Jadi F kiban F ya?
F kibain iya ya, F kibain F.
Kalau gua kan manual. FCTRL.
Gua
nomor
pindah kursinya ini tuh W, duduk 1 W, duduk 2 itu Q, duduk 3 E.
Gua duduk 2 E.
4 enggak ada.
Duduk 3-nya P.
Duduk 2 E ya? E, berarti Q itu 3.
Duduk 3 gua V.
Oh iya benar juga kalau naik mobil WASD percuma ya.
Iya, WASD.
Iya.
Betul juga. Ntar gua kiban juga deh.
Jadi liga tangan tuh. Sap. Keluar sendiri.
Sap. Maksud tuh sap gitu.
Sap. Sabrina. Itu dia. Kurang bomnya. Kurang sini gua ajarin. Karena
Biar mereka nggak lempar bom.
Woi itu banyak banget anjing.
Gak ada yang
By
kena,
aim
bro.
mereka.
Oh, Inoniknya mati, bro.
Wah, lo
Tuh makan tuh Bit.
Pindah tuh.
Ini kena nih bom terakhir.
Kena bakar, bro.
Wah, kebakar. Ente.
Wah, TP.
TP diam-diam chicken nih anjing.
TP enak banget area.
Kill 10 lo TP gila lo.
Terus
Ini
3 game.
istilahnya nih bottom frag reboot nih.
Oh, 2 game Miramar abis ini Erangel. Abis ini break. Abis itu Erangel. 3 game. 2 Miramar, 3 Erangel.
Ini tulisan matchnya dilanjut ya? Iya. Dari match 6 sampai 10 hari ini.
Tapi Taipei sih flashnya udah pada pecah ya.
Iya, Argentina nggak perang kan? Ini helm udah nggak ada nih. Si Yanli nih.
Sama aja dia bugil
Nggak
anjing.
punya helm dia nih.
Bugil.
Iya. Kayak baru turun, cuma dapat
Dua hit
beda
karena
dapat
udah
senjata dia.
teki satu pala teki udah.
First aid nggak ada, miskin banget anjing.
Ya Allah, sama ini juga.
Nggak ada. Ini sih dulu. Wah, sedih banget ya.
Berharap
Ini Argentina
Red
sih
Bull
harusnya
dapat
menang.
satu lah minimal.
Dari gear Argentina ya.
Iya.
Ya.
Nggak tahu kalau
Dari
aimnya kan.
M nggak tahu nih.
Dari supply pun Argentina sih.
Dua-duanya lagi panas soalnya nih. Kill banyak semua. Yang satu kill 10, satu kill 9. Zona jalan.
Let's see if the smokes are going to grant them any favor, so it's just going to make it easier for Taipei to zero down their position.
Buta.
No more lethal utility available.
Buta lagi.
Flashes have been
Buta
thrown
lagi.
forward.
Part 2 guys ya.
Argentina rabbing on in,
Buta
continuing
lagi.
to lob the flashes on over
Wah,
Leo.
nggak bisa guys
First one to
kayaknya.
be found,
Argentina dah
Silson
kayaknya.
continues forward, no need to go for the flush. Now they
Terlalu
do,
empuk
as they find a
merekanya
little
ya.
bit of breathing
Malah
room here.
crack
Kills
semua.
for
Ya.
Argentina as well.
Cuma berapa hit doang kena.
Kecuali bisa
Anjing
ngebokong.
itu flash
dia,
banyak.
bisa ngebokong.
Berapa banyak anjing?
Dari Korea
ketahuan ya? Ah, ketahuan udah.
Flash lagi.
bokong.
Flash lagi. Reload.
Wah.
Ya, ente.
Ente bro.
Kenang 2 bro. Bro kenang 2 lu.
Susah, dia sendiri.
Ya enggak.
Ente.
Nice.
Weh, Bit.
Morbid.
Ya Allah, Bit.
Morbid.
Sama lagi.
Diam-diam lu Bit, gue liat.
Kan ini replay tuh. Nggak tahu.
Benar juga sih.
Replay ini.
Ini kayak replay tahun lalu lu main gitu ya?
Iya.
Coba Bit rambut tuh warnain
Anjing Covid sekarang gemukan ya.
Yang ada gue di ulti ya mau keluarga
Kewik
gue.
kan, ini yang Kewik toh.
Itu yang kayak yang kirinya kan?
Iya.
Kalau yang kanannya
Play lama
Covid
juga nih. Iya.
Yang kanan Morbid, yang kiri Kewik.
Kanannya lagi Covid sih. Masih maksa gue.
Maksa.
Tuh break lu ngerokok. Rokok dulu rokok.
Ini breaknya berapa lama sih?
Kemarin berapa 5 menit kan? Apa ini nggak break ya?
Gimana sih coach? Panitia.
Apa game ketiga baru break? Kemarin sih game kedua ya breaknya ya.
Sudah berubah dengan zaman dulu. Zaman dulu
Game
kayak
game
Orang
game
ini
bos.
semuanya tegak,
sekarang
berarti
benar-benar utilities dan granat
break dulu.
dulu nggak terlalu kepake kan.
Betul, Bang.
Granat tuh jarang banget dulu.
Yes,
Kalau
setuju
ngomongin
banget.
2018, 19 gitu.
Gue setuju juga sih, I mean,
Asik,
sebenarnya
isinya
high
live
ground
chat
juga belum tentu juga
PUBG
untuk
official
membuat
sih,
berani
coach
high
semua
ground.
ya.
Bisa jadi
Anjing.
high ground tersebut memberikan
Kenapa itu?
oke, semakin lo berada di high
Dia
ground,
ngomentarin
itu
caster,
menjadi
anjing.
terbuka,
Keren banget ya.
sehingga tim yang berada di lower ground
Kok
pun
kayak
juga
caster yang di
bisa
ini?
untuk
Iya,
nge-kill
lower
jauh
ground kalau dapat zona
mudah
lebih baik, kata dia.
dibandingkan teman-teman kita yang berada di high
Ralat
ground.
dong lu
Karena
caster, asik.
Orang-orang yang
High
berada di
ground
high
belum
ground
tentu
tuh
menguntungkan
harus
daripada lower ground,
nge-swing-nya tuh
kayak
lebih
gitu.
banyak dibandingkan teman-teman kita
dari
yang
high
lower
ground.
yang mungkin masih bisa
Itu
mengandalkan
ini gua
topografi
ngeliatin
yang naik turun. Dan ini
komen-komen,
dia
bro.
untuk tim dari Argentina.
Coach
Itu
kan,
untuk
pada
mendukung
coach semua
WCD,
nih.
dan ini dia untuk highlight
Mengerikan.
kita nih, Ray.
Yes.
Guys yang mau jadi coach
Mana
bisa ke
ini adalah
PUBG
peperangan
ID
di
official.
dalam smoke dari tim USA yang berhasil dipulangkan juga bersama dengan tim Turki yang lebih
PUBG
awal
OP Bolt nih.
berhasil dipulangkan ke arah lobby.
IGL siapa?
Dan memang
RDK
kita
dong.
lihat juga
Rido ya,
demi
berarti
setup
ya?
Ya kan gua bilang
diperlihatkan
tadi tuh.
oleh
Nice Rido
tim yang
nggak
bertanding
apa nggak call
di
ke situ.
match yang
Cuma nggak
ke-7
SPK
ini.
ada Koreanya
Gua
doang
bilang
tadi.
kayak mulai keluar nih setup dari
Timing
stand
untuk
granatnya.
ngelihat
Walaupun
Argentinanya
itu
nge-push
adalah
sudah pas sih.
setup yang menurut gua nggak sesimpel
Kalau
itu.
coachnya Daniel,
Stun-stun,
coachnya
kemudian
apa?
ada follow up.
Leadernya Daniel
Kayak
kemarin kan
Argentina
ini
tadi.
si F King Mas Pet.
Itu di lower ground udah ketahuan.
Oh.
Sebenarnya mereka bisa muncul
F King
begitu
nggak ada
saja. Cuman
masukan.
Argentina mereka nggak
Napking.
mau
Oh, dia
coba
pro
untuk
player
melakukan
sekarang.
fight polosan.
Betul.
Mereka punya utility
Emang
yang bisa dikeluarkan dan bisa dimanfaatkan dengan sangat baik dan betul saja.
Napking kan?
Korea nggak berkutik.
Napkin, napkin.
Argentina bener-bener setupnya matang banget.
Kalau napkin
Kayak
turu
mereka
dong.
sudah mempersiapkan
Iya.
itu dan ini dia untuk faktor tim kita di match yang ketujuh.
Ngopi tuh biar cerai. Wih, cerai nih.
Top 4 kita Argentina
Cerah.
15 trouble use dari smoke, granatnya bahkan lebih banyak 16 granat, 6 oli.
Iya, di sini ada coach
ini
dan
dia
analis
untuk
dari
Argentina sendiri
Morbid
pun
ya, debat tubuh ya.
16.000 untuk
bisa.
dari distance travel.
Sebenarnya
Ini gue lagi
Iya.
lagi nontonin analis yang ada di ini nih.
Berada di dalam rumah.
Ya ada di
Jadi
chatnya
juga Taipei
Pop
mungkin
Indo.
dari awal
Iya.
mereka sudah berada
Analisnya
di
sih
zona,
banyak ya.
sedangkan dari China.
Banyak banget
China
analisnya.
kenapa distance travelnya itu
aman
banyak
gua nggak
banget?
ada.
Dimanapun
resiko
musuh
rotasi
berada,
ya kena
mereka
merangkap.
coba untuk jadi third party
Ada,
itu
yes.
hebat banget sih dari tim China.
Aman-aman. Gua
Mereka
datang
Tadi
ya
parah-parah.
udah
di face mungkin agak
Ini
di
yang
akhir
bully bisa
mereka
main
masih
PUBG
komplit
PC,
satu
tanda
main,
tanya,
tapi
kata
pada akhirnya
Dinar,
mereka harus
asik.
ketemu dengan Taipei.
Stand
Dan,
up.
yap,
Anjing.
China begitu baik bermain untuk di
Yang
dua
yang
game
keren
kali
ya
ini.
tadi dong atas.
Dan
Nair
ya,
cuma
sudah
bisa
untuk
Nair cuma keren di
match
konten.
kita yang sebelumnya.
Kenapa di
Kita
kenapa di bawah-bawah? Nair kan kagak ikut
untuk
ya.
dari sisi
Nggak tahu,
analis,
gua itu gara-gara ini,
kita
gara-gara
bakal ngomong apa,
nyebut
Re?
apa Indo butuh Nair gitu
Oh,
toh.
iya, iya.
Analis
Analis.
kita.
Tadi ada yang nyebut, mungkin jawabin
Yes,
itu.
ini yang aku bilang tadi ya. Argentina
Nair cuma
menggunakan
keren di
utility
konten.
sebaik mungkin. Korea
Gila nih.
kayak bener-bener dibutakan tadi oleh beberapa
Kalau lu ngomong
flash
kita,
dan
iya.
granat maksudnya dan juga community
Tai
dan
lu di spreader pala lu mau.
tadi dari tim Korea
1
masih
kilometer
digunakan
mau.
oleh tim Korea karena
Tai.
bener-bener
Oh ini yang ngomong nih si Jais nih.
dan memang Argentina
Si
ini
Jais.
salah satu tim yang
Sebenarnya turu jago
walaupun
konten
mereka
doang,
jadi
asik
lower ground,
banget.
tapi mereka
Siap, Bang
bisa
Jais.
mengeksekusi pemain dari tim Taipei.
Siap,
Taipei
siap.
ini ragu banget sih. Oke.
Fred
Terima kasih.
gigi.
Terima kasih ya
Ya.
Riri ya.
Dan
Hikat tuh,
23
hikat.
poin kill.
Tuh, tim
Oleh
bawah yang lain udah
tim
udah panas,
Argentina,
Indonesia
13
masih
dari
turu.
skill dan
Nonton dari kemarin, bos.
10.
Betul banget, dengan dari Chinese Taipei.
Gak apa-apa,
kan, kan kalah dihina, menang dipuja kan.
Gua mau nanya, ah.
Yap. Indonesia
Harusnya
hanya
siapa?
Mendapatkan 1 poin saja, itu pun dari
Yang masuk.
kill yang dilakukan kalau nggak salah
Tim
dari TD.
nasional.
Dari sempat
Wih,
melakukan
kok Petra
kill
dong kalau kayak gitu mah jawabannya.
poinnya.
Asik.
Dan yap, ini dia untuk total
Suaranya
dari
emang
match
gitu guys, sekarang
leaderboard
enggak, dia
kedua.
lagi
Dan
cosplay jadi analis gitu
Indonesia
guys.
harus lebih semangat lagi, tapi kita tahu ini adalah Miramar. Memang cukup sulit pastinya
Yes.
untuk tim Indonesia untuk bisa berada di
Betul.
Miramar.
Karena kita tahu histori tim Indonesia di
Harusnya
Miramar
siapa
nggak
pasti?
Bagus.
Super Nair ya kan.
Amat nggak bagus.
Ya, kan dia
Di
bilangnya
setiap
bukan
PSI
super Nair.
bagus.
Oh iya deng bener.
Ya mau gimana lagi ya?
Ih, capek banget.
Kok gua enggak
Ini dia untuk leaderboard kita dari
Apa sih, Bit? Bit,
8.
kenapa sih lu, Bit?
Gua anjing.
Terus
13.
ke
Kan si
posisi
Jai ini
ke-13.
nginginanya ini Rian ya.
Karena tadi sih mereka bagus banget mainnya.
Sorry.
And
Rian
ya,
Pradana
ini dia
kan
total
maksudnya kan?
leaderboard. Wih, ada
Iya,
Kopet
mah bet.
juga
Iya.
ternyata.
Kalau Rian Pradana nggak apa-apa dah.
Halo, Kopet.
Make sense.
Kolom live chat kita, ayo tetap
Tuh,
dukung Indonesia,
tuh.
teman-teman
Ada orang
yang
tuh.
ada,
Tuh,
yang
ada orang
pada
tuh.
nonton, mungkin yang pada nobar.
Tai
Jadi,
anjing kalau dia.
Bang Gareth lagi nobar ya tadi ya.
Terus kalau udah nemu orang perang tuh diem anjing.
Oh muncul.
Diem, gue tungguin infonya kagak ada. Tato kenok. Karat ya.
Kalau misalnya
Kenapa nama gua disebut dah anjir gara-gara lu, Pet?
Itu dia untuk match kita
Oh,
yang
gua.
ke berapa ya?
Itu lu baca itu.
Kedua untuk
ya kalau
Kedua
yang dia
ini,
maksud
jadi
Rian
teman-teman
Pradana
semua
sih nggak
tetap
apa-apa ya.
dukung tim Indonesia,
Iya.
kita juga bakal
Nah.
Kita juga udah
bagiin
oke-oke aja ya.
support buat kalian. Jadi tetap dukung tim Indonesia yang lagi
Wah,
pada
nggak
nobar,
keluar
yang
rumah
lagi
Sweat,
pada
parah
nonton
lu.
di warnet mungkin juga
Ngedon kan,
di
ngedon.
e-sport juga
Lihat ada
banyak lah
centang.
ya.
YouTube.
Jadi kalian tetap dukung tim Indonesia.
Nggak balas
Kita
chat lu
harapkan
dia.
Indonesia masih bisa berjuang, apalagi ini masih ada 3 match berarti ya.
Yes.
Masih ada Miramar sekali dan juga
Anjing, gua
2
ngomporin
kali
lagi kan.
Angel Red.
Yes, dan
Apa tuh?
video untuk
Ikut
match kita
role play,
kedua,
role play.
kita bakalan break dulu teman-teman semua untuk
lagi.
mempersiapkan match hari yang kedua ini. Jadi,
Batu.
Baru mau join
jangan
the
kemana-mana,
party.
tetap di PUBG
Orangnya udah nggak ada tuh.
2022.
Nih, gua jawab apa? Gua jawabin gini dah ke Okto. Sabar.
Mampus ya, Bro.
RP-in aja ya, Tok. Itu tadi, Tok.
Masuk BNC,
Itu
jangan
tadi,
lupa,
Tok.
ya.
Ngisi deh, Tok. Itu tadi, Tok.
Asik.
Itu yang mana nggak tahu.
Ayo Rian Prakasa anjing, Rian Prakasa. Kan nggak ikut ya, Pak.
Orang mau pensi aja dibawa-bawa masih ya.
Nggak tenang banget hidupnya kayaknya.
Iya.
Nah tuh, betul tuh yang dibilang tuh wajar tim Indo nggak perform soalnya minim kompetitif PUBG PC Indo. Bukan PUBG PC-nya. Bukan playernya. Turnamennya. Lagi minim.
Coba kalau rame lagi kan.
Kalau rame lagi, wah lagi pasti kayak dulu.
Lumayan kan di invite.
Kompetitornya bang, kompetitor bang. Halo, tes.
Kenapa sih bang? Ini kalau rame lagi kita pun nyaman, smile bro. Para pro player smile ya kan, banyak kompetisi ya kan. Kita smile, streamer juga kan.
Streamernya juga.
Kita rela ngejablay kok. Hari ini cuma 5 match beat.
Satu hari 5.
Ya, satu hari.
Terus 5 match
Terusnya
per
Battle
hari.
Royale sendiri ya. Iya.
Masih Miramar beat ini beat kan 3 Miramar 2 Angel.
Oh ya berarti. Oh berarti 5 satu hari.
5.
Iya, maksud gua. Besok tuh berarti match 11 sama match 12,
Ya, orang
13 Erangel. Enggak maksud gua 2 hari
kali,
itu 5
Miramar 2 kali.
map yang sama. Ya.
Tapi emang hitungannya gitu sih, Bit. Lu yang ngaco hitungannya.
Iya. Dari
biarin
kemarin
aja.
sih udah kita
Nggak, gua
obrolin
kira-
deh, Tok.
Ya gua
Berarti
kira
besok
kemarin
Miramar
tuh
3 gitu kan. Gua udah
2 Erangel, 3 Miramar. Kan ngantuk kemarin bro, maaf.
Iya, masih ya nyawa nggak tahu di mana kemarin ya, Bit.
Iya.
Itu apa tuh? Aduh, pesan
Ya
dihapus.
dihapus.
Gua lagi baca itu pesan.
Batir. Oke, sekalian mau dilihat roleplay dulu nih. Roleplay coach.
Tuh itu Kang Agus lagi coach tuh.
Kata Kang Agus sih bukan jago apa enggak,
Bukan
tapi
jago apa
strategi
enggak,
ya.
bot.
Tadi udah turun
Bor.
di center,
Oh,
gua
bor.
kira berani fight nyari poin tapi malah main safe. Asik. Kata si kejebak deh 2 kali hari ini gitu terus. Kemarin bisa kill 7. Bisa kok kill 7. Iya, lu nggak tahu kan kill 7 kayak mana.
Kita
Kelats,
senang
anjing.
banget udah bisa jadi bagian di Predator
Mereka tuh
Show
nggak tahu
36
betapa
hours.
sakitnya tuh
Kesempatan kali ini
Pro player itu lu meleng.
Sangat dia sayangkan aja sih
Sampe,
menurutku pribadi, umur masih sangat muda udah pensi dini.
Kita juga nggak nyangka
Hah.
awalnya.
Lu kira jalan duitnya di sini.
realitas aja ya.
Realistis,
Lu kira
realistis.
Lu kira cair tuh. Lu kira cair.
Pensiun dini itu bukan masalah performa yang turun ya kawan ya.
Dan dia nggak tahu permasalahan Rian pensiun tuh apa tuh, dia nggak tahu tuh.
Karena tidak tertutup aja sebenarnya ya.
Sama orang tua juga satu kan.
Iya, itu kan awalnya kan
Iya.
Ayah.
yang lagi di
Apa nih
Taiwan
TP nih nggak ada nih TP.
Iya.
Skip.
Saya di Hong Kong Mas, di Hong Kong.
Iya, yang pas lagi di Hong Kong. Kan gara-gara itu.
Karma itu berlaku ya buat tim-tim yang ngeprank aku.
Mereka mah cuma taunya ini doang.
Cooking Kang bro.
Siapa sih nih?
Apa sih itu yang selalu nyari slot itu ya kalau ini ya?
Kok gua udah duluan sih guys? Lu ngomongin etep kan tadi? Etep.
Lu kali 2 berarti, kali 2 dulu lah.
Bangun. Thank you sudah rejoin kawan.
Kok beda game? Kok beda game?
Iya, beda game gue liat tadi.
Kok ada beda game tadi?
Apa?
Saingan atau
Iklan kompetitor bro.
iya, saingannya tadi.
Keren nih laptop guys. Keren. Bismillah. Dapat 1.
Wah, nggak bisa nih, nggak ada di brief.
Ngomong doang, dari mana lu dapet?
Iya,
Kayak hukuman dong. Acer Nitro 5 best gaming laptop. Fire aja.
Fire. Tai.
Sampah.
Itu nggak dibaca pet yang enemy.
Mana enemy?
Itu laptop idaman saya sih, meskipun nggak dapat undian dari PUBG tapi tetap nabung buat beli sih.
Wah, kurang hashtag dia. Kurang hashtag ya kan.
Kurang hashtagnya.
Gak ada itu Mico.
Nonton yang gitu juga tuh. Iya nonton tuh. Nonton kita aman-aman nih. Jadi kita suaranya Indo, tapi nontonnya Twitch guys.
Anjing, Kang Agus diomelin sama Aldi Cahyo. Diomelin sama Cahyo Kang Agus.
Kalau paling dibandingin jadi buat om.
Mana Kang Agus emang komen apa?
Bagus Aldi.
Kang Agus, ini home-nya Kang Agus.
Tai. Rian live ngebit live.
Itu betul.
Ini mau dia.
Live. Bang Rian live.
Ngeri sama penghujat Indo, jarinya enteng banget, dikira narik mouse kayak balikin tangan. Nggak tahu aja narik mouse sampai keluar mousepad.
Dia belum pernah ngerasain ketemu orang dikit pala doang udah mati anjing.
Ruli batu-batu tumpah. Ruli batu-batu. Tai. Mousepad kan beda.
Kata mousepad
batu. Ruli tai.
Pulang.
Dia ngejilat bawa nama orang anjing. Kira-kira jagoan siapa tuh selain Indo? Kemarin sih UK ya, gara-gara kita based on realistis aja. Karena mimpin mulu. Tapi sekarang gila bro semuanya bro.
Live di mana? Di ini. Di Instagram dia. Ada. Coba cek dah. Instagramnya ada. Rian Prakasa.
Ini dari tadi si Derry ngeceknya bagus-bagus sih. Bagus. Sekarang udah jarang turnamennya, ditambah playernya makin sepi, susah cari bibit unggul.
Orangnya jujur itu aja guys.
Makanya bibit unggulnya nggak kelihatan. Sebenarnya banyak bibit unggulnya.
Coba, gue pengen ngechat di sini boleh nggak? Ya namanya mati lu kontol ada. Kita kan sering ketemu.
Iya
kenal kan?
Iya bener ya.
Gua kenal orangnya.
Mana orangnya?
Orangnya lagi nonton nggak?
Maksudnya?
Kenapa nick lu itu?
Ada orang Indo juga gitu.
Selalu ketemu soalnya kan, selalu kelihatan di kanan.
Nggak, sebenarnya orang-orang yang di akun-akun yang bunuh-bunuh itu gua setengahnya tahu. Tapi ya Indo ya pokoknya dah.
So kenal lagi-lagi so kenal.
Emang kenal bro. Warah.
Kenapa itu ngejawabnya kayak ragu-ragu gitu tadi tuh?
Sama ini Ustadz.
Namanya
itu temennya kan.
Temennya Ustadz.
Satu tim dah kayak itu.
Iya, satu tim tiap kalau ketemu.
One more easy way to earn a voting coupon is to simply visit the in-game event tab. Click the join event.
Ada bangsat apapun mereka bilang. Kayak lagu siapa ya?
If you want to grab some bonus EP, Make sure to check that
Apapun
your Kraken
mereka
account is
bilang,
connected to Twitch.
tekadku
Simply watch
takkan
matches on
padam.
Twitch will earn you EP drops.
Ini teman-teman
Jalanku
kenapa nih?
masih
Twitch
panjang.
channels is another method for free EP.
Guys, sekarang lagi naik ya?
Video puts you up against randomly selected
Ya itu
players.
babangsat,
Choose
ngebaca
the
chat
one
babangsat
you think will
toh.
perform best in the
Iya.
next match.
Dibaca aja.
Enter your picks and
Gua
watch
liat
your
kayak
score
ini kayak lagu
grow as the
siapa
match
ya?
goes on. If your points
Berarti
move out
babangsat
the
yang
other
lagi
team,
naik.
Gedein suara yang
you'll earn some
suara
EP.
lain.
A
Udah
new book and
gede,
board game
Bang.
starts each match. So play often,
Mau
win
gedein
more. The Nations Cup Fantasy
berapa
League is a
lagi
new way
ini?
to earn PNC
Fatin siapa?
gear. To play, sign in to Twire
Fatin Razri.
to build your own team and earn points as your roster.
Adil,
Guys,
Adil.
guys,
Adil.
di Twitch udah 10 detik, guys.
Top 10 players in the fantasy
Oh,
league
iya.
will be awarded.
Ya.
Iya, iya.
Oh iya. Welcome back.
Padahal
Masih kayak
gue
sana
lagi enak-enak baca-baca chatnya loh.
Udah cukup
nggak ada,
analis itu.
Biasanya abis match baru pada analis semua.
Apalagi kalau Indo tiba-tiba keculik atau tusun atau
Nah,
mati duluan tuh. Nah, baru tuh.
Anjing
Morbid
chatnya.
barangnya lagi bagus, babi.
Iya,
Lu.
Bit yang
Udah.
paling baru Bit chatnya. Gelap banget. Gelap banget anjing.
Bahaya sih anak-anak.
Kerlambang anjing banget.
Iya, gelap banget. Gue mau baca nggak enak ya.
Nyanyi lu. Ngechat di live chat nyanyi. Memang pamungkas nih. Pemain bola.
Welcome back, everyone, to the PUBG Nations Cup 2020. It's
gelap,
October,
gelap.
joined by Paperthin and Paper. We have just seen two
belum.
absolutely insane Miramar games.
Diulang lagi di gua bangsat dah.
Those were
I was losing my mind. I was absolutely losing my mind in the back. I mean, particularly watching Japan, like, starting to kind of come into their own, starting to feel
Blah, blah,
themselves.
blah.
Masih caster, aman-aman. Kita bacain RP live chat dulu, bro. Seru-seru.
That's what we really want to see.
Gua pengen kencing, guys. Kalian baca RP live chat aja ya.
Both Japan, Taipei, and Argentina, three teams that struggled yesterday, had really good games this past one, but they were all hard-fought wins. I mean, Japan
Gila, lagi ya
away
sila
through
tuh.
multiple teams,
Dan
and
juga
Argentina,
Tai.
I think that compound for as long as they did, and then come out victorious at the end with the uphill fight as well. And for Taipei to clear out their entire side of La Bandida, two very, very impressive games.
I was really happy. One thing I really liked about Argentina was how they got active on the map, right? They weren't just sitting in that compound. You'll see this a lot of times with some teams where they feel like the pressure of the moment. Yeah. We've got this compound. No, they were getting active on the map. They were going for kills. Whereas I would say the opposite about Korea. I thought they were a little bit too fast.
Exactly. Let's wait no more. Let's hop back into it. Match number 3 of the day, Miramar. Here we go.
Turun kah? Turun.
Udah kah?
Turun.
All right, let's do it. Planes up. Last Miramar of the day.
Oh, ya udah
And
dulu.
a fair
Bye-bye
plane.
live chat Indo.
45-degree angle. Yeah, these are the ones that, you know, players and people like. But me, I'm like, but it couldn't go like way
had
more.
those already.
Screen.
I like how we
Denger ya, Tol.
Denger ya, Tol. First one, terrible down south. Second one, pretty much just straight down the middle.
Indo
Doable, but
mana
no
lagi nih?
tricky as well. This
Dari
one,
atas, main atas berarti.
Cemilan match ke-8 guys ya.
we know what happens, Fabian.
Temanya sekarang takoyaki guys.
Good playing paths
I mean,
come
cemilan berat ya.
So
Iya,
I'm
Indo
very
main atas.
curious to see where the first one is going to take us.
Ketemu
Yeah,
Jepang,
I mean,
ada
I tried
Brazil,
to
Jepang,
consume as
Brazil.
much coffee as humanly possible before this match to try to generate some bad circles. We'll see if we can
Atas
get
nih, Bit,
one. But
atas San
the
Thailand
thing
Martin.
about
juga di
Miramar
atas.
is that it can
Jepang, Thailand,
cause
apa tuh?
bad circles.
Anak
Mereka San Martin
Doesn't
apa?
matter
San
on the
Martin
map.
lagi ya?
San Martin
Right
emang.
in the middle of the map, you're like, oh, that's fine. And
Kayak
you're like,
kemarin.
well, actually, it's not, because there's like a mountain in here that's just awful.
Exactly. The previous two matches
2
have
jam lagi
Tapi mereka
pasti
keculik
habis
kalau
ya.
kemarin.
very early
Dikit
games.
jajanan
and
juga
a
di
whole
rumah
lot
nih.
of commotion.
Kemarin si
Lebaran.
Rido yang keculik ya, San Martin.
Menculik
Jepang.
Iya, si Rido lagi
This is what
Sama
I
Seva
mean, you can
seingat
get a
gua.
win, you can get it in many different ways. The ones
Tuh,
that
Thailand,
come to
Jepang,
you kind of
pada ngedekat
spoon-fed
semua dah itu dah.
usually don't necessarily convert into momentum going your way. But for this one, for them, and well, there's your coffee paper. Thin.
Ya,
Thank you
area
so much.
kematian, guys.
For this going the way for them. It did to come up victorious in a hard-fought entry.
Sumpah, UK jauh banget tuh UK.
Mana setengahnya air lagi?
UK masih parasutan
I'm
toh.
with you on that. It's awesome.
Ngeliat area, wah tai areanya.
Putar balik
now
ya.
you need to kind of learn from what went well in those last games, which is taking good fights at the right times, covering each other, Argentina being active on the map at the right moments, finding those right moments to do those third parties.
Kalau di turnamen gini lootingannya ditambah dikit ya atau enggak ya?
And a lot of it was on the back of maneuvers
Sama
like
kayak
this.
ranked.
They're getting active on the map. They realize
kan udah
the
kali
fight's
2.
not happening
Sama,
between
turnamen
Korea
juga
and
kali 2
Argentina.
mentok.
So let's go over there.
Anjing,
kayak gitu anjir.
Keren banget ternyata.
China that
Lagi loncat, bro.
Sekeren itu ternyata tadi ya.
Kira nembak badan doang lo tadi yang itu.
They got 4-0 by Japan.
Kayak gue
Of
gitu
all
Emil.
teams, I mean, Japan
Anjir.
was on another
Ming
level
ngeri juga nih,
from
Ming.
mid to end game here.
Bagus juga mereka bikin highlight toh.
Taipei and China at the
Oh iya,
same
harusnya
time.
gitu ya.
They beat
Ripke!
China and Runa
Bikin
also
highlight gitu,
got
Ki.
1v4's Taipei. This happens at the same
Langsung
time.
dibebanin ke
I mean,
Ripke.
Japan that game phenomenal to see. Again, I called them
Kalau ada yang
yesterday.
keren
The
tuh
more
gitu loh,
passive
slow-mo,
region, but this time
slow-mo.
round aggressive. And look at the kill it is
Dah,
up there. Pretty
dah.
much
Oh,
Morbid.
morbid.
What we've seen in this tournament so far.
Keren banget sih
Yeah,
dia
and
Obit
this is
nih.
excellent to see for
Ngeri.
a lot of these regions in different
Yes.
ways. Of course,
Hashtag 1 bro,
Argentina,
morbid bro.
Japan,
Di
and
match 7.
Chinese Taipei have been struggling so far. China, an expected
Anjir, ini Jepang
favorite
mukanya
for this
bener-bener
event,
Yakuza
hasn't
banget ya.
really been able to find their form. That last game was everything
gitu,
they're doing
Bang.
was quintessential China. Early on, they
Nggak,
take
maksudnya
that
tuh kayak
third-party fight
bener-bener
at the perfect
kayak
moment to
Karna
strike
Jepang
between
banget.
Turkey and
Itu kalau
America,
dibuka tato,
and
Bet.
then they just kind of
Anjay.
rotate around. And the way I described it to Matchroom backstage was I was like, China's kind of playing like hawks or eagles. They're flying around in the air. They're waiting for their moment to dive and strike. That's what makes them
Argentina
so
nyari
scary.
posisi udah di bawah kan nih seharusnya tempatnya.
Oh, ini takoyakinya isinya
They are, if not,
isi bakso,
you know
guys.
what they are.
Yo,
They're the
elah.
most terrifying team to go up against. No
Takoyaki
doubt
lokal
about it.
itu toh.
Teams starting to make the
Lokal,
rotation. You
anjing.
saw it. We're going far down south. I like this circle for
Isinya
multiple
bakso,
reasons. One
sosis.
Ketemu
being
Jerman nih.
that we're
Sama, di sini
very
juga ada
early
sosis,
forcing teams to
takoyaki
play a
sosis
much
ada.
Ya kalau
better
di sini
space
lebih ke
than
sosis
what
ya,
the
nggak bakso
circle
ya.
itself
Iya.
actually provides. Obviously,
Bakso
water
belum
will
ada,
be
gua
around
nemu.
there, but Lost
Lu tau
Leos
nggak
up north to
kepiting
create
yang
a
di
massive
roll?
kind of funnel on both
Oh,
the
tahu,
east
tahu,
and
tahu.
Kepiting
the
kepitingan.
west
Itu kan?
teams.
Ah.
Yes, they hard commit to it.
Iya,
They pass on through, and then the hop back
Wah,
over
dapat
to
satu.
Argentina. They themselves got gate kept on game one, day
Begal,
one
bro,
by
Jermannya.
Germany over on Erangel. Now,
Wah, nggak
they're the
keintan
ones
dong.
saying, oh guys, you waited for us in military? We'll wait for you here. Finds the first
Dijaga
knock,
itu.
doesn't seem like they want to commit more to it, though, as I say that.
Oh, I was
Ya, nggak
hoping,
kalau Endong.
that Martin Town would pop somebody with that M24, but right now,
Harusnya kejaga
still
ya.
been able to get away. Germany looking to
Kejaga
try to
itu.
get the recovery. Argentina
Oh, iya,
still
kejaga.
seeing if they can find some kind of angle to keep Micah down, and they know where he's at, but it seems like there's just enough of that rock in between him and Argentina.
Jerman bawa mulu, kasihan. Iya kemarin lawan Indo juga rata mereka, guys. Kebetulan. Jerman lagi yang rata ya.
So they'll stick around where they are. Payne's trying to apply as much suppressive fire as he possibly can to them. Hopefully get down the hillside and get Micah back on his
naik
feet.
mobil
I must
pas
admit,
selamat.
that is at this point looking
Lagi naik
rather
mobil ke
impossible.
temannya.
Yeah, I mean, you can make this a battle of attrition in a way, right? And I don't mean that in the normal, like, you're just going to trade kill for kill. I mean, just delay this.
Guys,
fight.
habis
That's
ini
a
lanjut
huge
apa?
shot from Martinson with
Turu.
that M24. And that is a 3x scope on it as well.
Don
So
dua,
that's
don
a
dua.
heck of a shot from that
Ngapus
range.
ya
Now
harusnya ya.
that res, very doable.
Guys,
since
habis
it's a
nonton ini
compound
Turu
right there.
apa
But now this
main, guys?
opens up the door for Silzen because there's only one gun left in Germany's hands.
Yesterday it was
Kalau
the
main
passive
gua
Argentina we saw
kebanyakan
today.
ya.
They have taken
Kebanyakan.
charge. They have dared to go out and make moves. We didn't see them at least
Gua
even
sih ngikut
attempt
kalau
to play
anak-anak main gua.
this one as well. Finally,
Gua
saying like
kayaknya
you saw them. Silson wanted to go up there,
Yeah,
but
you
someone saying
skip.
Silson, no. Let's.
bleed
I mean,
out.
Kayaknya gua main NBA aja deh.
there's still another
Nggak live
25
streaming.
minutes left
Oke,
for this
berarti
game. Let's
skip
not
kita.
do anything foolish.
Nggak
They
live
hop
streaming,
back.
Dok.
Soalnya
They
gua
got
capek
themselves
hari
the
ini, cuy.
first kill. They might not get the second.
Gua ngerasa
full
lagi
nobar.
capek banget hari ini.
Bangsat.
Makanya pengen nyantai aja dah.
Are the
Masih
best
batu.
kills
Hari ini
in
nggak
the
Thank you,
game.
Bang.
We want to see.
The chair
Besok
on the
baru
back.
ini.
I think the chair on the back of the bus.
Besok gimana besok? Kelar nonton kita main.
Like
Besok
when,
malam Minggu.
when Argentina was angry
Oh, nggak
to
bisa
maybe
gua.
make that move, I thought it could be a potential good decision if they
Lu
could
belum
win that
apa-apa
fight.
udah
Bisa
nggak
deh,
bisa
bisa,
gua
bisa,
aja nih.
bisa, bisa.
Back off, and
Enggak,
USA,
gua
I think
kira
they
besok
saw
gua
Brazil. I
turnamen.
think they saw Brazil up ahead.
Siang ternyata
I
turnamen.
mean, it's
Main
it
gas-
looks like it
gas
should
aja
be
lu.
hidden, but
Halah,
you
bro.
know, this might have been something they saw in
Siang-siang
scrims or
gua
saw in some kind of
ingetnya
video
malam.
review.
They're sitting uphill as
Mau
well.
besok
Brazil did
habis
everything they
gas ya.
could.
Gua sampai jam
Okay,
1.
they didn't prone behind the car. chaos, I suppose, but they were being very
Ya
stealthy. They
sama
even
aja sih,
parked
toh
the
ini kan
cars
keluar jam
behind the
10.
house to make
Iya.
sure
Ya,
that nothing was
Cuman
given
lebih
away, and
start
yet
lebih dikit doang lu.
the spider sense is single
Nggak
enough
jauh beda
for
lah toh
USA to
dengan
be able
jam
to dodge that one.
kayak biasa main.
That's one that to me feels
Oke lah,
like
nggak
they
apa-apa ya.
saw something in VOD review that was going to
Ya
reveal
paling lama
that
dikendorin jam 2 lah karena malam minggu kok. Bisa.
they too
But Brazil
are
is
gonna,
moving.
well, they don't mean to. I know
Yeah,
Brazil actually that trap was solely for the USA, and now Finland is hot on their heels. So Haven in a very awkward position because the rest of Brazil is so far
Wah.
informed.
Mirado's
Ini
chasing down the
terwakau nih.
pickup truck. I'm seeing the turnaround though
Nggak mobilnya
instantly.
jalan, gua kira
Finland
sembunyi.
do not know what they're coming into here. Is it just one guy lurking up there?
Takut aja
All his
bawa
teammates
rombongan
right around
haji.
the corner waiting. Don't risk it. Don't go
Brazil
in.
ini
Finland langsung nunggu temannya. Ngerem nunggu temannya semua.
Rotate with you,
Iya.
and now Corexi can spearhead this one
kursor,
further forward. But him breaking up has allowed for Haven to get away from that.
Yeah, this is going to be a pretty interesting kind of little mini battle. Like it's almost like a horse race, kind of jockeying for position down here between Brazil, USA, and Finland. Everybody wants to get as
jalan mana
far
Parigi mana ya,
into
sini
the
jalan
middle
mana
of this,
Parigi.
down that bottom road as they can. Kind of like the old Navi strat, right? They used to just drive down that bottom road and then just play top
Rido
or
manjat
bottom
di
to
ini
top,
dia.
the rest of
Manjat
the
yang
game.
gedung nggak bisa dinaikin.
On a map like this, it's incredibly OP.
Kalau kena susah ya, Dok ya. Temen lu ya, nge-revive ya, Dok ya.
I mean, you can play backs free, you can focus on your only
Sama
one
kayak
aim to
kalau
be
manjat
forward.
yang
It makes
gedung-gedung
scary players that much
nggak
more
jadi itu
scary
loh.
knowing that
Kontrus
their
Bot
angle
pelor
that
di
they
bawah
have to cover
252.
is smaller, they will see you
250.
more often and get those kills more.
Yeah,
Kalau hijau.
exactly. It is amazing. I mean, just the caliber of player in this.
Biasanya
spot,
300
what
kan
you
harusnya
have
ya.
to be aware of, what you have to be thinking about.
Atau
Like,
berapa gitu?
yeah, if Finland
Nggak tahu,
now
maksud
is
gua kan
you
di
know, speaking of
turnamen
kind of these
bawa
jockeying
banyak
for
juga, berarti
rotations,
nggak salah
they've
dong gua bawa
gone
banyak.
around the USA,
Betul
Indonesia,
banget,
trying to do
Egy,
what
pasti
you were
nggak salah
talking
lah.
about a little bit earlier, where there's kind of only two ways
Bebas
to get
lah,
around
mau
Luciano.
500
They're
lu
gonna
bawa
go
juga nggak
on the
salah.
western side. There's
Kan
plenty
lu
of
yang
space
bawa.
until they get to China, who loves to play. The Chinese
Agak
folks love to play.
Tapi sering diprotes sama temen-temen gua tuh masalahnya.
Karena kalau nitip barang susah,
We have
Egy.
all the players. I mean, with the exception of Thailand, Japan, UK,
Kan
was still
tinggal
making
di-drop
their way
toh.
down south. All these players, look at that.
Kan biasanya
First time
pengantarnya
it
begini.
goes for the
Guys,
second
di
time
gua ada
around.
kali 6 ya, gua nggak bisa bawa.
The free fire through the
Ditanya Pele
narrowest
berapa?
angle in the window.
280
Knows he was gonna peek out,
anjing.
jump straight into a bullet of his
380.
own, and now USA and Finland,
nggak pernah
they
nyampe
did
segitu.
everything they could unintentionally to avoid one another, but now it's at the same combat. USA
Paling
again
banyak
fighting early.
gua
Well, this is pretty funny
230.
because this is like Brazil
Kan
reaping
udah
the
sekarang.
rewards of that early gate
Dulu kan
camp
nggak tahu.
action. Now there's sharp shot way out in the
1003.
distance. Corexi gets a little bit of damage initially here. Finland sort of a
Kayak
fighting
permen.
retreat to try to kind of
1003.
backfill towards the
US
like
perang
the crates and the
sama
other things that are on the
Finland.
backside of this warehouse. As you know, Diggory's a bit stuck here.
Bisa lah,
though, a bit
US
unsure
lah,
what
doang ya,
the escape
kan.
plan is going to be.
You would think Finland's aware that it's a 4v3 issue being here, that they need to commit to it early to kind of take advantage of that. You can see in the minimap now, Sharpshot is coming in, and you do have Turkey on the other side, very close, could easily end up playing a factor. We'll see now how things are going to develop. I don't
Kena
think
dong
there's
itu.
a way
Sekarat
out for
langsung.
neither Finland or USA here
Memang
without
udah sekarat.
Dari tadi sih.
They have to fight.
Betulan.
It has to happen. And I like the USA's
tadi
initial
bukannya sempat
maneuver
ngehil
to
ya?
try to go under the hill, to try to
Enggak.
wrap around and get
Dia
a flank.
lari.
Jalan.
Got a little bit of damage. It forced a bad reposition out of Finland.
Issue is you're seeing Seoul already now, both Seoul and Loki shooting down towards
Indo
USA.
mana?
So
Indo
as
udah
much as they
rotate
want
lagi
to wrap
tuh.
south around, they get
Mendekat.
shot at as
Gerak
soon as
lagi
they
Indo.
make the raid down the ridge line. Has
Bakalan
to fall back
ditembak
news
China.
like,
Wadah, makin. Woi, sonanya apa sih bos ini bos?
Thought phase 1 had water, here we
Apa
have
sih
phase
ini?
2.
Kok nggak ngeliat
This
Indo di dalam
is
circle?
Di luar
absolutely
sekarang.
Itu di atas.
Itu bro, di atas bro. Wah.
Di luar
Canada
yang
watching
putih
UK
tadi.
rotations, doing a decent damage
Ini
to
UK
Beckman.
sama Kanada.
Beckman
Indo
has the hard
bisa
top Morado,
culik-culik
so
nih
a little
dari
bit extra
atas.
cover. Got him down to 20. Meanwhile,
Don
Flood
dua,
and
Don
Mount
dua.
Rush
Oh,
gonna
satu.
trade blows there. Tickleton there to save Flood's life. The rest of Chinese Taipei trying to roll in here, but they're a bit late to this party.
And it's Australia again calling the bluffs. They're pulling up. Taipei was there early. They sat there waiting. They were scouting forward. Australia goes, there's no way there's more than one guy here. Pull up. Yes, they get one knock, but there are two there to take the fight. Issue is Taipei is now coming back to
Ah,
but
digangguin
Vietnam from the other side denying them the opportunity to go help their fallen teammates.
Mending
Now,
song
this is
kau.
Taipei to me feeling like they got caught in
Apa?
a bad spot initially,
Xavier
and
itu
then
dari
the play
Taipei.
calling was
Beda,
confused
beda
on how
Xavier.
exactly they
Beda
wanted to
Xavier.
either
Beda.
back up their fallen comrade and
Xavier ada
Mount
dua,
Rush.
satu
This
Malay.
fight actually broke off. I cannot believe this. I thought for sure that these two teams were
Makanya
just gonna,
Xavier yang Malay
duke it
buat
out inside
nicknya
of that warehouse.
Xavier MY.
So, but I think it had to do with the circle going that far south. I mean, that
Yeah.
compound, we've seen so many games.
Trot,
there
trot,
was
trot.
that warehouse area, at
Trot,
least initially.
Trot.
And
Trot.
really sitting in that, being able to backfill
Daniel.
late game, get
Ada
involved
UK
with it.
tuh.
Once they
Wah,
see that circle
ya.
go hard away,
Iya.
compound,
Waduh,
they go
UK.
No.
deket banget.
Untung ngelihat.
No reason to
Untung
think
cuma
about
tiga
that.
enam.
Coming up there, we saw United Kingdom and Indonesia
Dika yang
getting
kena
close to
bom.
one
Yo,
another.
kita lihat
They're
adu
still
bom, adu
outside
bom.
the circle here.
Adu bom
And
belum
Indonesia
siapa,
has
guys,
a
ya.
decision to make. Do we go up and help?
Iya.
This thing is
Damage,
somehow
damage.
heal.
Nice.
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 And still over half HP up.
Yeah, had a great time.
Di kill steal sih
Ngedekat,
ternyata ya.
ngedekat.
Knew that he might
Ayo,
have
Bang,
an
Bang.
opportunity with a follow-up. Leo
Belum
here.
beres,
getting
Bang.
into it.
Brazil
They're just
menang
wiped out
lagi,
instantly by
anjing.
Brazil. So
Eh,
Chinese
bro, tolong lah,
Taipei,
udah keluar.
fighting to
Finish.
more
Udah,
finish into an early exit.
The help was there. I mean, you had both VHC and Sparking come up, then they get the flush, they
Tinggal
back
nahan
off, go away.
Indonya.
But now
Kan
because
jauh
Asian
ya,
went
tinggal
down,
lagi ya tadi
VHC
ya,
has to
UK-nya.
recommit to try and get the rest up here. I want to see Japan aggress on this. They have to make the play. They have to knock. They know there's one down the smoke.
Gendong.
Now, so they know that
Mau
the rest
digendong
hasn't
gitu.
been committed to just
Iya.
yet. I want to see them aggress. The issue
Oh,
is
dapat
they
lagi.
heard the fire.
Nice
They heard
one.
commotion north of them, and they
Down
know
satu,
if we
down satu,
start
push,
aggressing
push.
this way,
Pasti
we
gitu
could
kan.
put trouble of our own.
It would
Rocket
surprise me to
sih,
see
Down satu
Japan
push, down
commit
satu
to
push.
it. Not
Bro,
just
capek
because
gua
it
ngunyah,
may
anjing.
be dangerous, but just the nature of that team. They
Please
typically
Kanada
don't
tar
do
dulu
that
ya.
thing, so,
Asik.
wow,
Nah, ini
SB
kecuali.
getting a really
Wah,
good
itu
shot
kalau
on the
Barbie
ball.
sih gua lindes kalian
Just
tuh.
gonna drive on
Tai.
back, actually sparking from Brazil.
Kemarin
who
tuh mau
has
lu
the angle
tabrak di batu,
towards the
setan.
road. Correctly
Iya,
gonna be
Cok.
driving up there with Diggory in the car with him. Sparking gets a pretty good opportunity here to get a good spray with the barrel. The initial shot's not so good, but now there's even more teams in the way for
Iya,
Finland.
banyak.
Up there, they're in trouble.
Kelar.
Udah dah. Sulit di tengah-tengah.
And Rexy is having problems. Mexi is in the water south of
Topik Emi
USA,
sih ngeri ya.
so it's not
Tapi
like the
aimnya,
remaining countries
aduh,
have an easier
Tede.
time here. Teddy does go down as Ming
No.
Ming comes on in right now.
Aduh, lubang
Did
kematian.
not expect that one, and Bond gets a freebie.
Oh,
Mobilnya
man. I mean,
nyungsep.
it's pretty funny here.
Oh,
Indonesia
nil, nil,
nil. Menang,
trying to
Alal, menang, Al.
isolate
Please,
battles
please,
here,
menang,
maybe
Al.
I think unintentionally against the UK. Now, there are some reinforcements. You can see them at the top part of your map that are trying to get the help Bard up and running.
menang, Al.
But Bard is
Oke,
so
reload.
good on his
Oke,
own. He's
reload.
been so
Bisa
good so
cuma
far.
mini senjata
Nice,
lu.
nice,
But now he's
nice.
under
Iya.
pressure.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yep, the
Masuk,
help
masuk,
comes,
masuk.
but the
Bang,
help
bang, bang.
came too
Layar, bang,
late.
layar.
They are gonna go in, and then once again, we shift water
Weh, UK
side.
nabrak lagi,
What
Ya,
the
Teddy.
instant,
Bro.
Iya, itu di
ever had
instant.
triple back-to-back
Di
southern
instant, di
games
instant.
like this. T-Bone, hello.
You just haven't casted with me in a while.
Aduh, Cinanya maju.
Needs to cast more often.
Aduh, Cinanya maju. Argentina juga, Korea juga maju.
Wah, rame dah.
Indonesia di tengah
Bro.
banget.
Rame, rame.
Well, this is
Cabut,
this
cabut,
is
cabut, cabut, cabut.
Nggak bisa
juga ya.
quite some time. They
Aduh.
Wala, ente
from
bro.
Korea as well. Just has an
Korea
absolute
anjing
cannon of
ya.
an arm there, gets it
bro.
up into range and does a ton of damage.
Itu
Kayaknya
dimasukin dua tim dulu, Bang.
Kayaknya yang ngacir.
Mampus lu.
Rata juga, anjing.
Rata juga, anjing.
As good as they were on Erangel, struggling to even get a
Ente
football
lagi,
here.
bro. Indo, bro.
I mean, this
Dapat
is,
kill berapa? Dua ya? Oh,
You know,
dua ya.
a really good circle for Korea in a lot of ways.
Gimana ceritanya turnamen ada red zone,
Circle has
anjing?
to leave as much water as possible, which means Korea's central location is going to be there for probably at least 2 more circles.
Let's see now Vietnam regrouping, rotating again. Don't
Teori red zone ada orang itu dari
together,
pet,
group
dari
up,
bom
make
itu,
the run
Pet.
on forward. I'm loving the change of play
Kan
style
ngebom
that
nggak
we've
mungkin
seen
nggak ada
in
orang,
Vietnam
kan?
today. Yesterday,
Iya, bener.
they call them rotations today. Learn from their mistakes.
WH,
Play as
WH
well,
nih.
make your ways
Tahu
on
bomnya
in.
nih
They
pas
did.
nih.
Lain lak hapai, lak
think
noy.
Vietnam is a team that, you know, probably raises eyes to people in
Tahu
the
aja.
and think, oh
Ada-
yeah,
Tahu
well,
aja.
USA,
Itu
like
bukan
that's
asli.
low at PNC, but honestly, that team is stacked. Like a lot of unbelievably good players who have been good, not just in their own region, but in the APAC, PCSs. So you got to keep your eyes on them. Now, Japan has been under the purview of Australia for a
Pada
while.
diem.
Exactly, hasn't been opting to engage now.
Gue mah masih
Iya lagi nonton.
mencerna.
See Luke jumping
Ini
around,
aja
scanning the
tadi,
grass for snakes. Do not want to get punished by any
Ceweknya,
of
bro,
this.
ceweknya, bro.
But no
Tahu kan, tahu kan?
snakes to be found.
Korea
Prone to
Korea
it.
kena kayak gitu, guys.
Wants to get the first
PGI
strike.
gitu-gitu.
Very, very, very
Udah.
eagerly holding his fire.
Udah
Escalusia
blow on
finds
betul,
Sugar,
Emina,
crowd
eh,
goes
apa,
wild,
bomnya.
everyone loves it.
Kok lagi sih?
Silent gets stuck.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say that I think Luke's been spending a lot of time in NA getting his gun out to shoot snakes. I mean, that's a very American thing to do, but that's going to be a point confirmed for Escalucia and Thailand here. Is, of course, you know, anything these guys can get is good.
The issue for Thailand is they're going to be wrapping straight down into Australia if this continues to go the way that it is right now. Thailand, they came south, they now rerouted and are going back up north, but they're going into the same team they were just fighting. This could become incredibly dangerous because if Australia opts to go north now, they're going to find Thailand backs turned all the way. Look at how open this is. Their backs are completely exposed to Australia.
And China's going to third party this fight one way or another if it's bloody at all. If this isn't just a clean sweep of Germany by Thailand, China will 100% get involved in this fight. They might just steal a kill off of Germany for all the hard work that Thailand's about to do here. And, this fight has to go now because the blue has arrived. A good grenade from Azar is going to get Janku. And now the circle, of course, is going to shift up as expected. Meanwhile, Axlef just got a kill on a Vietnam.
Thailand needs to do this and it needs to do it fast. Tiggles are now peeking on over. Now they're sensing the threat from behind. Ming Ming will get the flush. Spoke to Tiggles and yesterday as well. So annoying that everyone's flushing the kills, but they are just that fast. Axlef pushing on forward. They know that they have multiple teams on the edge and they want to deal with them and deal with them fast so they can focus on the circle ahead.
I mean, I love what China's doing here. They're waiting, and they're going to get a lot of points out of this. Azar, very weak once again, already knocked once. Paints trying to hold the line, throwing some utility in the, oh my god, a double grenade from Seoul for Korea off screen, but still this fight here, very, very crucial.
Dari kemarin lagi gacor
trying to push in Canada.
Tumbang.
It's all boxed
Ya, bomnya. Gimana, Fit?
Germany will fall in the end of it. Thailand, though, still fight to be had between either China or Australia.
Rakap, bom, rakap. Jadi abu, jadi
Yeah, some good utility. Saw Soul's follow-up grenade bounce off the window.
Dia terakhir tuh, terakhir dia.
To do a really nice job of cleaning out Canada. Meanwhile, Thailand not out of it. China had to back off of this fight. I think China was feeling the pressure either from Vietnam's angle from that house or from Australia's push right up on the behind of Thailand.
Exactly.
Wah, Cina sama Jerman ada something
tolong cabut Cina.
I hope they either hit
maksudnya Thailandnya nggak dihajar sekalian gitu loh. Maksudnya kan posisinya kejepit tuh.
Nggak kelihatan mungkin. Karena kan Jerman deket banget tuh di
very decisive and
lubang
when
tadi.
they opt to aggress this time around, not wanting to go for it. It was very far north and uphill. It could have been dangerous for them. This though from Australia, we've seen it go wrong before. Where are you going, boys?
This is a little bit dangerous, no doubt about it. Yeah, this
mati dong kalau di sini lu sama Brazil.
This particular spot, so they're gonna have to work their way through. And Vietnam, I think, should have an angle down there, or at least can reach with grenades. And you know, Australia is trying to find some way in.
China melawan Thailand. Gua ini melawan Saudi Cup.
Nggak jelas, morbid.
Thailand going from one third party into another. Now solo player left alive, trying to stay put, but fighting against all odds. Shiva, that would finally happen.
Oh ini bomnya.
Japan, we didn't know if they were
Bom dapat 2.
Ya, kurang bomnya itu. Kurang
Bom
bomnya.
dapat 2 itu.
Buam. Tuh kan,
Nah,
ini baru nih. Ini baru nih. Lama soalnya.
Oh, come on, just get a few more grenades and you've got this, but it's not. Meanwhile, Thailand is trying to hang on, and Japan is all just down to Shiva as they are trying to get into the circle somehow. In the long run, China is going to win that battle, but it's bloody. A decent grenade follow-up here from Shiva, but he is
bom dulu lah, pasti mati Seva.
Sekali dulu baru bom.
Sekali dulu.
Dapat nih 4.
Ini kena 3 nih. Temennya. Nah, itu dia Korea.
Itu dia.
Lihat itu Korea lagi.
Lumayan tapi Thailand dapat 2 itu ya.
Tangan lagi tuh.
Tetap aja Korea tinggal lempar-lempar granat dapat killnya udah.
Tangan lagi tuh.
Dan lihat Korea damage-nya sih, damage-nya killnya mostly throwable ya. Kalau nggak api ya kan.
Brazil tuh ini dah sopirnya dapat banget anjing, selalu dapat kill nyampah. Kalau ke posisi dia tuh bagus buat tembakin orang.
Yang kemarin kayak gitu siapa ya? Kalau yang hari pertama kemarin
Aussie, tim Finland semua dia pakai jersey-nya tuh.
Turkey leaving this position.
Nggak gitu gede banget nih Brazil
Okay,
nih.
they got us some of these butter crackers, by the way. They're really good.
We
You
didn't
gotta
get
try
any of
them.
them.
No, they
Finland
got them in
kemarin
the
sange
freezer.
banget,
They're
Pet.
really good.
Itu caster tadi tuh,
Meanwhile,
berempat.
USA been pretty quiet this game since what looked like
Yang
Caster
terakhir
itu, Beb, yang cewek,
Yang tadi pakai
capek
ngejelasinnya, Bit.
Enggak, gua ngomongin yang ini kamera barusan. Itu caster.
Ya, gua nggak ngomongin itu.
They have to go up. They have to force them back. They have to force them into Vietnam.
Maaf.
Luke though does manage to find
Orang
out
lagi
this
ngomongin
turn.
yang jersey
Gitu
tadi ya.
yang for bro, Pet.
Who needs everything
Gitu
going their
nembak.
way. Steals some picks on over, finds one in return.
Ya,
Australia.
lu liatin
Down
handphone
for
gue.
first Vietnam in order to finally pick it
Lu
all
nyadar
over.
ya dari
Tackleton
kemarin sama Ari nggak
instantly
main
then
siapa
take
yang
out
lu
Corey.
I mean, Australia is fighting with everything they
tetep
have,
aja
but it's
gua
the
nonton.
combined fire of Vietnam and Argentina that looks to do them in. Fisher just caught eyes of Monty. He's trying to push over the hill. Meanwhile, Brazil wrapping into the bottom of this. They might try to third party this fight.
Oh, Argentina, all their eyes are looking up towards
Oh,
the
sih
north, and
sendiri ya?
Brazil is getting a free
Oh, iya.
entry to the compound. Fisher should be
Mati.
the first one to find out of this, and I don't think he
Ya,
has a
Brazil
clue
tuh sih
that
lagi
there are
banget
Brazilian
deh.
players entering the building as
Asli.
Oh,
Lagi
this
serem banget dia,
thief of
bro.
the night
Mode-
here is sparking.
mode
He's
bis.
gonna get into this house for free.
Mode
Lots of
steal
power.
kill-nya
He's
juga
going to watch
mengerikan
and
sih
see if
tadi.
there's any
Iya.
opportunity for him to find a kill. Sparking gonna
Lagi
let loose
agresif
with the
pula
grenade.
ya.
That one's gonna bounce outside. Clips Fisher just a little bit.
Temunya
for
lihat
11
satu
damage.
lagi di
There's
mana
Samau
tuh?
on top of the hill. Going to find one.
Nah, yang
What
kenokin
other
Viet,
damage
yang
can
kenokin
he do?
Vietnam nih, yang bakar Brazil nih.
Yang bakar
This
Brazil.
is the Korea that we know. Spread out, take control. Don't be the front runners in the
Argentina
fight, but
sih
allow for the other teams to make the mistakes.
jadi
Sit
duit
back
ya
and
kalau
let
kata-
the kills
kata
come
Apip.
to you. They're spreading out, they're taking control, and as long
Kenapa
as
tuh,
these
Bang?
three teams are
Nggak tahu,
fighting
jadi
one
duit
another,
gitu deh.
this
Bahasanya
has
nggak tahu
got
bahasa
to
mana.
be already all over.
Brazil
Cannot
udah
forget
maju.
about former
Jadi duit,
Turkey.
anjing.
Cannot forget about a former USA either, who, as you said, Paper, has been very passive this game, so they will have the utility,
Mungkin maksudnya
have
jadi
their best
konten kali ya,
helmets
jadi
up
duit
and
ya.
ready for the final fights to come.
Yeah, I mean, I think USA
Iya, bener
is
ya.
a shot
Serem
at
banget,
this
anjir.
one. Meanwhile, there's a three-way
Masuk
fight
konten
here
dong.
between Brazil, Argentina, and Vietnam. And
Korea
sih, Korea, bro.
Brazil,
Ngopi.
you know, he's just chilling, man. He's
Korea
just checking
anteng
out.
banget.
Korea yang punya
It's not a
zona.
fight.
Gitu.
I'm a
Dia
little
salah.
worried here that
Loki
Brazil
biasa
is
lah.
punya
Maaf.
Haven from his position. You can see how he's looking. He's trying to
Loki
make
udah
sure
biasa
that
banget
Turkey don't
tuh
backfill.
mainnya.
Now they got a knock, but Sparking
itu
and
yang
LP1,
Lagi
they
kemarin
are
Anonik,
very much
bukan
on
Loki.
their own. Play your numbers, play to your strengths.
Kemarin
Always
bukannya
know that
Loki
you
di
need
hari
to
Loki,
pertama
Loki
ya?
bener,
Loki.
Anonik mati kemarin ya.
West,
Iya, Loki.
instantly.
Loki
They
yang main
back
bisa
up, they
terus.
mati
kemarin.
Kalau lu lihat lagi
help to
di
hold from there.
POG
Somehow in the
mainnya
meantime,
lebih
those
sama
managed to
jidat
find the
dia
layer.
anjing.
As Mexi, sneaky,
Iya,
tries to
Pio.
stay put and see how
Pio.
many more placement points he
Iya,
gets.
ada. Mainnya lebih
Tuhan
sehat
nomor
tidak.
satu Korea, bro.
No
Not at
idea.
all.
And I like
Oh iya,
the patience
MOBA
here
kill
from
jadi
Brazil
duit
to
ya?
maintain
Oh iya,
this fight
bener.
because Vietnam
Ternyata
is so
MOBA
fully
guys,
committed to
patokan
this. You know,
jokes
Sparking had a
Apip.
good read on this. I think he was just waiting to see if anybody came
Dipik
through.
nih.
Meanwhile, USA has to start
time
crashing, so it's grenade
temen nih.
opening vehicle up front.
Mundur gara-gara ada
Try to
suara
follow
mobil
up off of
mereka
these early
Turki ya.
grenades.
First knock came through and here
Itu
comes the
mobil,
full
bro, bro,
forward push.
mobil. Itu mobil. Kebetulan
Salah.
itu mobil ya.
Salah spray.
Ya, ada-
spray dia.
Ada item lewat dikira orang.
Bisa Turki keras juga gue liat.
They were the ones getting pushed. They
Iya,
were the
sering
ones
sih
who had to
kalannya sama
reset.
Turki nih.
But now they've been able to
Loki.
do so, and in doing so, find 2 HP. Does find one. Can he find
Ya,
the
reload.
second? No, that's no HP.
Reload,
He's
reload,
thrown on
ya.
that kickstart though. They're in
Wah,
full well, gets
anjing.
taken down.
Oh,
Solid play coming through and down.
Anti
Oh,
instan klub ya.
America,
banget
just
tuh.
like
Masih
that,
hidup semua
Turkey stands
berempat.
strong.
Yeah, phenomenal defense, and now
Mexi
Mexi has a
datang,
real
Mexi datang.
opportunity. He could finish all
Mexi.
of them off if he can get there in
Mexi,
time.
kamu
He doesn't
telat.
have any frags. He's
Udah
gonna have to get it done
empatnya
with the barrel,
hidup,
but they're
kamu
going for the
telat.
reses. They're going to be weak. They're going to be
Cepat,
battered.
cepat.
He's got a real
Cepat, pada
opportunity.
sekarang, cepat.
First one.
Ya,
second,
oke.
getting
Aduh,
it.
diincer
No,
mati
just
lagi.
one spray in time. He's gonna throw the molly.
Nggak,
That's
dia
really
bakar
good.
sih,
He's
bakar
gonna
sih.
go up,
Bro.
up, 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 up.
Lah,
He's gonna shut him down.
Telat
Ini
ya.
healing tadi
Glorious
toh.
moment waiting to happen. Had he
Iya,
had a
healing,
nade
healing.
there, would have been down in a second. Not going to happen
Win,
though. Vietnam
win,
now,
win.
they
Dari
managed
ini
to
kan ya?
take out
Sonic bukan?
Argentina, but
Win, iya, Sonic.
fortunately for Brazil,
Kan ya?
Masih apa
opting to
lah ya,
make
bro?
the escape early, sit tight, hold the compound. Vietnam, no way they were going to get out of there alive.
I mean, this
Ayam
is
gas
just
semua,
great
friend,
play
betul.
by
Yes.
Sparking for
Tajam-tajam,
Brazil.
guys.
The patience to go into
Tapi
that
saya
compound,
MGAT-nya
wait that
mereka
out.
ya, guys,
He
ya.
knew that
Kadang
that
ada
fight
juga
had to
yang
happen in some
getar lah.
fashion, and those teams were going to beat each other up, and they were going to be able to have a good opportunity to
Ada
rake in
momen
some
di
points.
mana getar
Haven's doing a
sesekali.
good job just kind of keeping track of their flank.
Sama
Turkey
halnya
has to
dengan kita
recover,
yang getar
recuperate,
adalah
but there's a
sekali
little bit of
M-gatnya,
space here on the
Iya,
western side
betul.
depending on how many
Di antara
It's
M getar
very
ada
tight
lah.
in the central
Ada lah.
Momen-momen indah itu ada lah.
And I was talking what worked yesterday, what is
Brazil
Brazil
lihat
Ada
gila banget ya.
There's so many teams that don't just aggress.
Ya satu
We
match
need to
dia
believe
kill
in
15
ourselves,
mulu,
play
Cok.
aggressive, and I think that's part of what we saw with LFP and him.
Poinnya jauh banget sama Finlandia itu Finlandia. UK lagi down hari ini kayaknya tuh.
Dia belum gerak poinnya.
Hari pertama
baru ke berapa doang dari 69 jadi 21.
And force the opposing teams to adapt to what you do, and that's what Brazil's been doing today. They did it yesterday, and it's
Today is yesterday.
Great read on this lobby, and a couple of
Today is bad day.
Bercanda mulu,
but
padahal
right now
kita yang nggak ngerti
Brazil
kan.
seems to have really gotten the pulse on this lobby
dapat
as we
kompon
go
mereka.
into the last 3 teams.
Masih enak
It's just
kompon-komponnya
Circle 7. It's not even Circle 8. I thought we were in Circle 8.
Sampahan
No, we're only in Circle 7 right now.
almost,
Eski
bro.
taking some damage. I mean, again, Korea is going to have complete overwatch over a lot of this circle because of Lash's
Ini kan
position.
PUBG bukan Overwatch.
Everybody else is
Enggak,
just trying to
kan
find
bahasa Inggris.
little dips and
Gimana sih?
dives, little doodads that they can hide
I
behind.
feel like as long as Korea has the high ground, has the compound under their control, you can only, I was going to say, do what Turkey will do here. Play the field,
Wah
play
ini nih.
the cars, play for cover, and wait
Tabrak
for
temen.
Korea to hopefully get
Ini nih,
forced
tabrak temen.
to the ocean. Because right now,
kelewat.
this is
Kelewat.
gonna be tough.
Ini
Kematian
ketemu
anjing.
Brazil.
Tappingnya kayak gue ya, satu-satu gitu.
Got 3 frags in the bag though, and they're going to be driving into range, or at least very, very close here. Soul able to see just enough between the car and the tire, and he's able to get a little bit of damage here and there. So back between the tires, but it's going to be counter angles there from the rest of the Korean players that are forcing Lyra into the ground.
Exactly, and the way that Korea is doing this is the exact same way we saw Korea play things earlier. Don't
Kayaknya
aggress to
akan
enough
ada
an
bom
extent that you're forcing the
Ronaldinho
other
nih
teams
abis ini.
into one another. Force them to fight, enjoy the
Oh ya,
third
masih ada
party
bomnya
opportunity,
itu?
unless
itu?
if this circle shifts
Wah,
down
ini Brazil.
straight north.
Maksudnya yang dari
I
Korea.
mean,
Gue kira dari Korea.
they have to fight.
Kebetulan Ronaldinho sih dari
There's no way
Brazil
they
lagi,
can
nggak
force
dari
Korea
Korea.
not fight one
Ya,
another.
maaf,
Brazil
Tok,
and
nggak
Turkey
ngerti
needs to fight for second
Itu
and third.
maksudnya.
Yeah, I mean, and you nailed it earlier. This is
Woi,
what
nyajur banget
play
ini
style, where they
satu.
love to just
Brazil.
control as much
Wow,
space
udah.
as possible.
Tank lagi.
Find these
Brazil.
flank angles, take kills like this. Let the other teams do
Brazil
some of the
udah
heavy lifting. Now
ngeflank.
Haven still
Kurang
trying to
kiri,
find
killing
a
spree,
angle
bro.
here, but he's going to see Loki looking down, so he can't
Dike,
really
lagi
push
itu
too much
Furia nggak
further
segalak
forward, and
ini,
Onyx
Debit.
going to be reinforcing Loki's position.
Things go
Nyampe
quiet,
nggak tuh?
but
Enggak ya?
only for as long as these
Enggak.
smokes last. 9 kills so far for Brazil.
Ya, ketahuan
Probably
dong
the, I mean,
hebat.
not definitely the team that these people would expect to be this far up the leaderboard.
Sengaja
looking at
sembunyi
things.
ya
I mean,
dua temennya lagi atau itu.
for Brazil to
Dan
go
yang
out
tahu
this
posisi kayaknya.
strong, 94
Biar Korea
points, solid
sama
first
Brazil.
place right now. They have been looking
Oh, enggak.
unstoppable, and they continue.
Oh masih
to
John
be.
lagi lower ground
And
masih
to me,
dapat.
a lot of
Gue
this
dari tadi
is,
ngomong, Mas
the
Fed, mau
preparation
nyet,
that
mute
Sparky
nih.
has been putting in. I mean,
Coba
obviously
diulang
there's
lah,
a lot of
diulang.
talent here, right?
Spraynya,
On this
spraynya,
team,
spraynya
Sparky's been
aman-aman.
talking up the whole team.
Itu lagi
Not
itu
just
Korea.
Brazil segalak
you know,
itu.
LFP and
Iya kan
VHC,
nggak
and
setimnya
everybody
Brazil
here
itu
is
Korea
really,
ada
really good.
konnya.
Sparking is so
Kan, Mas
hungry to
Fed.
win this
Lagi-
event. I
lagi
mean,
itu yang-
Xenox and I were
yang
talking,
gue
we
jadiin
saw
taruhan kan,
at the
bukan sih?
hotel
Iya.
late at night just watching bots, just
Brazil
constant
masih enak
watching,
ya, rotenya masih
Korea apa ya?
Cyclone
Yang kemarin kita
dia.
jokes siapa ya?
that is necessary to win
Buriram.
this event, and it is paying
Buriram.
off.
Buriram, Buriram.
Already
Sampah.
one in the back today, looking to see if they can find one more
Ya,
server.
Buriram ya.
And
That's
somehow
pawang zona ya
Korea
Brazil
has
dari
to
kemarin
move,
nih.
Turkey has to move. Now the tides have turned.
Aneh-aneh.
Somehow Brazil will
Cheat,
try
cheat,
and see
cheat.
if they can
Tadi
find
gua kira
something.
Korea yang dapat
Turkey
enak kan.
and Korea. Don't
Itu
risk
Brazil
your
lagi
own
nih.
lives. Force them
Hitung
to
deh
take the
satu.
fight third party. Get yourself a good
Gatel-gatel.
double-digit win.
Well, Korea has to make a decision.
Yes.
They have to pick a
Satu.
side
Ya,
to
elah,
fight
telat
on.
banget
They were
nih.
hoping that they could sort of corral Brazil and Turkey into each other. It just didn't work out that way. And I think Turkey's probably the juicier target here, if I'm being honest. I mean, the hillside that Brazil have is really
Tangan gue
fortified.
sih dingin ya kalau
Exactly,
turnamen
no way
gini
they're
ada
gonna
zone
get up there
segini.
without a fight. Now they already have an Onyx down.
Makanya
in
ada
the
ini,
field
Mas Fed,
itself.
apa tuh?
There should be no way for
Yang
them to be able
kayak
to progress
agar-agar yang
over
panas
towards
itu.
Brazil.
Ya yang
Apa ya?
Having said that,
Head-
maybe
head-
Korea
head
attempt
apa
some
sih?
crazy plays
Head-
before it might
head
just
warmer ya?
Onyx falls
Hot
down.
pack.
That is their field control taken. Here comes the car 3 and one jumps
Ya,
out
dan
early.
dua abis ini,
Korea
guys.
trying to make an aggressive dash for safety.
Wih.
They're going straight into
Dan
the
dua,
street.
dan tiga.
LFP finds
Wah,
one by his side as
anjing.
well.
Dan tiga beneran, bro.
Damage dealer.
Wah.
Supirnya. Itu
Brazil, Brazil.
Yeah, Korea tried to fake an Onyx towards
supirnya
Turkey
aneh
and then
sih.
see if they could hit
Disamperin
Brazil,
anjing.
catch them off guard a little bit. Did not work out at all. And now you have Brazil with 3 up versus Turkey with 3 up. This is about as even as it gets. But Haven gonna get the opening strike and gonna look to follow up with the
Ini
grenade.
coach Neymar lagi
Absolutely
sang hebat kayaknya.
unstoppable. These Brazilian boys
Flash,
had
flash.
something good for
Mana
breakfast,
down satu
and
lagi
they're
kan
coming
sepertinya
in
kan.
full speed
Wah,
forward.
down dua,
Turkey
bro,
not
sih.
getting a
Down
foot to
dua,
the ground.
bro.
Sparking finds one more.
Wop, 1 lawan 2.
Winnable.
Nggak ada anjing, itu crack pet. Face-nya crack anjing.
Ya udah kelihatan.
LFP is trying to go for the res on the Sparking though. If Eski can get
Face-nya
Haven
crack
here,
anjing.
he's got a decent opportunity. Oh, I take it back. LFP is coming with Haven. Good enough on his own to take the game in Brazil.
Lu lihat mode Brazil coy, dilipat tangan ini apa? Lengannya tuh baju.
Phenomenal performance by Brazil. They win
Nah,
game
tuh,
number 1
lihat.
today. They win game number 3.
Biar M-nya ini lebih terukur.
Damage from Brazil.
Gila ya,
that game.
100 berapa
And
berarti
again,
ya?
this was not just a cakewalk. They had to fight their way into it from start
Make nih,
to
make nih.
finish, and they come
Terlalu
out
OP bro,
victorious once
make
more.
nih.
Just
Nggak bisa,
absolutely
dites.
stellar play, and you can see they're
Harus
fired up.
tes ya, Bang.
Sparking's giving them hugs, but I think we need to take it over to the desk and let them break this all down
104 sih
for
harusnya
us.
poinnya.
Kelaris, what do you got?
Kan 104 belum kill tadi. Belum, iya belum kill tuh. Kill terakhir ya.
After already starting off the
Satu
day,
ya?
as you guys say,
Satu
with that
tujuh apa?
win,
Satu tujuh apa
another
6?
one on
Tuh,
the
kan pasti
board,
nunjukin
and they
satu kan,
know
Sparking kan.
they've taken number 1 right now in the standings. What a performance by Brazil.
Sparking.
Incredible. First to 3, the confidence LFP. He hasn't been getting as much
Bocah ya
love
ini ya?
as Haven
Evan ya?
has, but he's getting
Enggak,
the
itu
kills
Magic
too.
sama
I
Dipa.
gotta be honest, going to breakfast this morning,
pada
and the
Ciaka,
4 of those
tuh, lihat.
guys were walking around
Lu
with
lihat nyeker
hubris
semua,
and
bro, mereka nih.
confidence.
Iya.
They were
Tuh
looking
sama
good.
kayak gue
They
tuh.
were just
Bawahnya harus
playing
ada
just
topangan.
like they are
Ada
in this
jongkok.
game.
They have fantastic,
Harus ada topangan.
fantastic
Biar
morale.
enak.
After this,
Aduh,
they're
lagi
gonna
pusing,
get
bentar,
Cok.
gue mau lihat analis dulu.
16
Oh iya.
kills as well.
Oh iya,
That
bro.
is insane, guys.
Gue refresh dulu, mau lihat analis.
Itu keren banget ya. Wow.
Wih, tapi banyak sih yang nge-spam semangat Indonya.
Brazil terlihat
Banyak banget. Ini gua nggak kelar-kelar nih. Masih
ada
ke bawah terus, Dok.
2 match lagi.
Banyak.
nggak sampai ke ujung bawah.
Irengel.
Nah,
Kali
baru.
kita bakal
Oh, masih nge-spam tuh.
berpindah ke map Irengel.
Asik,
Setelah
udah mulai positif
kita
nih ya.
sudah melihat 3 kali Miramar.
Air anjing,
Dan
live chatnya
nampaknya
kayak
kali
air.
ini juga bakal ada
Weh,
hidden pot
Ini bawa nama-nama
Jadi,
kita nih.
pastikan
Gua liat.
buat kalian
Dok,
yang lagi nonton
ini yang Indo
langsung
Pride.
di redeem
Iya.
sekarang juga dan
Kayak
kita
Indo
bakal
Pride.
untuk
Gua
leader
kira bendera
buat
Thailand, bro.
terlebih
Lo kok
dahulu.
bisa? Ada birunya.
Soalnya
kan?
Leaderboard.
Top
Oh, belum. Oh, top 4 dulu ya.
Iya,
Oh,
top
top 4
Kok gue bilang
dulu.
bendera
Top four, top
aneh.
four.
Ini dia WWCD didapatkan
iklan
kembali
dulu.
oleh tim
Iklan
Brazil.
dulu.
Wah, sangat mendominasi. Apa
Ya WhatsApp
yang
coy.
dilakukan oleh tim Brazil
Highlight,
di hari
Re.
pertama?
Anjing, ayo WhatsApp coy.
Hai,
Salah
WhatsApp
denger dong.
coy.
Sampah banget ya
Kita
WhatsApp
akan lihat
sih.
highlight
Itu
terlebih
dia.
dahulu
Yep.
sebelum kita memasuki
Lebih kelas
match
Brazil
yang
daripada
keempat kawan-kawan karena kita akan
Oke, Indo
langsung
siapa?
masuk
WCD
ke match yang
Brazil.
keempat. Dan ini dia dari tim Korea pun spray
Ini
and
langsung
spray-nya gila banget sih. Spray down-nya gila juga. Dan
Anjing, ada yang ngebet nih, ada yang ngebet. Luxi Zuxi nggak main.
sama
Aneh.
berhasil
Ngebet dia
Biasalah.
ngebet.
tim
Itu
kuat
jaringnya
Monyet
gede sih
nih
kalau menurut
Ruli
gue.
ya.
Italia bahkan hasil dipulangkan juga
Suruh
oleh
pulang,
tim
suruh
Argentina
pulang, Mas.
dan
Tolong,
USA.
tolong.
Memang
Ruli anjing dari
salah
tadi.
satu kandidat
Ruli nih.
yang
Moderator
Mas
Maspet, Cok.
juga tapi
Apa banget nge-spam lagi.
memang berhasil
Babangsat
mengalahkan
juga
tim
nih,
USA
woi.
dan Finland yang masih satu pemain pun tidak
Dia nggak beres-beres
Apapun
lagi yang tadi.
mereka bilang,
Miramar mereka di hari kedua
tekadku
kurang
takkan hilang.
It's okay. Tapi Indonesia untuk teman-teman semuanya
Next yang wakilin Indo, Okto, Kopit, Egi, Apip, Morbid jadi coach. Tai.
Itu sih namanya
Lebih
mabar
standar ya.
anjing. Lebih ke mabar anjing.
Antusiasmenya kalian mendukung tim Indonesia.
Om gua tuh Om
pastinya, dan
Ruli
juga
anjing Om Ruli.
pastinya untuk mendapatkan sebuah
Emang
laptop
Sparking
dan
TGL10
WWCD
bukan
kita
dong si
dapatkan
Irevil bu.
oleh
Enggak, maksud dia
Brazil.
parking itu sekelas Tigaltin, maksudnya Mas Pat kan ada panahnya.
Jadi ya untuk
Jadi lebih jagoan
match kita
si
yang
Sparking
ketiga
pada Tigaltin.
pada hari ini kita bakal
Tapi emang
menyaksikan
duo
untuk
Dipa Magic sih nggak ketolong di Brazil nih.
highlight juga, top tips juga, top
Keren
tips.
banget dah.
Dipa
And
Magic anjing.
PNC 2022 berada
Mengerikan,
di
mengerikan.
Thailand untuk teman-teman yang nggak tahu ini LAN-nya di mana, di Thailand Bangkok ya. Dan niap Indonesia.
Dipa yang mana
juga
tuh yang
di
punya
sana.
tato?
Dan ini dia
Magic
untuk
yang botak yang kecil ya?
sudah ada Brazil dengan 35
Yang paling ujung.
Wow, ini distance-nya jauh juga ya.
Pokoknya mirip
Karena
dah.
memang posisinya zonanya berada di bawah ya. Jadi distance-nya bakal
Andai
sejauh
Magic
itu.
botak tuh gitu,
12
Pet, mukanya, Pet.
global use dari Brazil, Korea dengan distance
Magic
di
botak.
23.000.
Cepak gitu,
Wah,
cepak.
Gue langsung bayangin
ini
anjing
lumayan
Magic
dikit
botak.
banget, tapi Turki sebagai 27 Re.
20.
Kalau duo Nair siapa duo Nair?
Kemarin ya 30. Tapi
Cuk, dia
Brazil
rotasi
lagi-lagi
35.000
salah
meter,
satu tim
bro.
terkuat yang
paling konsisten juga. Rotasi mereka ini kayak
lama-lama ini komentar
satu Miramar tuh
anak-anak kita yang Nora ya.
Memang di P1
Kenapa? Lihat tuh tiba-tiba
Iya,
jaya-jaya.
sudah mulai mengecil dan begitu
bangsat.
mereka bakalan coba untuk mengeksekusi steal kill.
Anjing, Korea 13
ya,
yo.
kill steal yang didapatkan oleh tim Brazil yang
bau menyalan.
bilang
Turki nambun apa ya?
Keunggulan mereka juga.
Oh, nambun gak lu?
Kayak
nambun
nggak harus
apanya?
coba untuk berusaha keras.
Ini tuh bakar sampah tuh. Semoknya banyak
dia
banget
bisa
lompat.
untuk eksekusi. Gokil sih.
Oh, lu lihat yang di
12 kill
Twitch.
didapatkan oleh tim Brazil.
Di ini Indonesia.
Jauh,
Di
Ren.
Indonesia.
Monyet
Tadi
di
kan
Rulia
Oh,
spam
tadi
ya.
Makin sulit pastinya untuk tim-tim lain menyusul, tapi Finland
Ya,
tadi
nggak ada,
juga
Cuk, nggak ada analisis, bro.
posisi kelima
Kalau
kalau
kata
nggak
Mas
salah.
Fit, today is the day, bener.
Ya,
Today is the day guys ya.
yang terbaik dari One FP
Today is the
yang dapat
day.
berhasil mendapatkan 1v2-nya dan pada
Ronaldo
akhirnya
sebenarnya masih bisa ikut
tim
proses.
Brazil
Masih bisa kok.
begitu sakit
Maksud
Itu apaan Bit? Magic anjing kan kedik ya.
dan
Bukan
kita
ke
melihat
Morbid,
untuk
oke.
match leaderboard kita Brazil 26 total
Nah,
points
ini nih,
Korea
ini
15,
supirnya siapa tuh? Berarti
12,
Loki.
Vietnam 10 dan Indonesia
Pede banget anjing,
berada di
berhenti
posisi
mobil depan
11
muka tuh dia.
dengan tambahan
Dia
2
feeling
poin.
abis nyepreng nge-reload makanya dia berani banting.
Iya.
belok kali.
Dengan tambahan 2 poin, nah tentunya akan sedikit sulit mengejar
Ternyata
tim
rata.
top 3
Indonesia rank 11.
ini, dimana sudah masuk ke match ke-8. Brazil 26. Wah,
Bisa lah
16 poin
Indonesia.
kill. Dan
Untuk
Ya,
PTS
ya,
rank
ya,
11
ya,
ya.
Indonesia.
Nah, tapi kita tetap
Oh,
harus
ini
semangat,
rank 11
teman-teman
game
semua.
tadi ya.
Indonesia
Kira
masih
total
ada
semua.
kesempatan,
Dan lihat lagi
masih ada
total
kesempatan
PTS-nya.
yang besar.
Total semuanya
Kalau
turun
misalnya
lagi
mereka
deh kayaknya.
konsisten di 2 hari terakhir.
Berapa? 13 ya? Apa 12?
Karena
Kayaknya
memang
sih
kalau
soalnya
misalnya
banyak
dilihat dari
banyak yang
poin ya coba
Naik kan?
mereka kemarin naik.
cuman ya kita berharap
Indonesia jaya roar
ada
guys.
mukjizat
Tuh,
Betul.
ada
dari
roarnya
tim
tuh.
Indonesia
Collab,
player of the
collab
match,
biasa ya kan.
di mana
Dipa
6
nih.
kill dia dapatkan itu dari
Anjay,
Haven.
please PUBG
Dengan
buat
37
supporter
poin,
comeback
5%.
kompetitif.
Iya teh ini Dipa yang sebelahnya botak.
Yang, dia
Bocil,
dan berikan itu 834 dan damage.
Atau kebalik boleh deh.
Pun 36.3 16 kill. 6
Tapi biasanya kalau MVP sih ini Magic sih. Pip lagi. Pet.
Kill.
Karena di MVP ini Magic sih.
Tapi nggak tau kenapa gue lebih lihat mirip Dipa dah.
Dua-duanya kebetulan mirip Dipa, biar enak aja gue ngomongnya Magic
Bisa,
Dipa.
bisa bro. Masih ada berapa game lagi tuh? 16 ya?
Kita akan memasuki e-rangle
Ya.
kembali nih.
16, 17.
12 dong.
Kok 12?
Salah satu
Kan 20.
Oh iya, Deng. 12.
terbaik
Salah.
Bot
Hari
spam
pertama
link.
nih gue
Nah,
gitu.
ya kita tahu.
Kalau
Thank
gue
you,
sih
Bang.
dibandingkan Rian, gue lebih berusaha.
Oh iya, 13
Zota
ya.
sih guys yang masuk.
Kurang bagus di depan.
Iya sih, Jota butuh sih emang.
Mungkin
Lil
kita
Zot
panggil Zota dan Nyup ya.
Ratusan Brazil, wey. Pelan-pelan banget.
Lil Zot sih udah paling terbaik.
Tuh
sih.
106 bit, lu mah nggak percaya.
Apa
tuh? 106
106
bro.
dari phase pertama
Lu bilang 104 tadi.
106.
sampai di phase terakhir mereka
104.
tiba-tiba
106.
Gue yang 106.
13
untuk
bro.
awal Brazil cuma ngandelin oke
Malah
nah,
gua yang
set
kena
kill
nih.
steal ya, syukur
Kagak
kalau
jelas ya.
enggak
Weh
ya
lu
udah.
kasino, wah lu sih sumpah.
Gue bilang
Ya
106
sih.
apa 104 ya? Gue hitung oh 106 kata gue.
Keseruan
Lu
pastinya.
bilang 107, 107. Gitu
Kita
anjing.
yang ke
Kurang Nyup, Jota sih, Jota lah.
9. Oke.
Jota, ngada 106.
Dan masih
Morbid anjing,
ada
kagak jelas anjing.
tentunya
Ulang ya?
2 match
Gua lagi nih kena nih.
Ulang ah nggak bisa. Ulang gue replay
Gua
anjing lu
nih.
diem.
Gua nih yang kena nggak bisa
Lu
nih.
diem.
Oke, gua diem.
Makan guys.
Iya guys. Lu diem
Masa
ya.
baru ngemil dibawain makan sama Dea. Zota MVP. Jelas lah Zota. Makan sama Dea.
Break this.
Dua, bro,
Turkey not
sih,
getting a
dua,
foothold.
bro.
Now it's Sparky finds one more.
Kok 360 doang di sini?
Find one in return, but one
Winnable,
beats
winnable.
Enggak ada anjing, itu crack pet.
Lepas naga maksudnya. Brazil coy di lift.
Lu bayangin Jota ngomongnya turnamen ya pakai pick andalan dia.
Tuh 106 guys.
Makanya nih.
This was not just a cakewalk.
Tuh,
They
bener
had
kan?
to fight their way
Biasa aja.
Gua ngomong 106 anjing.
from Brazil.
Ngomong berapa kira-kira?
This was not just a
Diam.
cakewalk. They had to fight their way into it from start
Makanya nih,
to
makanya nih.
finish. And they
Gue bilang 106 apa 104 ya? Gue bilang gitu
Wah,
anjing.
Terlalu OP bro.
Gue nanya siapa nih cewek cantik yang menjadi caster with Rere. Ini mantannya Juan Herman.
mantan. Gimana Bet? Gue sambil
Batu
membantai
setan.
Morbid nih. Gimana Bet?
Ada Jack, klip itu Jack Suma Jack kirim juan Jack. Jack
ada yang
kalau
ngechat
nonton
ini namanya
mampir.
Uhuy.
Sekarang udah harus
Siapa nih
udah
wanita
harus
cantik
slow
yang
mood
jadi
jadinya
caster Rere?
ngechatnya, karena udah mulai
Ini
nge-spam
mantan
orang.
Juan Herman.
Jadi
Apa-apa.
apa ya, biar rame. Biar rame. Yang penting
Ternyata
kalian
yang ngomong
spamnya juga harus
kopetnya
yang
sendiri.
positif. Jangan macam-macam.
Dan kita bakalan waktunya absen.
Tai banget, Cok.
Dari daerah mana atau apa nih?
Jadi
Nggak
gua
palanya,
pengen
Min,
tahu
minta IG
teman-teman yang
ceweknya.
lagi nonton dari mana aja, dari kota mana misalnya.
Langsung dijawab lagi.
Bogor.
Cok.
Terus cuaca di area kalian lagi seperti apa? Misalnya Bogor, salju bang.
Salju.
Bekasi, panas bang. Ya, udah pasti.
Udah pasti.
Bet gua ngomong 106 Bet, anjing lu Bet.
Kita bakalan sebutin.
Gua ngomong
juga.
berapa?
107.
Iya.
Wakil Indonesia
Beda
siapa
satu
aja?
doang.
Langsung aja dicek di sosial media
Batu,
dari PUBG ya,
Yes.
teman-teman ya. Kalau kalian
Lu bilang 104 ya sih?
Welcome to Fox Gold. Gue bilang 106. Apa 104 ya? Gitu anjing.
Udah, kalian berdua sama-sama tadi.
Gak ada nih gua
bilang
Lu juga ikut ya? Lu juga ikut ya Egi ya?
Gak ada.
Ngelempar juga lu.
Udah mulai.
Gue Devon siapa yang tadi?
What do you got?
Kan 104 belum kill tadi. Belum kill dah. Kill terakhir ya. 107 apa? 107 apa 6? Tuh kan pasti nunjukin tato kan, sparking kan.
Bet, lu mah parah Bet.
Tuh kan.
Lu yang sepi anjing. Gua ngomong 106 apa 104 terus lu bilang 104 mah belum sama kill, 107 apa? Apa 106 sama aja anjing.
Nah, makanya kan kita berdua Egi berarti yang salah.
Kan bener yang gue bilang anjing. Enggak lu.
Kopet sih yang salah.
Dari yang bener udah play
Kopet
sih.
yang paling bener tuh Kopet.
Udah play lah anjing.
Kopet tuh padahal cuma diem deh tadi guys, dia orang ributin skor ngentot loh, orang main BSBO bet tebak skor anjing.
Anjing
Top
memang.
time top 5 Indonesia.
Wah,
Untuk PP Okto itu penting Pet, harus tepat, nggak boleh gitu, nggak tepat.
Right. We haven't seen, we haven't had a really good. I mean, we had sort of a
Enak banget
city
guys
finish
sambil
yesterday on
wah
Oppo,
temanya
so it's on the
match
edge.
ke-9 ini korek
It was,
kuping ya guys
for
ya.
all intents and purposes,
Anjay,
a safe finish,
apanya
but,
observernya
we
keren
haven't
juga
had
nih
one quite
pengambilannya.
like that Losiones game in 2019.
Tuh ini juga mirip
Where we're
mirip
asking
Morbid lagi kan
that.
jadinya.
I wouldn't mind one. Let me put it that way.
Mirip si Dipa.
Yang
Semua mirip
Memang
aja.
ini toh si Heaven yang tadi.
Iya, itu.
Evan.
Yang kanan,
Lihat ke atas Evan ya.
Yang if P1.
Dia lebih mirip pendek-pendek sih mirip bocil ya kalau dilihat ya dibandingkan yang si Heaven ya.
Yang bocil yang Evan Mas Pep.
Yang bocil emang Heaven.
Heaven, yang bocil.
A leader this event mentally
Yang LP tadi yang tinggi tuh. Yang nunjukin NATO sparking.
Anjir namanya Sapau. Jenis Chinese food apa Bit?
Andai kan ada Super Nair sama Ko Andre pasti udah 5 besar. Asik
Anjay.
banget.
Siap.
Lu gitu komennya dari
Siap.
tadi gitu-gitu
Siap,
tuh
Bang.
di sebelah tuh.
Julius Andre kan maksud lu kan?
Kenapa Andre itu anjir?
Aneh banget.
The trolling guy anjing.
Yeah, at
Satu-satu ya,
times it
Toya?
seems like they haven't
Asik.
quite figured out how the lobby
Satu-satu.
is maneuvering and the timings and things like that. So for the Vietnam team again,
Vietnam number
these guys are so
16.
good.
Basecamp gua kayak sebelahan kan guys sama playernya.
Clories in particular has just
Gua lagi
sixth
main.
sense on how to kind of stay alive, get into the late game, get extra
Lu setting
points.
seukuran gak, Bet?
Go
Me
sideways
blue.
early. So they've got
Gue kayak lagi ngecup keningnya si Koloris nih sekarang. Gua kenyot juga lama-lama dia. Nah, makasih Bang. Udah dihilangin.
Nah ini kurang. Indonesia butuh Rian sih. Pradana.
Iya.
Untuk jadi coach ya, Bet?
Tapi
Scott King nih.
Iya sama
Voting
Julius
butuh
Andre
beban
Bet
lah.
pas anjing. Rian Pradana, Julius Andre.
Tapi sayangnya Repradana udah bawa bendera Malai, bro.
Waduh, betul juga. Tapi dia KTP Indo kok, Bet. Aman.
Oh, iya.
Aman, KTP masih Indo.
Lah, jangan lupakan bro, scouting terbaik itu ada di Bebedan. Tutor ada di Bebedan scouting. Tenang. Aman.
Maksud lo apa, Bet?
Supir Bebedan Kopet meninggal, katanya begitu kemarin. Katanya begitu kemarin kalau Ipan
wassalam ya. Abis disupirin Bebedan wassalam gua.
Pokoknya disupirin Egi sama disupirin Ivan tuh mirip-mirip anjing sensasinya. Mirip anjing, sumpah. Kayak nggak tenang, nggak percaya gitu loh, kayak bentar nih. Soalnya dua-duanya ini suka ngamanin diri sendiri anjing.
Ini tapi kalau pas di saat gua sendiri aman gitu toh. Bisa aman dari tembakannya.
Itu dia yang jadi masalah.
Penumpang selalu celaka penumpangnya.
Karena lu mikirin kayak tempat yang bisa di endokin sama satu orang misalkan deh, buat berlindung. Nah lu bawa 4 nyawa misalkan nih.
Ya nggak 4 nyawa juga. Maksudnya kayak berdua
gara-gara nembak.
Mampus.
Langsung kering bro.
Manggil kan lu? Manggil kan lu?
Lu nembak udah lu.
Lu manggil lu nantang lu ya?
Pisar.
Ini tembak anak Tuhan lagi.
Welcome to PUBG, selamat datang.
Mana kagak ditanya. Datengin nggak ada. Kejar. Flood yang ini Mas Pet dari tim kok jadi
tim
lupa gue nama timnya.
Yang mana sih Flood?
Flood e-sport itu loh, Bet.
Itu sport apa sih?
Nggak tahu. Dari OC.
Nama timnya ya?
Oh ini G-Spot. Apa namanya?
Apa anjing?
Apa sih tim yang di PGC?
Si nomor 1 di apa ya nama timnya? Aduh lupa gue. Apa sih guys?
Kok diapak sih, Blut?
Diapak? Blut?
Tahu dah gua.
Emang diapak ya?
Apa ya tim yang kemarinnya?
PGC.
Ngapain tuh nembak?
Oh, PGC.
Apa kan Asia Pasifik? Tapi bener ada OC.
Iya
ya?
emang Asia Pasifik.
Betul juga ya.
Ada. Fury bener lah, Fury.
Itu.
Oh ya Fury ya, benar.
Iya, maksud gua dekatnya G kan F ya guys ya.
Oh,
Genji maksud gua.
Genji ada Fury gitu ya toh. Bener-bener. Kemarin suka ada di samping logonya toh. Bener.
Kok G-Spot sih?
G-Spot.
Sorry ya.
Fury bro. Siapa yang nggak nakutin?
Enggak, gua ingetnya Genji sih, Beat sejujurnya.
Genji lagi turu bro. Lagi kurang dia.
Iya, parah.
Nggak lolos berapa kali dia turnamen di Korea tau.
First set cukup ya buat 3 ya?
Kurang PO-nya, kurang PO.
Lebih dari cukup Gi. Lu doang kayaknya ada bawa 6, bawa 5.
Bawa 5 gua, selalu 5. 5 atau 4 gua. Gua 5 atau 4.
Apa sih smoke?
First set.
Oh,
First set.
4 atau 5.
Kalau 5 4 gua bawa. Nah, sama kayak Oko.
G-Spot
Gua
ada
di belakang
dalam
banyak
dong.
anjing.
5
Terasa standar itu pas banget ya toh untuk perbekalan sampai kelar.
Iya, 5 pelo 200.
Pokoknya Egi kalau tas belum penuh nggak mau keluar dia anjing dari kota, sumpah.
Penuh dulu pokoknya maksimal.
Yang bikin kita trigger sih sebenarnya, guys, gua peler gua dikit ya, berapa 150, kesel banget ya.
Apalagi kalau gini kita udah selesai ngelut. Bentar, kalian ada vertikal nggak ngomong itu udah selesai ngelut. Itu tai banget itu. Itu tai banget.
Kalau ada es ya, itu tuh udah beres anjing kita ngelutnya. Kalau udah es ya.
Nggak awal-awal yang dibilang kalau ini.
Nggak visioner biasa, nggak visioner.
Wait, Genji-nya tulisnya Gen, titik G, bukan Genji Jepang, Jo.
Bukan geng anjing, geng. Nggak di spasi, geng jadinya.
Gen G ya lah, Gen G. Lu tahu kan Gen Z, nah ini Gen G bro.
Memang harus diomongin sesuai dengan hurufnya kali, Gen G.
Kata Genji jadi tukang cepak, anjing cepak orang.
I think there's just a lot of potential, a lot of smart players. Yeah, it hurts to lose Adam, no doubt about it for the day. I hope he gets better soon, of course, but it's still like, you know, Shinboy, Keenan, those guys, they're really, really smart. They're really talented players. And
Kembalikan surat Indo. Ini mulai aneh nih live chat gue nih.
Mulai
dah. Ya.
Mulai dah keluar.
Guys, refresh chat. Oh, ini saatnya chat khusus pelanggan.
Kapitalis. Jadi kapitalis.
Tapi gue lagi gawe, gue lupa. Bukan nobar biasa. Saya lupa.
Cuma 14 ya. SLR sejauh itu cuma 14, kenapa Bit?
Kaki kayaknya apa lengan?
Enggak, lagi naik bagi loh.
Berarti lengan.
Berarti jangan pernah percaya guys
saya
kalau
juga
udah
nggak berkurang tadi.
Guys, Argentina hilang satu, guys.
Udah tadi kan gara-gara nembak.
Udah ditabrak. Iya, dipanggil alam dah.
Sama itu yang dipanggil
Ditabrak sama anak Tuhan PUBG.
Enggak, emang sengaja ya gue biar kalian trigger gitu. Kayak live chat.
Waduh, beneran main trigger.
Wah, Indonesia, Jerman.
Kalau dia di pertigaan sawah, blunder nggak Bit? Jatuhnya Bit.
Pertigaan sawah.
Itu pertigaan sawah dekat banget sama dia.
Rumah atau apa ya?
Pom bensin ya.
Gak
Seberang
mungkin.
Resikonya gede banget tuh.
Tapi resiko begal bisa ya? Ngebegal bisa ya?
Nggak bisa juga ngebegal pom bensin itu. Pom bensin itu nggak bisa ngebegal.
Bisa bro,
Turnamen
dari
ya,
Yasnaya bro.
Ngedefennya susah banget itu pom bensin anjing.
Ay betul kalau itu. Karena datar, bener-bener datar anjing.
Iya.
Dari mana-mana.
Temen lu berempat udah dua lagi.
Biar ada pembahasan aja sih guys. Yo, Jerman lagi ya, kasihan dah.
Poin udah 9 tuh.
Itu 9 dari 9 match masalahnya di sini nih. Bro, pusing pala. Makanya pusing banget.
Jerman ada siapa sih, Bit?
Gak ada, Jerman gak ada pro player. Makanya katanya diributin ini Jerman kenapa bisa masuk. Jerman itu gak ada pro player.
Diributin sama siapa?
Sama orang ini PUBG. Kenapa Jerman kok bisa masuk ke Piala Dunia? Masih banyak padahal.
Even Filipina juga ada kan?
Nah, Filipina tuh kayak Archangel tuh. Kenapa mereka nggak masuk tuh?
Eddie.
Hah? Eddie Thailand.
Si akrab sama Eddie itu.
Apa?
Gue dengarnya Kopet nyebut Eddie jadi kayak akrab betul.
Iya.
Gimana namanya beneran Eddie?
Si Eddie. Still kill.
Mampus kejepit lu.
Jerman tuh namanya yang bagus yang ada pro player tuh yang naik pas ada G2 e-sport tuh. Sekarang udah nggak ada, nggak tahu udah isi Jerman siapa. Kena.
Sebel sekali kawan.
Wah, temennya kena juga. Udah. Nggak selamat tuh.
Slimzy doang sih.
Jauh temennya.
Ya disampai Nenonik ya.
Oh iya benar Caca, Eddie Mulan benar. Si paling
Jerman.
aneh banget dah ini. Kayak viewer lagi high juga dah.
Lu pada yang lebih high kan nih?
Betul.
Kata Nobar di Jerman ada Baragil.
Iya. Sama katanya pro playernya ada New Year bet. Segala kiper di bawah. Kiper bukan sih.
Wah, pecah ban semua nih. Vietnam ambil hati ini bro awal-awal. Nggak bisa rotasi deh.
Indo.
Pom bensin seberang. Pom bensin seberang.
Rumah nenek.
Sama lagi lihat next zone.
Allah.
Waduh.
Ini sonanya bawah Stalber ada susah.
Harusnya ke rumah nenek si Smash aja ya nih. Anak-anak nih. Smashnya cabut nih.
USA just cannot find any way to make this one work together.
Smash cabut yuk biar Indo ngisi rumah lu.
Lu lihat tuh Lasik.
Kickstart last one up.
Weh.
Tries to pre-fire.
Weh.
now here come the reinforcements. He's too
Ditolongin guys ya.
Ini abang-abang nih lagi serem nih. Lagi tinggi nih kebenaran.
Finland also saw this firefight and is moving down this hillside. They've got Taipei
Kembar Tachibana sih lagi meraja ya.
into this position. I don't know if they're going to run all the way down to where we see Korea playing from, but Argentina.
Santai bro, mobilnya santai.
Korea tadi ya.
Itu gua banget sih.
Iya lu baca emang.
Tabrakan adalah rem ya, Bet.
Debrak. Iya, nabrak dulu baru berhenti.
Actually, it turns out that all of Korea has already
Chuki ngajakin cycle.
from the USA. And I'm pretty impressed that Argentina.
Gi, inget nggak Gi? Asik inget nggak Gi?
With that because they do have Australia that's coming back behind them right now.
Maybe
So
I'm speaking too soon.
just a touch. I know
Kawan
USA
gue
is
jadi
also
aktif banget bahasa Inggrisnya.
strong position with their 2-2 split that they had a second ago. That's we might be seeing.
Tuan rumah. Wop.
Wih, kaget. Aduh.
Opa.
Orang Argentina bro datang sama bapaknya.
Tapi sebelahnya USA aja. Benderanya banyak. Turki, USA.
Oh iya.
I think so.
Oh itu ini enggak sih?
Support. Apa yang jual bendera ya?
Itulah pokoknya. Jual bendera. Kasihan yang jual, dibeliin.
Untung nggak pas lagi gini ya guys ya.
Gitu ya. Lihat itu. Miko lagi diliatin sama surga tuh. Nice. Wah, ini iya nih.
Bocil bro.
Kalau surga udah ngelihat gini nih, Pit.
Can he hold it up? Michael is running into this. Smokes down vision minimal as both teams are trying to survive right here on the edge of the zone.
Ripep.
Ya, dipadon.
Wih, nembak apaan bro? Wah, cheater anjing.
He's just throwing down flashbangs in the smoke.
Buset, bisa gitu nih. What the?
VHC gets a spray into one, trying to pick up more havens outside in the blue, and it is just running forward, listening to whatever you can.
Timing.
Gets caught.
Bakar ya.
I mean, what a maneuver there to throw the
Enggak,
stun at his feet
ide,
while
bro.
he's running through the smoke to distract his
Bisa
opponent.
buset.
Movementnya sih mengerikan ya.
To pick up a big kill.
Enggak, ini zonanya mengerikan untuk Indo sekarang nih.
Ya betul. Kecuali Turki ini terculik 1 ya kan, 2 terculik bisa nih mungkin.
Dapat kill lumayan lah, 2 tuh. Nabung.
I mean, eventually Finland.
Barter ya guys ya.
13. Iya bro, turun. Lagi bau nih, lagi bau.
In the blue behind a rock, I don't suspect.
Oh Michael dibacanya.
Gonna line up the grenade, comes up just a bit short there, and Michael, this might give him an opportunity here to at least try to find the kill on the VHC.
Wop, geker dulu. Wop, dia hit udah Savior. Wop.
Udah 1 itu.
2M pasti.
I don't know. Australia also doing a lot of supervision on what's going on down this hillside. VHG is inside the safe zone, but no matter which way he goes, he's going to get spotted out. It's just a matter of time before somebody gets a vision on this one. And finally, it is going to be safer to takes down Michael. Now it's just a matter of what we can see going on to the north.
Anjing dia bawa pistol, bro.
All right, VHC.
Dia tuh bawa pistol.
Oh, garit dia.
Garit.
Easy win, right? All right, Martinson gonna take care of Luke 12 there.
Mau drive by pistol dia anjing.
Nggak usah drive by anjing, dia langsung nembak aja kan.
Supirnya bisa.
Bisa lah. Beceng
bisa ya supirnya.
Lu pikir kenapa si Garit bawa pistol sekarang kan? Gara-gara ini.
Niu.
Nice.
Udah satu doang. Mampus kena prank lu.
Dapat 2 lu ya.
2 bro. Let's go.
Nice bro.
Al sendirian anjing. Ini Indo lagi jauh banget bisanya.
Di mana dia?
Trying to feel out their approach. Now it looks like they might be eyeing Japan.
Di repep. Aman bro, di repep bro. Beneran tau Turki keculik 2. Lu bilang.
Sesuai lock, sistem lock biasa.
Korea has been harassing Vietnam and the other teams on the other side of this hill. And like I was talking about, Canada, they're going to get to that position. They can make the vehicle fort on the side of it.
Anak muda pasti bisa.
Still going to have a couple different teams watching.
Kayaknya Brazil 2 match ini kena bonus. sih kayaknya. Dibunuh anjing. Lagi parah.
Finlandia juga sisa sebat.
Kemana dia nih?
Pusing cuk, mana sendirian anjing. Semua rumah udah diisi.
Ini semua arah banyak tembakan.
Oh, ini dia tepuk tangan nih, tepuk tangan.
Tepuk tangan kan nih? Apa sorak nih?
Sorakan.
Lagi
Sorakan
Cina.
kali.
Wah,
Cina
sorakan nih.
knock satu.
Enak banget zonanya.
Yah, tepuk tangan dulu lah. Tepuk tangan dulu satu.
See if Thailand can manage to defend this one up, though, as Durance does
China
have a good
diajar dari
position
jauh.
for it, but China still inside the
Oh,
safe
penok
zone.
dua,
has
sisa
multiple
satu.
keeping positions to play from.
Sisa Nurin.
Sisa dua, Bit. Oh, knock lagi.
Sisa satu bro, sisa satu bro.
Indo zona masih agak enak ya kalau Ionic
Bisa naik dan
tahu
naik
posisi.
aman-aman.
Bisa cuma ketemu.
Tapi belakangnya ada Jepang, ada banyak.
Ya,
Oh, tepuk tangan.
Tepuk tangan.
Hap,
Dapatnya tepuk
hap,
tangan, bro.
Hap, hap. Enti.
Semoga Indonesia nggak ngeliat ke Indo ya, biar bisa naik dulu.
But really, all of the action's going to be going on over
Oh,
here.
enggak.
Canada trying to hold out
Koreanya
Germany
lagi
both
lihat
outside
Vietnam,
the
bro.
safe zone. Vietnam
Lu
on
lihat
the
tuh.
opposite side. Couldn't keep them out.
belakangnya.
Thailand
Di
now
sana
starting to
soalnya.
break out of
Tapi ada
Germany.
satu lagi yang ngarah ke Indo itu.
Finland is spotted out as well.
Oh, ngeliat Indo kayak Bit.
Now,
Ananda versus anak didik ibu darahnya
angle
nih.
into him, does manage to take him down. Quick retaliation coming up
Iya.
on the other side.
Wah.
Good spray coming out. Germany starting to win this fight.
Aduh,
Winning that fight. But guess what? China hurt.
Ente Bang Kanada.
Woi,
Woi, dapat bro. Woi. Mantap bro, sesuai sistem lock bro.
Bapaknya sama Indo.
Bola sih seru ya.
Iya nih, Piala dunia bro.
Wah, kena nih.
Karena di KP
Empat
ya
di
kan,
kaki.
di KP,
Oh,
di
iya,
luar
sama
kok.
Jepang ya?
Seru banget.
Dapat dua.
Ente for
Enggak.
Jerman.
Kemarin hari pertama
Wah,
Cina paling
ini
bawah ya
lunas.
kan.
Kena culik
Jadi
Jepang.
7 sekarang nih.
Korea still doing a good job at defending.
Kelamaan.
Ya.
Anjing, ngeri banget.
Ionicnya ngeliat.
EZ anjing ini dari mana? EZ, batu lu ya?
Siapa EZ?
Siapa itu?
Oh, Diki anjing, Diki.
Diki.
Oh, Diki.
Ah, Diki.
Batu banget.
Astaga.
Kagak potongan rambutnya sih kalau gue liat kayak Bang Tara ya.
Jangan-jangan syutingnya di Thailand deh.
Siapa Diki beneran datang nih pasti nih, pasti Diki.
Indo lengkap mana jadi dia tuh.
Dik, ngomong-ngomong kenapa lu Discord kan Dik lagi di Thailand?
Iya. Now he's the only
Indo
mana
in
ya?
the north part of
Nggak
the
kelihatan
circle.
rotet Indo
The
mana?
South
Keculik
still trying to
satu
work out
bro.
the
Argentina.
TD, menang TD. TD ayo menang TD.
Alah,
Oh, dibokong. Seva ini dibokong please. Ada Rido itu, ada Rido.
TD, face-nya.
Wah, kenapa? Ya.
Ya, Jepang.
Aduh, ketinggalan pula ya kan.
Japan so much more comfortable today, getting their shots, hitting them as they go.
Oh,
It
no.
looks like we're going to see them be able to get
Ayo,
Shiba
dik.
now very close
Ayo,
to
bunuh.
KX, and that's kind of the remnants on what's going on with Indonesia.
Aduh, belum
Now,
zona
while
lagi,
they
anjing.
managed to survive it out, KX is playing this one
Bom
pretty
sih, Dik.
slow. I don't think
Oh,
that
buta
he's
deh.
gonna try to go back for this one. Yeah. He's just
Si
going to
Poli
make
lagi
his way up
nge-backup
that
tuh dari
hillside.
atas.
See if Shiba can spawn it out. He
Aduh,
should
di
have
posisinya
nice
itu
vision
kelihatan
on the
tadi ya.
other side of this hill.
Pakai udah ya, di atas
Now
aja
he knows
goblok
what's
betul.
going on. Looks down.
Wah.
Gets
Wah,
shots in, and that
ente dah.
Kira saya.
Bro, kill berapa tuh?
Bro.
11 dia naik. Ayo last game. Finish top 10 lagi lah. Setidaknya balikin dulu rank
Top 8 lah, top 8. Jangan top 10.
Top 8 itu masih bisa
Bisa lah.
deket poinnya.
Top 5 lah,
Kayaknya.
top 5.
12.
I really want to see a big performance here from this Japanese team.
I mean, look, Japan
Siapa
up
bukan yang
in
main
ninth,
sepeda,
making
siapa
a
yang main
massive
sepeda?
statement for themselves. I love to see this. This is a region.
Boleh, Jack. Ya elah langsung masuk ke Discord aja, Cok. Malu-malu,
Jack,
Jack.
elah ngobrol kita.
Elah, Jack. Kayak baru kenal hari.
Aman, Jack. Gak ada si dia.
Ya, adanya
Harus
Diki doang
banget
sih.
masuk Discord, bawa circle.
I mean, there's a reason why he's as expensive as he is in the fantasy stuff. Now
Kompol
let's see
jatuh.
how
Si
that's gonna
dia
play.
lagi.
Lagi sendirian nih. Jack, sini, Jack. Ada Diki nih.
perfectly content just staying out here, wants nothing to do with what's happening with Korea.
I mean, the
Mungkin
thing for
kangen
Tibbs right
kata-katanya
now
kali,
is
Dik. Coba,
Man's
Dik.
pretty spread out, so if he can isolate those fights, he can absolutely do a lot of damage. Now Luna is
Caranya
Dik.
nggak merendah jadi lonte.
is going to have to we can actually go team up with the
Apa yang dikasih itu ya kan?
You win a 1v1 versus Singleton, and that's gonna feel good.
AWM?
Japan now
Di
has control
AWM.
of so much of the eastern
Gokil,
region.
Cok.
Korea has been
Oh, di
dancing out
flip.
around this,
Iya.
but not
Asik tuh ya.
assuming the upper sections of this hillside. Really, everybody's got a
Mirip
spot
AWM
right now
gua lah
except for
kalau
Vietnam.
musuhnya
Yeah,
Dim.
actually Vietnam's just kind of
Nonton klip gua dah itu 2017.
Asik banget.
Parah.
Korea's been putting pressure on them, so you know they kind of have to wait
Kayaknya
this out.
nonton
It's
Nair
gonna be
deh
about
biar
Ngomong
biar
doang lu ya
tengah nih.
Jegzi ya, nggak ke Discord ya.
teams like China and
Anti
Korea, they're
banget
so
bro,
difficult,
Indo.
they're so disciplined, they're so smart.
Rank 6 tadi ini, mulai bangkit, mulai bangkit.
Stuck in a bad position.
Iya,
They're
Asia Pred,
absolutely
bro,
trying to
Asia
punish
Pred.
them for it. I also got a point
Iya, ini
out
Asia
here that
semua, Cuk.
Spain still had, like,
Oh
6
iya.
frag
Iya.
grenades.
Meraja,
Gak ada
bro.
apa ini isinya.
Japan
Oh, tapi
is
kalau
really
Brazil
trying
udah
some
rusun,
value here if they have to, like,
seneng
sweep
gua
like
Brazil
Korea,
rusun, Jo.
try to take Korea
Anjing
out.
Brazil
serem
sih
dia
pawang Jona banget ya dari kemarin.
Mode fire.
This section of the
Tinggi
circle
banget
is-
anjing
I
Brazil.
mean, having nades out, you can just do so much damage from such a safer position.
Ketahuan
It
dah.
looks like China might
Ketahuan,
have an
ketahuan.
idea.
Meledak.
Wop, ini dia bomnya.
Bye.
Nades thrown out.
Oh,
Looks like it even
enggak.
curved down the
Bah.
hillside. That's one down.
Bah.
Outside the other one, and that was
Wow.
quick and easy. Vietnam now out, and
Gila,
China
easy
still in
katanya, bro.
firm
Ini lagi
control
banyak
over half
banget
of the
anjing
circle.
bot ini
China's
nih.
got control of this game.
Eksklusi
Unless there's
gila,
a
eh.
hard shift towards Korea's compound, they really
Nggak di gua,
should have
nggak di
this game
kalian, nggak
more
di
or less
PUBG.
wrapped up. I mean,
PUBG
Xiao
itu
Lu there in the
ada
middle
aja.
flank to make sure that that
Eksklusi
stays put.
ngeflank
Japan is
sampai
gonna try a bit of a split
Miramar
here
ya.
right now as they continue to
Seks
just
lu
completely
udah
encompass
main
the
sendiri dia, udah
southeastern
pede,
edge
udah
of
pede
this
Mas Ed.
circle. They're gonna
Iya.
use this
Udah pede
opportunity to
chicken nih
drop
harusnya
and
mereka
get-
nih.
Meanwhile,
Lah,
Korea,
gue pede main
Lu
sendiri
lihat
mati.
loh.
situation like this, you have to kind of
Beda
Nggak
dong.
gitu.
And I mean,
Sendiri
they're doing
di
a good
kita
job of
kayak
surviving,
Zalman,
but
Zalman,
it's
oh
a
Zalman,
very
lu lihat.
dangerous
Zalman ya,
place
kalau
to
yang
play
pede
from.
Zalman.
Zalman.
Division out, you can see Loki trying to get at least an idea on how people are rotating
Wah,
around them.
nariknya ke
Circle
Korea,
does
bro.
pop, and Korea is still in it.
Well, this is
Eh,
about
Jepang
the
juga masih enak
worst
ya.
situation
Korea
possible.
selalu
Disuruh main sendiri aja biar enak Indo. Nggak gitu kan ada tim lain ya.
Dari kemarin.
I think Lash just got popped in the
Wah,
chest
klasik,
with that
klasik.
AWM, by the way, and ZPon has
Iya, Gi, iya,
Shiba
Gi,
on
iya,
the
Gi,
other
betul, Gi.
side of this rock.
Parah banget emang nggak di cover.
Really diligent about
Kawan-kawan
this.
Sorry,
Really great by
balik.
ZP. He got
Gue
just
cuma
off the
pusing
hill,
ngeliatin
saw the hill
nonton
briefly,
gitu loh.
didn't
Parah
see
banget
anything.
nggak di cover.
I'm just gonna move back.
You can tell what's going on with
Lagi
Sorry,
bilang
Pak.
guys,
Emang lu
Korea
dengar atau
sampai
gua nggak
zona-zona
dengar?
akhir terus. Gue mah multitask pro. Multitask pro.
Bro, sorry banget bro, di WC gue tadi bro.
Gila dari 4 orang temennya anjing
Gue
gue
denger
doang yang
bro,
lagi
gue denger
merhatiin.
bro, sorry banget bro, gue di WC.
Memang yang terbaik itu Okto udah.
Asik
memang.
banget
Ih,
jilat.
Nggak gitu bro.
Gak masuk suara gue tadi teriak ya. Jauh bro,
Nggak,
WC.
nggak masuk bro.
Yang lain kurang, supportnya kurang.
Tadinya
Lagi
gue mau
ngomong,
support
lu
tapi
ngomong.
mau ngomong ente doang
Lagi
kan
ngomong
kasihan
dari
ya.
mana? Lagi hening Bit tadi Bit. Pas gua ngomong
Nggak,
baru
gua
Kopit
ngomong pas
ngomongnya yang
dia.
lain.
Gue pasti ngomongnya gimmick, lu ngomong jadi tabrak.
Enggak sih emang banyak alasan Gi, kayak orang-orang kayak gitu.
Alasan bro Bit terus bah.
Enggak bro, nggak gitu bro.
Support aja udah nggak support.
Support the team.
Now, you know, it's just everybody I think has about enough space that they can kind of wait this out, man.
Everybody's playing for
Tapi
circle
sih,
right now, and that's why we're not hype. We're not
habis ini
screaming.
zona
Everybody's
8
just
ya.
trying to feel out what's going on. We are
Yoi.
still in
Lah
Kalau
bukan
zona
sekarang
ini-
zona 7 pes.
and it's
Jadi,
really
benar.
about information collection based. We're trying to
Tapi ini zona 7 sih.
who's rotating where. We know how many
Lah,
people
iya
are
kan?
up. Japan
Selanjutnya
takes
8 kan?
shots out, and
Iya.
just
Lah emang
taking those
iya,
shots
bukannya
reveals him, and
kalau
China's
2
also
kali
now
zona
gonna
lagi
know an
9.
idea on where Japan's
Nggak ada ya?
forward defense.
Zona
Yeah,
9 ada nggak
exactly.
sih?
And now they
Ada,
Tapi
9 ada.
40 detikan lagi zona 8 nih toh.
Tapi tadi zona 6 udah beres dah.
Udah.
Oh, emang iya?
Hah?
Udah boleh gak jelasan.
Halo Paris Ramadan.
Wujeks, Jaki. Lu bisa ke Discord nggak ya, Jaki?
Gue mau lihat klipnya si Ken lagi ngeflick nih tadi nih.
Ini bro,
Kane.
set. Nanti pet, nanti ada di preview
Highlights.
match. Highlight. Dengan slow-mo-nya itu ya kan biasanya kan.
Yoi.
Iya.
Ini sekarang lagi ngedit
Teriak
pet
lagi,
orang-orang
Rifki,
sana.
gitu.
Rifki!
Gitu
loh.
This is
Set.
a very wide open
Set.
terrain to try to
Jar.
push across. Goes,
Jar.
doesn't connect. Even if you see
Wop,
a
ini
knock,
dia lagi
it is
loncat.
gonna be so
Boom.
scary
Oh,
to
nggak
cross
kena.
this
Wah.
distance for it.
Oke
Trying to
berarti
see
tadi.
maybe you get some damage on it, get some knocks. Maybe that could provide something.
Jepang masih.
Nah, ini tuh selanjutnya zona 9.
Korea masih dapat nih. Nah, ini 40 detikan lagi John mau nutup nih tuh ke 9 nih.
Ah gitu.
Iya.
Bangkong mode on.
Kakinya kelihatan. Mau dipotong tuh kaki.
Dapat.
SX lu kena hit. Enak.
67.
Mundur. mundur.
Ya, nubruk.
Hit.
Tinggal
Patchnya udah pecah ini ya.
Hancur.
Patchnya udah retak nih.
Pasti dia tahu tuh krek, ya kan?
Krek.
Taking a whole bunch of damage from the crossfire of Korea and Japan. Axlef trying to just look around and trying to back off.
Wah, ini Cina ente kayaknya dah. Nggak zone deh, bro.
Lagi pada ngadu sipit semua nih guys anjing.
Gue sih udah nahan baca komen itu ya, soalnya terlalu ya kan. Kalau yang sesama sipit yang ngomong kan aman gitu kan.
Rumah ngapus rumah. Ih, lu lihat itu tuh smoke-nya tuh. Itu tuh
Wah,
smoke-nya tuh.
gila. Rapi ya. Kayak ular.
Bro. Nah,
Kita kan jarak satu smoke lagi. Wah. Wah.
Pas banget.
Mantap, bro.
Bomnya Korea, bro. Gua bilang kan. Oh, mati zona Zipian. Udah mati zona, jangan kasih kill orang, bro. Sumpah.
Dia yang mau nge-kill, bro, masalahnya, bro. Tuh, bro.
Enggak bakal hidup dia ini masalahnya, no.
Wah, zonanya. Wah.
Maning, goy.
Ini sih Jepang banget ya zonanya ya. Korea kering nih keluar rumah nih.
Kan ya itu ya.
Iya, harus turun tapi Korea dalam rumah semua nih.
Tergantung Bit, kalau kena waktu Bit ya di pohon beda cerita sih Bit.
Masih hidup ya nggak ada lagi. Ya ini sih kering nih.
Ya
Kering sih ini.
elah.
Nggak ada apa-apa ya ini.
Minimal.
Iya,
Tiga nih.
By Loki there. Loki
nggak kena.
trying to get out that door, but Kane still plenty of bullets inside of that AWM. And look at this, Loki's almost out of 5-5.
I mean, problems
Pelor hijaunya habis lagi.
Semoknya habis sudah Korea nih.
Enak soalnya ada rumah-rumah, ada pohon yang nutupin.
Trying to find something out of this one. Korea not certain if there's anybody inside.
Kenapa masih 57% Japan? Padahal dia knock 1.
Karena setengah zonanya dia yang dapat tuh.
Karena yang kena bisa dihidupin.
Wah, masa.
Korea though wanting to climb up, they know the fact that they're starting to assault the top of the leaderboard, and this could be an opportunity for them.
Betul juga sih. Ada peluang lah ya, ada peluang dihidupin.
Finally starting to make the run out.
Nah, itulah dia. Wah. Betul guys. Oh, betul.
Ini Jepang dari bottom freak, bro.
Yoi, bro.
Gokil,
Kuatan anime.
Wibu, bro.
Ini dia Nade versus Opa guys.
Nade.
Bentar mau lihat box dulu nih.
Oh iya.
Nade versus Opa guys.
Kira-kira ada berapa orang yang ngomong kekuatan anime atau wibu guys? Kita lihat. Kita refresh dulu.
Anime power.
Ini dia.
Kalau ditulisnya paling ayah tuh.
Kudasai bisa memenangkan pertandingan kita kali ini dengan lawan
kenapa ada
tim
hentai
Korea,
versus
tapi dua
drakor
pemain
dah,
berhasil
bangsat.
ditumbangkan. Ini berbahaya dan
Kan bisa anime versus drakor ya.
berhasil mendapatkan winner chicken dinner yang pertama.
Yes, tampaknya anime versus army dimenangkan oleh anime. Waduh.
Ternyata casternya ya.
Anime lawan
Ngomong.
anime lawan army nggak
Army.
bisa.
Nggak
Harusnya itu lawannya Bibu.
Oh, iya.
Bibu lawan army. Astagfirullah.
Ini lebih sama BTS sekarang. Apa jadi BTS?
Kenapa jadi BTS yang dibawa dah?
Istirahat.
Army bisa jadi.
Masih ada satu match lagi kan?
Dame.
Kayak istirahat cepet dah. Tinggal satu match kan soalnya.
Pada kabut tadi.
Gue senang banget kalau lihat.
Iya maksudnya istirahat cepet.
Suara si Meng. Itu Jepang
Iya, kita
Korea.
kita
Udah
lebih bantu
kencing
guys.
kali.
Nonton soalnya.
Ini highlight asik.
Hacklek.
Dan
Ngerokok dulu itu Gi setengah batang dia.
di match kita yang keempat.
Pertanyaan gue kalau misalnya dingin boleh pakai jaket ya? Apa harus jersian semua ya?
Anime versus
Enggak ada yang pakai jaket. Itu
Hashtag
pakai ini
kode
Mas Pet.
nuklir,
Manset,
jatuh.
manset, pakai manset.
Bangsat, bangsat. Lu mah dempik kalau kayak gitu-gituan mah.
Enggak ada tadi pakai jersey semua tuh.
Terkuat katanya.
Mereka.
Oh iya, rehat ya?
Itu
Rehat ya?
gozaimasu.
Nih ID cardnya nih, yang mau ngerokok dulu ngerokok.
Iya.
Jatuh sama Kamsa.
Ini yang mau lu lihat yang mana?
Kebelet,
highlightnya,
Cok.
Pet? Yang
Di
OWM
ujung
ya?
itu.
Udah lewat, Pet.
Anjing.
Belum, gua lagi buka di YouTube nih. Ki.
Oh iya, lihat air dulu, Bro. Lihat coach.
Tapi kita nonton
Lihat
highlight
coach dulu nih. Coach.
Wah, ini kurang
Yang
Ini
Jepang.
ada
Ki,
highlight
yang
guys, highlight.
Yang Jepang AWM kan highlightnya.
Ini lagi
Kalau-
dengan Kanada.
Kalau di Twitch sudah lewat, udah lewat di
memberikan
Twitch.
impact yang begitu
Nah,
baik
itu.
dan Tigleton ini
Jepang udah.
begitu sakit.
Baru.
1v2-nya berhasil.
Ya, lu lihat
didapatkan
satirannya
dan
di Twitch, gua
bahkan
gebuk lu.
itu clutch. Begitu
Kok di gua belum ada ya?
bisa saat desain keren sekali
Belum,
mencoba
lewat tadi.
zona.
Memang nggak diliatin bagian Jepangnya, bagian
Oh.
Aussie-nya
Berapa
dulu
match
kan.
satu? Berapa match lagi? Satu lagi.
Oh iya.
Habis ini las.
Itu ente banget untuk
Bukan
Itu
perspektif.
dia,
Nanti
Bro.
perspektif mah nunggu diedit, Bro.
Tigleton nembak tap
Udah,
hilang
Iya,
palanya
udah
langsung.
di-
telah menjadi bulan-bulanan.
Udah Mas Pet, udah tadi.
Nah, dan nampaknya
Enggak, maksudnya
Jepang
dari
bukan yang
perspektif
perspektif
berhasil
AWM.
untuk memulangkan
Jepang.
Oh,
Jepangnya.
si Ken-nya. Oh iya.
tim Jepang
Nanti adalah masuk
yang
highlight itu
tadinya
highlight
berada
pasti
di hashtag
fix.
9 mereka
Pasti,
plus
Bro.
10 poin.
Tigleton yang nembak duluan itu.
Pakai masker nggak ngap apa ya?
Poin.
Oke.
Kebiasaan.
dan itu
Covid
dia
kayaknya dia tuh.
untuk
Kalau kebiasaan di rumah lu suruh pakai masker juga jadi orang gila, dikatain mak lu.
Ngap juga sih.
kira ke top 4.
Rere.
Kaget saya.
Nyantai
Eh,
aja,
Rere.
Nyantai.
Coba siapa yang cewek, guys?
Lihat top 4 di match kita yang
Parah nih,
ke-9.
Jaka nggak ada di sini
Teman-teman
nih.
semua yang masih
Panggil
semangat
Jack,
untuk
Jack.
tim Indonesia.
Wah, nggak bisa
Terima kasih
gini nih.
banyak pokoknya untuk kalian semua yang masih
Siapa
stay
yang
ya.
ada di-
Dan apa tuh?
Redeem code.
Oh, redeem code.
Irawan.
Sembari menunggu break
lu
karena
ngapain
kita
Inu di
akan
Discord
break dulu sebelum
sendirian?
masuk ke match yang terakhir. Kita akan kasih redeem code buat kalian semua ada di
Ya
sebelah
guys, redeem code guys ya.
Dia UC MVQ KJ
Redeem code, Bro.
MGSC3. Silakan di redeem teman-teman semua. Di redeem boleh bebas di in game intinya ya. Kalian
Udah
bisa
bahasa
redeem
semua.
di
Ya, kagak bajigo
kode
apa ya?
ini di in game langsung. Jadi buat kalian semua yang lagi login silahkan di redeem.
Gue pengen benci kalau
Kalian
lagi
yang
bebangkis.
udah lama nggak
Eh
login,
guys, ada guys.
sekarang dari
Slow-mo-nya
redeem
guys.
login ya.
Di Twitch, di
It's
Twitch.
okay, nggak apa-apa. Jangan lupa di-update juga ya di Steam dan kita
Udah lewat ya?
Udah
lewat.
kita di
Ada slow-mo-nya tadi
match
barusan.
yang 9
Barusan
Balik
batas
Indo,
gua
balik
buka.
Indo, lihat di Indo, lihat di Indo.
Oh deh.
Ada ini kan lagi extra moment.
Baru lihat nih.
Iya,
iya.
di Indo mah kayak
Kalau
semua.
China
Iya.
travel
Di
kan
Indo
banyak
biasanya
banget.
predator
Iya
dulu
sih,
nih.
memang jadi luas.
Oh iya betul.
Dan ngeri-
Ada di Indo ada, di Indo ada, di Indo ada,
Iya.
di Indo ada.
Iya sih.
Ada,
48
standby.
Ini paling gede.
Standby nih, standby nih.
Jauh ini.
Iya.
Gede banget. Karena
Nah, nih.
mereka, ya walaupun di sana
Aduh, gua telat,
mereka
gua telat.
Wah.
aja
Gue telat anjing
terus
kali dua dulu.
Ah, ngapain?
Kita lihat kali ini untuk
Jangan tunggu aja.
Hacklek kayak gitu ya, hacklek.
Seharusnya ini dibawakan oleh analis ya, tapi oke Riri, ini apa yang terjadi Riri?
Oke,
Sah.
memang dari
Anjing.
Ken yang berhasil
Udah kali dua, kali dua.
mendapatkan AWM kemudian
Diliatinnya nggak pas lagi
Iya.
ditembakin nih dulu ya.
Iya, langsung ininya.
Jadi kita tuh bisa ngeliat arahnya. Gitu.
Dari
Tapi yang dia
ngeflick.
nembak through the smoke loh tadi yang bunuh si Inoni
eksekusi oleh tim Korea maupun tim
pakai AWM-nya.
dan memang dari tim
Bisa nggak main ya, Bit ya?
mereka mendapatkan hasil yang sangat baik. Mereka mendapatkan high
Halo.
Oh iya, thank you.
Nggak tahu udah.
tim Korea sulit sekali untuk membendung.
Nggak tahu gue, padahal nggak nge-mute kayak
Oh,
nge-mute
begitu.
gitu.
Thank you ya Riri ya.
Gue juga nanya Ibiza game,
Guys,
nggak tahu kenapa nggak main.
Bennett pikir guys dia.
Bisa dari mana?
Buat bokep guys. Buat bokep.
Bisa, Belanda. Belanda berarti yang nggak masuk.
Dengan 22
Oh iya,
total
kita sih
poin,
hashtag 5
China
untuk BTS-nya ya.
Dengan 15 total
James
poin,
juga.
Korea dengan 11.
James
total poin.
itu
Terus
Netherlands.
kenapa?
Itu ada analis teman-teman. Jadi ada analis.
Belanda sama
di-
Netherlands apa beda aja sih?
Iya.
Netherlands apa? Salah. Swedia. Kok Netherlands lagi sih anjing?
Itu suara Riri. Sahabatnya Rere.
Iya.
Salah bro.
Iya, dua
Biasa lidah Melayu
Oke,
emang.
dan Seva.
Ih, disalahin lidah Melayu.
Lu
Lu doang.
Hati-hati
Gua
mulut
doang,
lu.
ya.
Doang.
Hati-hati mulut lu, Bit.
Kan
Bawa-bawa
emang
ras lu
Melayu.
dulu.
Di match kita yang
Bahaya, Bit.
Coba bahasa Melayu gimana, Bit?
Keselak biji salak.
Kenapa?
Gitu
Tak
doang.
tak ada lah.
Iya kan, biar ada sesi analisisnya juga. Soalnya yang tadi itu bagian
Cuma gitu
anal.
doang,
Iya, yang tadi
Melayu.
duduk-duduk
Iya,
nyantuy ya
kebetulan
tadi.
Bahasa
bawah
Melayar,
ini di sebelah
Melayar.
kiri.
Malay.
Agak on frame.
Oke, kita bakal melihat total.
Melayu emang, bro.
leaderboard. Jadi
Pekan baru
mana?
asli.
Brazil masih 109,
Oh, Indonesia naik 2.
92, mana? Indonesia, oke. Naik dari hashtag 13
Hashtag
ke
11 ya,
hashtag
guys ya.
11. Jepang.
Oh ya, gue
Akhirnya
mending
mereka dari
mending sambil
Sama
download ya,
banget.
Pet.
kita
Game yang
keluar
itu,
dari
Pet.
masuk ke 8.
Yang lu kasih.
Korea mah
Emang mau dimainin
memang
sekarang?
terlihat
Ya enggak, mau
Dikit.
download dulu aja.
UK
Punya
juga
GTFO nggak?
kebanyakan. Awalnya di
Lagi
top 3 karena sudah
nonton-nonton
di
gini,
top
Dok.
Itu katanya lagi gratis ya?
Australia juga sama. Yap, ini
Lagi
dia total
week.
leaderboard kita yang sangat baik pastinya.
Gua ragu kalau mau
teman-teman
ngajakin
dari
Morbid.
Indonesia menurut gua ada progres.
Ngomongin
lain lagi pada
GTFO
main
itu game apa ya guys?
Karena Indonesia ada progresnya juga. Kita bakal melihat untuk match kita yang terakhir
ini
pada
Dito.
hari ini bakalan seperti apa progres
Betul.
Indonesia.
Mainnya tuh kayak lu ada
dan
misi
juga dibuahkan
disuruh
manis
ke
dengan
misalnya ke
Betul.
planet ini
Dan
nih.
tentunya itu dia untuk match kita yang ke-9.
Lu mesti
teman-teman
ngambil
semua.
sampel
Jadi
di sono
yang
terus lu
penasaran
bawa
real
balik
ini
gitu.
ada di sebelah sini.
Tapi
Dia ada on frame.
peluru lu tuh terbatas, bukan yang bisa
Memang
tembak-tembakan
bagian
gitu, enggak mesti pelan-pelan
Di sini
juga
nggak on frame ya,
gitu.
teman-teman ingat dicatat ya.
Kalau monster-monster
ini ya.
sudah pasar.
Lagi apanya yang lain buat ngelut.
Setuju banget. Dan
Kayak apa?
kita bakal
Star
break terlebih
Citizen.
dahulu? Yes. Kita akan break terlebih dahulu
Enggak
10
sih.
menit. So jangan kemana-mana
Kurang.
teman-teman. Kita bakal
Temanya luar angkasa.
melihat untuk
Teleport
match kita yang
date,
terakhir pada hari ini.
Ya, tem.
Saya Karen dan juga
Ya mirip Leoparded lah.
Yang satu ini.
Ini nggak bisa buru-buru mainnya toh dia.
Oke, kita skip.
Nah, kalau kayak Left 4 Dead mah itu kayak gua banget, bro, Left 4 Dead.
Wow.
Gua kemarin main Left 4 Dead sama Juan.
Apa nih?
Dan emosi parah anjing.
Wow.
Juan
Coba
emosi
dulu dah
parah.
toh pokoknya toh ntar. Kan ada tuh kan
Ah,
udah di
Left
ini.
4 Dead anjing.
Leoparded. Ini benar-benar hardcore banget masalahnya.
Wow, gak bisa. Wow.
Gak bisa dik.
Gak bisa duplikat.
Kan udah gua redeem sama Egi.
Enggak ada yang
Oh.
keempat.
Wah, morbid sih. Nyolong sih morbid.
Parah. Udah gua ambil sorry ya.
Produk code.
Adiki.
Nggak bisa.
Oh ya udah ya morbid berarti, Cok.
Ya udah.
Morbid.
Ya
Gua
udah
kagak
semua,
dikasih kodenya.
Lah,
Jepang. Gue ke
Japanicus Protectus. Breaknya 8 menit lagi guys. Ya, kita cari topik aja ya biar
Apanya tuh?
cari topik. 8 menit lumayan.
Lumayan ya.
Main.
Lama kan breaknya kan. Ngerokok, bro, ngerokok.
Gue yang cabut dong.
Hah?
Kalau ngerokok gitu kita yang cabut dong. Viewernya nggak ada topik ya kan.
Enggak, maksudnya playernya.
Oh, player.
Playernya ngerokok dulu.
Ngudut dulu, ngudut.
Suntik
Biasa.
sih, suntik.
Nyari napas.
Aduh, gue kira nggak jadi bersin. Hampir hilang.
Enonik.
Topiknya live yang dihack. Waduh.
Sawadikap.
Sawadikap aja mirip lagi pada Sawadikap.
Sawadikap.
Lu lagi nonton yang mana? Twitch
Siapa?
apa Indo?
Twitch.
Oh, Twitch.
Loki.
Oh, ini.
Seoul sih udah kayak pemain ini ya. Netflix.
Soul. Anjir. Kayak aktor banget tuh.
Iya,
Nonton yang mana lu pada Twitch atau Indo?
Twitch yang ada kondom nanti.
Ngadikap.
Sawadikap.
Ada kagak ya vlog pemain Indo di sono? Kagak tahu ya. Ada yang ngevlog apa kagak ya itu ya dari 5 orang itu?
It's just like
Bang,
Sanok.
di abang jam berapa? 8.53.
Iya, ini Hatin apa yang tengah-tengah ya?
Di tengah yang ada kapalnya ya, nyebrang.
Iya.
Ini biawak.
Iya, biawak.
Yang di Anyar banyak sih, Dik.
Bener sih. Waktu itu aja kita
Waktu itu
ketemu.
ada.
Segede gitu lagi.
Wah, katanya ada opa.
Wah, ke-11 nih itu.
Telat tuh.
Balik lagi.
Balapan, Cuk. Tata anjay.
Tadi tempat sih mirip painan banget ya anjing.
Nah, painan.
Nah ini nih, tengah-tengah kan gitu.
Itu dipegang kamera vlog tuh.
Iya itu.
DJI punya yang kecil.
DJI apa namanya?
Tahu DJI apa?
Jadi Indo ada yang kayak gini juga nggak ya?
Osmo ya kalau nggak salah. Osmo Pocket deh.
Kalau tadi mereka nanya ya.
Oh iya, Osmo Pocket bener.
신촌역 4번 출구 앞이야.
Untung mah dikolode.
와, 이게 뭐야?
Bukan pelawak semenit.
와, 시작선이다.
mukanya.
얘네 근데 위로 올라가는데 못 올라가. 얘들 연하예요?
Mau anjing.
Mereka sih relax ya pas nge-vlog kayak gini ya. Kita lihat kalau Indo gimana ya.
Halo Bang.
Wah, in memori.
직관 갔습니다.
PNG dari
dia
직관 가서 열심히 한국 친구
Lagi momennya kalau
집에서 봤는데. 아니 언젠가 또 열리면은 되고 싶다는 생각이.
Ah, udah dia udah biasa anjing masuk
생각하면서
kayak internasional.
될 줄 알았어.
Karena
Biasa aja sama
2019
mereka
itu
nih.
dia yang jadi tuan rumah kan kalau nggak salah.
나 얘기한 건데.
Iya.
Soalnya gue juga hampir ke Korea. 2019
Oh ya?
hampir. Iya. Cuman kan mager ke luar negeri gitu.
홈그라운드가 아니고 다른 데서 하다 보니까
Oh iya.
Thailand ya emang.
다른 것 같아.
Kemarin tuh momennya harus Thailand ya.
Sama anjing. Mager gitu.
물론 PCS에서 중국이 좀 강세를
Cuman
계속
waktu
보이고
itu
있는
sih
건 맞는데
tawarannya cuma
여기는 근데
jadi
중국이 딱 한 팀밖에 없잖아요.
yang kayak gitu bikin
저희가
vlog kayak
영상을
gitu kan.
꺾을 수 있고 이번
Tentang
얘기를
PUBG.
담아
Di venue.
잡고
Admin PUBG-nya.
Ya jadi admin PUBG lah ibaratnya mah. Admin PUBG.
글튼이는 아직
Kita nonton wajah aku ya udah kita tukar
쫓겨난
deh.
게
쫓겨난진 않은 것 같은데.
쫓겨난 게
제일 그럼 견제되는 국가는 어디예요?
글튼이 형이에요.
갑자기 형 됐어?
아니요 괜히 심기 건드리면 안 될 것 같아서
도발은 안 한다.
도발은 안 한다.
트래시 토크는 안 한다. 루크는 건드릴 만해. Hey Luke, be careful.
Asik.
I kill you.
발을 죽여주네.
걱정해 주는 것 같은데.
너 잡아가.
Oh yang lagi mana si Ijul bet?
태극기 휘날리고 있습니다.
TPO.
Fighting. Bang, translate kan bang? Enggak, mereka cuma ngomong aja guys. Kira-kira siapa player yang mereka takuti enggak ya? Yang gincar yang.
Oh, ini dia.
Wes, Dipa.
Brazil lo.
Dipa bro.
Dia.
Ini
Anjing
Dipa
sama
nih.
bocil.
Bukan. Ini
Sama
Magic.
bocil.
Dipa anjing, Dipa.
Yang satu lagi yang kayak Dipa banget mah bro. Nah, yang kanan,
Anjing mirip parah.
Oh iya yang kanan.
Oh yang kanan tuh.
Anjing.
Anjing. yang bawah juga mirip Dipa sebenarnya cuman.
Oh iya sih.
Dipa bocil lah gue.
Anjing.
San Paulo.
Olá, fãs de PUBG. Meu nome é Spark, sou do
Bagus,
time
dong.
Brasil e é um prazer conhecê-lo, fãs de PUBG ao redor do mundo.
Participar de mundial
É,
sempre foi um sonho e agora ainda mais
Tuaan dikit jadi Mbappe nih.
representando o país.
Semua Dipa dah.
Cara,
Iya, benar
Eu
juga.
já tive em 3 mundiais diferentes, mas esse aqui
Sering main layangan
esse é o meu
dikit
maior
Mbappe sih.
objetivo, que era representar o meu país, a minha bandeira, a minha seleção e representar o Brasil. Você não vai se arrepender de votar no Brasil.
Um dia a gente pensou em
Ah, ini
ser
Dipa lagi
inimigos,
nih.
hoje
Semua
não
Dipa dah.
pensamos mais, estão todos no meu bar e eu sinto muito mais confiante porque nossa equipe parece que se tornou a equipe mais forte do campeonato.
Os 16 times que estão na.
Itu helm
na
ketiga dapat
nunca-
kali.
A maioria dos players nunca jogaram juntos, então acho que vai ter muito time
Harusnya dapat.
sendo muito criativo, muito time fazendo coisas que nunca fizeram antes. Então esse campeonato tem tudo
Em
pra
belakangnya
ser um
piala
campeonato
dia,
incrível
Cak.
e muito legal de assistir.
Comparado com o desempenho da última Nation 2019, nós faríamos algo totalmente diferente da última vez.
Bangkok, eu tô indo pra Bangkok. O Brasil
Oh,
está
dia
indo pra
hashtag
Bangkok.
ini
Eu
14
vejo a hora
ya?
de jogar Nations
Hashtag
Cup
berapa?
na
13
Tailândia.
apa?
13.
Olê, 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 olá. É o Brasil que vai ganhar.
Oleh, oleh, oleh. ada.
Ini harusnya caster time sih. Berarti PUBG Indo.
Ini mereka
Oh ini ya?
venue-nya di hotel apa di mall gitu ya?
Apa Mas Pet?
Di ballroom sih harusnya.
Oh iya ada bro. Asik.
Ada kan?
Ada bro.
Nama gue Daniel dari negara
Oh, ini
Indonesia.
Daniel
Nickname
mirip
gua
Dipa juga
Neil.
ya.
Cahaya Gusti Ragil dari Indonesia. In-game nickname gua Hexagon ID atau Hexagon.
Berapa mungkin 2 tahun lebih.
Ke Bangkok.
Nggak ada turnamen offline dan ini offline lagi untuk turnamen PUBG ya pasti seru banget sih.
Apa ya? Waktu 2019 itu tidak terpilih kan. Jadi kita nggak bisa ngasih bukti yang kuat ke mereka.
Keberangkatan tim
Nanti di
Indonesia
PNC
pun ada
2022 kita akan ngasih surprise lah ke mereka. Gimana?
Surprise.
Ke negara-negara lain kalau Indonesia itu emang berhak di PNC ini.
Sama Timok itu juga kuat.
Berapa bit Indo?
Walaupun
Rank 13
nanti
masih.
bagaimanapun apapun yang terjadi, secara Timok kita akan bisa lebih maju daripada negara lain.
Halo Bangkok,
kita akan pergi ke Bangkok.
Salah. Wih. Wajar. PUBG
Gitu,
trading
guys.
cu. Trading 42 noh.
Trading pet.
Trending dia video yang kemarin
Iya,
yang
juga.
turnamen
Kemarin
yang
yang masih tentunya
yang
menemani
6 jam.
kalian di hari yang kedua dan kita
Ayo,
akan
naik lagi yuk.
match yang terakhir ataupun
Asik
di
banget
match
ya.
yang ke-10.
Trending for gaming.
Mana
Masih
kita
caster,
akan
masih
melihat
caster.
di Wrangle kembali di sisi Indonesia tadi.
Ini Rusia nggak ikut ya, padahal Navi jago dulu. Lu pikir kita tuh gantiin slot siapa ya kawan?
Tetap berdoa. Tadi mereka mendapatkan beberapa kill juga.
Lu pikir
dan naik
Indo
ke
masuk
peringkat
itu
ke-11, lebih
gantiin
tepatnya
slot
dari
siapa, coba
13 ke
tebak.
11. Yang awalnya memang di hari pertama mereka finish di angka 8,
Cang.
di posisi ke-8, tapi di hari kedua ini masih belum mendapatkan performa terbaiknya juga. Tapi dari tim Brazil yang sangat mendominasi sih bener-bener gila banget ya.
Betul banget. Tim Brazil berkali-kali berusaha untuk mendapatkan performance yang begitu meningkat. Mungkin mereka cuma sloppy di satu match saja, sisanya mereka benar-benar bermain
Hello
begitu
Bangkok,
baik
kita akan
ya,
pergi
ya.
ke Bangkok.
Bahkan 2 kali win yang mereka dapatkan di Miramar. Tapi di sisi mungkin seperti Finland,
Wih.
UK, performance
Mulai
mereka
nih ya.
lebih menurut. Bahkan Korea
Udah mulai lah.
begitu baik juga.
Udah.
Di TWC udah guys. Oke.
Yo guys.
Nanti lanjut aja ini.
Ya kita lanjut part 2 ya guys ya. Caster Indo yang laki mau nangis
Gatka
bangga
lagi nih,
itu
pesawat
tulus
Gatka,
guys,
pesawat
tulus.
Gatka nih.
Akhirnya ini saatnya gue untuk kencing guys.
Yeah, everything should be, I think, pretty routine because of the way that this plane is, and because that it seems like most teams
Erangel
aren't
being
like
routine?
Who would have
No,
thought?
never,
hot drops?
never.
How dare they?
Nggak ada yang ke Gatka
How
sih.
could they?
Nggak ada yang ke Gatka, maksudnya cuma Indo doang nih yang
But that's
daerah
just the fact
Gatka.
that everybody that when you get everybody good, they know exactly how they need to move. But that also does mean the fact that the tension is constantly mounting. Like, I loved the fact in the last game that we saw, it was a slower approach into the end. It wasn't just a WP into the fight, and everybody was trying to feel everything out.
Nabrak tuh pohon tuh.
Gimana
tadi tuh kalau nabrak pohon aja. Parasutnya.
Trying to get that last fight. That's what I love about PUBG.
Yeah, and what's super cool about that ending was you have
Kill
3
top
of the
5.
PCS Asian teams, right?
Wah, the mic tergeser
Wow.
ke itu TD.
Wah, suka
Zonanya
nih
apa
zona.
lagi dah?
Zona giting nih main ini.
Zonanya kenapa begini semua ya?
Ampun dah.
Because you and I
Udah pasti 40% air aja.
That is our lifeblood.
Bad circles? Take that back.
I'm sorry. Good circles, great circles. But I want to point out that
Gimana guys, Sona?
Set sonanya
Air,
tuh.
bro.
3 of the 4 regions that are in PCS Asia, the only one missing.
Oh, ini
from that
sebelumnya
is
nih
Chinese
Jepang.
Taipei. And it finished
Gue bosen
like
banget nih ngeliat
reverse
muka Tegel
order
Ten.
how things go, right? It's usually
Sering
China,
banget keluar
Korea
tahu muka
second,
dia kalau
and
lagi
then
ini
Japan third.
turnamen.
But that went completely in the opposite direction, and today this
Brazil cheat
Japanese team is
zona.
playing
Ah
so
iya
much
kah?
better today. I'm watching them; they're confident, they're hitting great
Ke
shots.
Brazil lagi
They
kah
seem to be
nariknya?
on a completely different level right now.
Tidak tahu tadi nggak lihat ini.
really want to point out that
Jadi pengen
you
makan
may
yang
not know
pedes-pedes
a lot
guys.
of these players
Ini lagi.
because the Japanese teams, typically haven't
Match
been as good as
10,
Korea
match
and Japan,
terakhir
so they're
tema
often kind
kita
of lost in
nyemil
the sauce
yang
of
pedes-pedes.
everybody talking about the Asia region. But I really want to point out that
Yeah, the power of red and white never
have been on a
fade.
team with Americano
Yoi.
Corn on what's called Donuts USG is the name of the
Which is
team.
an amazing name, by the
And
way.
it's not actually a donut company, which is really sad in a way. But still, the Donuts are a great name, and they are really good players, really in their own right.
Japan at some point, so I can make
Makasih Bang pujiannya Bang.
jokes regarding donuts. I know somebody out there is going to get that joke, and I appreciate it for every one piece.
I get that joke.
Hey, I didn't know. Look, see,
a little bit. I get it a
I
little
love
bit.
you.
I know. Well, you know, I'm also a fellow weeb, so.
Well, I mean, you live in Korea. It's a requirement. I'm in Texas. I'm kind of an outlier over there. We've got Brazil that does have a good position inside the circle, but I also want to point out to everybody we have Australia that is also in a very good spot. Chinese Taipei is making
ternyata
a real
pujiannya rada
rotation
bercanda
into this.
dikit guys.
And UK also playing in Milta proper has themselves a good spot inside of the circle. So a lot of the teams that we have our eyes on already one of the teams that are inside of, I would say, a very strong position.
Yeah, and I mean, especially like the UK and Australia trying to bounce back from pretty disappointing
tadi overallnya berapa
so
sih?
far today compared to yesterday. And you know, I just briefly saw the UK players, and you know, they're still in decently high spirits, but you know, they're starting to kind of
itu Brazil tuh.
after that game. I can see
Di ulta power kecil.
a little bit things were, you know,
Sama
obviously
rumah depan itu bit yang 4.
playing out of their minds the other
Yang
day.
kemarin rata kita.
Teams are adjusting. You're seeing, you know,
Sembarangan lo yang kita ratain.
kind of being more aggressive at the right moments. Japan
Ada yang kita rata anjing.
solidifying their play style and it's working for them. And I can't
Yang
believe Japan, dude. They are
yang ada Egi.
spread out.
Oh, nggak ada kompet itu ya? So ya.
Because there's a thing that's going on. Brazil
Iya. Lu yang kerjanya nonton dulu.
and whenever they can play no fear,
Agak ada yang rata rumah
points,
itu.
it just means the fact that they're going to unlock and do more and more
Parah
damage
banget,
to everybody around them.
Kirain kita bagus
Not
nggak
having to play
diinin, Ki.
safe, having this lead means the fact that they'll assault fights and take people in unexpected ways, and that's going to turn a lot of these games on its head. Speaking of turning games on their head, you can see
Masa
the
ke
Chinese
Milta
Taipei
ada
did
arahnya
get into
dari
position.
Milta gitu
UK
tapi
is
nggak
pretty
punya
close
lutan
to them as well,
apa.
but it's going to be Brazil is their closest neighbor.
Tasbun nggak punya kah?
Doing too many rotations.
Apa
It feels
ngebug,
like we're
guys?
going to get a lot of in-game rotations in this one, and specifically
Ada
a
itu,
lot of
Tas?
edge fighting. It looks like just due to the fact that everybody's
Memang
taking so
video gitu
absolutely.
kan.
I mean, there's going to be a lot of fighting
Kayak
kind
gak
of
kelihatan
from the
tasnya kan.
farm.
Pasti kan
all
ngalangin.
the way, kind of be
Memang gua lagi mau sebelahan sama dia orang.
There's going to be a fair
Biar
amount of,
kelihatannya
you
gue
know,
satu
people
match
trying
sama dia
to
orang.
race for position to get in there, but right now, if you were to look at the main map, you would see a lot of teams
Mungkin lu harus gantiin salah satunya, Pet.
lumberyard, more towards Milta Power, Milta Mini, all those things.
Iya,
The reason
tetap kesannya
being that
berempat.
with this initial circle being so
Klasik sih,
far in the
klasik sih
water,
mukanya
so
Korea
far
banget
off the
deh.
land. Now,
Wah,
oh,
dikejar
oh,
bro.
God.
Wah, anjing.
Jerman.
flips like it was the Olympics
Mengerikan.
over there. So Germany is going to
Gila.
go ahead and make their rotation in, but here's the problem. Vietnam's already ahead of
Anjing
them.
kayak gangster banget ya.
You saw Chinese Taipei, Brazil, and UK all holding down this position.
Jerman
Germany
kode
doesn't
konvoy
have a good
serbet ya.
rotation here. They're going to crest past Vietnam. But if they
Dikejar
play this
sadadanya.
any further north than where they're at right
Gangster,
now,
bro.
they're doomed. If they
Iya,
play to the
biasa
south of
adanya
it,
kayak
they're
satu.
gonna bump
Ini
into
Maxi.
Exactly right. They're just too late on this
Oh,
rotation.
terbegal.
Now, it's gonna open up and
Wah,
it's
itu dia.
gets a headshot in the finish. Now Shao
Satu
lagi dari
Mayora
Mayora.
getting some serious damage in. Finland in a lot of trouble.
Can he get these last couple of taps into it? Looks like he is going to be able to get
Satu hit lagi tuh.
Ai.
Uh-oh.
Wah.
There is no escape from China when they
Satu
decide
lagi
that
dari
they want
Mayora
you.
beneran,
This is all
guys.
the way on the outskirts of Georgia Pool, so now Finland taking 2 casualties very early.
Yeah, China kind of dialing up a new kind of idea in their playbook. They've gone for sort of a camp on a rotation path that they've read from Finland. We've seen this a lot with the UK, for example, in this event, where they're setting up a lot of traps for teams in there. At least on day one, we're getting a lot of kills off of it.
I mean, we often say welcome to South
Nggak
George,
diilut
but
tuh.
apparently North George is a little bit more violent over there. You
I
gotta,
like, where's
Kayak
Miracle?
kita dia, bro.
gotta be careful getting out of there.
Over coaching you.
Argentina and Turkey also did move
Ya,
in.
Maksud gua
buffering
berarti
anjing.
berkecukupan banget dong.
Yoi, bro.
This dip.
Ya, gue buffering
Turkey did
anjing.
manage to make
No.
it inside of the compounds itself, so that means that they're getting harassed.
Oh,
Argentina
udah.
wants to
Wah,
make
ada smash.
this
Op, udah megang bom.
moving in.
Op.
Ali RB got the nade prepped. Got to be
Kelihatan.
careful of smash on the side of it, but that could be a very good toss depending on how the bounce comes into this one. Goes
Gila apa ya?
right over.
Wah.
Touch too far. Side angle coming up for Fisher.
Wah.
Doesn't get the damage
Wah,
that they
gila.
wanted. Smash
Gila
trying to hold this one up. Doesn't have the vision for it. Gets
Bawahnya
some shots in, but
Ih.
Turkey is doing a great job on
Gua yang telat
surviving.
apa
I mean, I
gua
really
kecepatan ya?
want to see Argentina try to finish this fight because
Detik,
they've
guys.
done a ton of damage to Turkey early.
05,
They
06,
just haven't been able to
07.
convert on any
Sama.
dubs.
08.
Now long range shooting from other teams.
Boleh.
Oh, what?
Boleh.
Boleh.
Oh, ini apaan,
The
Cok?
drive-by shots. Now it's a response here from Smash trying to get something
Kok
done.
turun sih?
SB has gone
Mati.
down, but
Kok turun sih?
Mati.
Argentina, that might not be a great
Soalnya
spot.
ini
Sills
tuh apa, mesinnya turun gitu kayak harus ngeden.
Oh.
There's going to be some banter off of that with Argentina pulling away with a drive-by fight over there right in the face of Brazil. So
mampus dibalas satu tuh Vietnam, satu tuker satu mereka.
But Turkey's kind of pinned down as they do have Brazil off on one angle. Keep in mind, Australia is also
nah, Jerman juga kena.
You can see Germany. We were talking about this.
Iya, dibunuh Vietnam nih. Dibalas bro, wop, didatengin, kejar-kejar.
Vietnam is coming up back behind them. But it's also
gue pikir kita teman gitu.
Everybody knows that the circle's pretty likely.
Ngelut lu masih ya.
Built a mini area. Again, Germany late to this party. A good response with Hisaki able to get far enough behind the hill.
Udah bener kan?
Throw the grenade, let loose with it, but Payne's well aware of the situation, backs off.
There's going to be two members of Chinese Taipei that are coming back
ada
behind this. They
Taipei
get what's happening,
naik.
and Germany is going to continue to have more
Tambahan
woes.
satu dari Taipei.
Very, very careful. As in the distance, looks like they could be spotted out.
Jerman terjepit Asia, guys.
Very, very quiet. Does Germany know that this is here? Yes, it does, but it's going to be Leo. Does a quick spin around on him. Germany, where are you even going to go? Looks like they are going to commit into trying to get this one back up, but that means that they're going to have Vietnam that's going to be back behind them. Sabres on the high ground. Leo tries to go for the barely gets away from it. Does finally get chopped off with it. And now Germany is going to get
lagi. Turu deh. Turu lagi.
Baru di match 9 rada bersinar ya guys ya.
Leo should be resible here. A few shots being traded towards Vietnam, but right now everybody else is trying to get again as close to the Milta mini area as they can. Somewhere in between Milta and Milta Power is very likely where the circle's
Asli bro,
gonna end
dia
up.
pasti mikir kayak anjing dia kita perang
better
kenapa dah?
because a lot
Ada yang
of
ikut
this
campur.
area is flat, wide open stuff without much cover to work with.
And makes for some very interesting.
Sih kalau kita tuh cuma ngomongnya ya cobaan banget. Aduh, Rido kena.
Okay, let's see Janko getting some shots in Indonesia at range.
Oh, enggak jauh.
They've got themselves spotted over around Milta. It's long range most
of the gendong, fitur.
Move them to a better spot, but really Thailand's got themselves a wide spread all the way from the bridge up into Milta proper. So if anybody does try to go around that farm line and move south of that, they're going to have to contest against them.
Yeah, I mean, Thailand here has a couple options to rotate as this one very likely, again, moves east. It doesn't have to, but when the circle starts out with the Milta Peninsula, you just kind of assume it's going to be doing that. And they can head, you know,
Tadi
try to
ngebegal,
move around the coast, try to move
ngebegal
Vietnam's position. There's a hill there that you can mostly stay safe on, keep your vehicle safer. Just go to the edge of the Milta compound itself. We'll see everybody's trying to get ahead of this.
Nanya minta power gede,
Cok. Even show where it is. It's so far to the east.
Nggak jelas.
Bisa narik ke minta power yang kecil sih. Tempat Brazil.
Canada's got the inside track on this one, and it's all going to be coming into this cluster. This is a bottleneck to be had.
Setengah bulatannya nggak kelihatan.
Breaks a little bit. Let Canada go in front of them now. They have a blood spurt that's coming out and maybe provide a reprieve so that we can
rotasi.
what's going on. Look at
Wah,
everybody that's going to be trying to cluster into this. It's all about trying to come into the east of this. You've got to come down the hillside. You've got to be coming in with vehicles. There is nowhere to go. There are minimal spots that you're going to be able to stop. Canada gets into one, but it's going to be Finland that ends up passing through this one. We also see Argentina trying to make a run at range, but Finland's still just trying to see what's going to be happening. They're going to be wrapping to the north and built the power, but to the south, Chinese Taipei has already made a move.
Yeah, I like what Finland's doing. Korea's going to be mirroring them, so there could be a battle for that coastal kind of square edge that wraps around the back of Milta Power. Now the transition here for Korea has Canada's sight lines firmly on top of them, but right now the shots aren't super great. Korea should be able to get up and over the hill, but they have Finland looming ahead.
To the south of it now, we've got Vietnam and Indonesia.
Vietnam
has a great position for them and just absolutely tearing them apart. Back behind this, it's going to be Thailand that's going to be trying to make a run through it, but Vietnam is very caught up in trying to get the shots into this one. Up to the north of it, it's still chaotic as Korea is now dealing with Japan.
Jepang habis ikan terbitlah kematian. Ah, bisa satu.
Dapat lagi satu.
One more to go, just Luna for Japan, but the hood giving him just enough cover that he's going to be able to get away.
There's nowhere to go.
Indo tinggal satu,
Sama kayak Jepang, bro. He's got to navigate this so carefully. He's got to stop somewhere in the first place to combine to try to get away. Finland has vision on it, but narrowly manages to get inside the building. I think stuff is starting to calm down. Nope, never mind. Never mind. China's coming in. We've got Thailand to the south. It's never ending, paper thin.
That's a bad situation. They tried to cut some information on people cutting up ahead of them, but they really weren't able to get much as there was quite a bit of fighting, so safe paths weren't really able to be found. They're going to lose one on the backside as their star player aches left the tires on top as well. So hard to drive those. Getting over to the side of the fence, but where are you going to go? It's so, you're just, I mean, you have a little bit of a, there's a little bit of a ledge on top of where they're going that you can hide at, but still.
Oh, meledak mobilnya.
I mean, it's better than
Meledak,
nothing. How did they run through
kan.
Canada, Korea, Turkey, Argentina, Brazil, Chinese Taipei, and managed to survive? They should have been dead like
Bisa tolong itu
Yeah,
ya.
I mean, you know, sometimes fortune favors the bold, or just, you know, the fortune favors the fortunate.
Yeah.
Bau banget nih bro, Indo bro nih.
Somehow, some
Hari
way.
ini.
So, you know, we saw it with VHC earlier. Now China able to pull a little magic for themselves as Vietnam has Thailand completely camped out. So Thailand did kind of do what I was expecting them to kind of follow the coast on their way in, and they've got Vietnam at a numbers disadvantage. But so far this tournament, Vietnam is
Tadi ada yang kenok lagi Brazil 1, cuma gue lupa namanya.
Kalapik dia, kalapik. Batu udah kena hit, masih pick.
Indo di mana satu lagi ya?
Di rumah Milta yang bawah.
Milta yang bekas Cina Taipei tadi.
Indo tuh.
Genial. Wow, ini Thailand lewat tengah-tengah mati ya, kematian ya, lewat tengah-tengah Vietnam nih. Satu.
Vietnam's already got the defensive wall aligned
Tepuk
up.
tangan OTW nih.
Tossed over the side of that one. Doesn't connect, but man, this is
Dua.
big. Circle pop still keeps in the huge.
Ya.
So now it's just going to be more and
Masih
more
dua,
dead
bro,
space,
masih
but
dua.
most teams already safe.
Yeah, I mean, Vietnam just doing a good job here, just thwarting
OTW 3 nih. Oh,
Thailand's
nggak jadi
movement at
menang
every
dia
turn.
anjing.
Belmoth is gonna get the knock on to Corey, so he's
Aduh,
gonna let
kebakar.
loose with some utility of his own, but Molly
Wih,
is right
wah.
next to it.
Oh, udah
Belmoth
nyal
getting
anjing.
help from Nil.
Wah,
It's actually
disambar,
Nile
cu.
from
Ya,
Indonesia
ilah.
that's gonna get the knock onto
Nah, hidup
Lion
semua
Cut,
dong
and
Thailand
Belmoth is
anjing.
gonna get the finish.
Iya.
Wah.
1v1 over here at the time.
Jadi,
enggak,
jadi apa tuh? Teriak nih.
Sorakan,
Hidup dia berempat, Mas Pet.
Oh, gue kira
Teriak
Vietnamnya
pas tepuk
bakal
tangan, bro.
finishin satu-satu gitu loh.
Thailand, though, is still trying to regroup. They've got several down that they're trying to make sure that they can rely on. And Anonix is now finding themselves over here
Ngejarit
next
tepuk
to
tangan dong deh.
Finland, but I think that Finland's going to go ahead and let them
Zonanya
pass by.
parah
This
banget,
is just
parah hari ini.
everything's moving. I'd
Sumpah,
really
bau
rather
banget ini zona
get the
untuk
map
Indo
open so that
untuk
we
hari
can
ini.
track what's going on because it's everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. Get the map.
Semuanya
going,
mental.
because you're gonna
Nggak
want
ada
to see
yang
what
masuk
these teams
zona.
are doing, how they're maneuvering, and Korea's gonna opt to try to follow the coast. And Onyx was kind of leading the way around here on foot. And again, there's space around the edge where you can mostly hide in the
Berenang anjing Aisakinya.
that bay you were talking about.
Oh, Aisaki's one to go
Oh,
for it.
tepuk tangan, tepuk tangan, tepuk tangan.
He's camera baited me. Camera baited
Well,
me.
he's going for something.
I know.
Sometimes those angles are tricky, man. I mean, I'm really impressed here that Thailand survived that fight. Got a little help from Nile, but really, you know, a big moment for them. It looked like they were just going to get crushed by Vietnam, but you know, just enough, barely. Belmoth able to stay alive, and that gave them enough hope that they're able to find some footing here in this next circle. Meanwhile, Finland's opting to try to push their way through Milta Power proper, kind of hoping maybe that it's not super occupied, but
when was the last
is.
time you saw 5 teams in Milta Power? Because we have Argentina, technically Japan, technically Finland,
maybe
Ini last
never.
match ya,
China,
hari
and
ini.
Chinese Taipei, and Korea on the outskirts of it.
Betul,
Man,
last
I
match.
can't remember a time that I've seen this.
Not in a long time. The
Jutaan
last
dulu.
time I saw
Semoga
something that was going to be this messy
masih
happening
hidup ya,
around
si
Milta
Denial.
Power, Rumblers got fined. So, this
Yoi,
is
bro,
this
last
is going to be
match
tricky
hari
for
ini.
everybody, and I think that Korea is going to be a big beneficiary of this. This position there outside.
I love this spot.
If this continues to go to Milta Power, okay, it's going to be hard for everybody else. But if this moves away from Milta Power, Korea is going to be able to mop up a lot of kills here.
You can see almost everything all the way to the west and to the southwest in this circle. You can't see Milta Power and what's north of you, really. I mean, you can kind of run to the hill edges, as you can see they're doing, and get an idea of what's happening on the edges of Milta Power, but that's it. But the circle's pretty likely to move either hard north or hard west. Like, well, I shouldn't say pretty likely. It pretty much has to, because it has to cut out as much water as possible as we go into phase 4. Water ratio, land ratio, whatever you want to call it, of course, going to be in place. So, but I like this spot because you can get a ton of information from it safely.
Milta Factory or Small Power, whatever you want to call it, could be a key component inside this based off the way the circle shifts. There's also the hills that are going to be to the west and the southwest of that position that are very common for this circle. Yep.
Zonanya cuy, lah power kecil kan, anjing.
Milta Power proper still in play. We do have
Oke banget nih, manusia ini kagak ngerti lagi gue Brazil.
Vietnam's players going to have to do, but
Parah.
most of the attention is going to be drawn
Iya.
Milta Power's direction.
Yeah, I mean, Milta Mini here for Brazil is defendable, but sometimes difficult. Oh, Luna gets one.
Hampir menang anjing darahnya sekarat bro. Satu. Relate banget kayak kita tuh. Relate.
Turkey runs in, goes for the
Parah.
stop right at the logs, but I mean that's going to be in nade range. Got to be very careful of that one. Turkey already realizing that, going to hop out, and here come the quick assaults all around. Argentina already hopping inside vehicles. They did leave 2 of their members back in the Wizard Tower, but the other 2 coming in.
Brazil enak
But there are
banget
2
anjing.
lead targets to try to hold down. China already hopped in vehicles. They're going to be rolling right in between Chinese Taipei as well as Korea. It is going to be sheer on chaos. I think that China China is going to be crashing in very close to where we see that hillside, but Thailand has already moved, and it's going to be nowhere for China to stop at.
Yeah, I thought China might try to take the bottom right corner of Milta Mini here.
Oh, that's bad.
But there's just too much action, and they're a little bit too scared. Meanwhile, Korea
will see that.
They're really going to flank this out. Yep, exactly. This
Build drop dulu, bro. Build drop, santuy.
Sloped enough that you're able to stay safe behind it. You're going to get the level 3 gear there for Seoul at the very least. Grenade here for Haven going to be cooked, thrown out. Doesn't do too much damage. Shifted around by Argentina. They're trying to find some kind of foothold to get through this fence line.
This is going to be very tough for Brazil because they can't even step out too far. They are going to shot.
3 point, bro.
These guys now know who they're going against and exactly how they're
di sampah tapi bang.
Argentina and Brazil, these guys are very often on teams together. So this
guy
I would say for pride in what's going to happen.
Oh, absolutely. But I mean, again, anybody who's either played or
salah paham dia.
how difficult
Yang itu udah disampah.
that player was already dead.
Udah habis musuhnya.
Xavier stole it. But I mean, it's
Isa di rumah jamur tuh kebetulan.
Compound, if you have a kind of rapid response.
Ini lagi satu kemana nih, satu nih. Masuk kandang macan nih, depan Cina.
Wah, kematian
ya.
Ya udah kena lagi patternnya.
So now then, I think that we're finally getting the calm. Korea's going to regroup to the north, so it's going to see Lash and Anonix. I do like Korea's split over here. They've got a lot of vision on what's going on, but if they have to move, they are pretty much screwed.
It's hard to move off of that beach, no doubt about it. So it takes good timing and good patience, and then hopefully you can find some.
No,
it's near impossible. So you're either looking at trying to, you're probably going to stay on the side of the road until you absolutely have to leave it. Then you're going to try to either push through Milton, which is near impossible.
UK apa?
With Argentina try to take their hand at it.
UK ini banget, posisinya bagus banget anjing. Masih dapat zone aja di sana.
Bau banget sama bagus banget.
Gara-gara tadi apa Indo lagi bau banget.
Masih dapat zone aja.
The remnants of Argentina, Finland, and Canada are going to be looking to assault from the north. Korea is going to have to make their move.
Korea nih pusing mau kemana nih?
Very quiet today. Does have a strong position to play in the south.
Yeah, UK actually not in a terrible spot at all. I mean, they should have pretty free reign over that last hill that's in the southern tip of the circle. Xavier, they're going to find the knock on a page, so Finland's still trying to bully their way through Milta Power, and it has to happen now as Circle's left them, but with the full forces of Chinese Taipei barreling down on them, good luck.
You got to give it to Finland. They are trying. They know
Nurjaman, welcome to Fox Gold.
Very outnumbered at this stage. Well played coming up from them. Korea hears that firefight, looking into it, and now Argentina making a back rotation into this, hearing a firefight, thinking maybe they can third push. Problem is,
enak lu nge-pick dari sana.
Already finished out. It's going to be Finna now getting at range, taking some shots to them as well, and you can see this is going to be the nature of the beast for everybody that's trying to rotate in. Just vision, third, fourth, fifth party popping off.
Yeah, exactly. Korea has to clear China out here.
Look at how many smokes.
I know. You just have to. But I mean, Korea has to cut off the vision of the UK here to make this assault. Seoul's taking She's actually going to get knocked by Vex. That's huge. That's that level 3 gear.
Dari visual dia harusnya smoke doang kan?
On the ground, see if they can recover Seoul.
Oh no, Korea's trying to fight their way through this one, but guess what? Chinese Taipei does hear this. I was afraid that they just might run through the smokes and just try to run them over. Instead, Chinese Taipei needs to run to factory itself. Korea finding some opportunities moving forward. It looks like they're just going to roll right into it. Salah. The rest of Korea trying to capitalize off of this. It's going to be cover now provided for China.
Salah banget, temennya nggak ikut nabrak ya. Temennya ikut nabrak, menang tuh anjing.
Right away here by the UK. I know they've got to find a way, a timing to send it on to China. They're going to be going for the res, and they're probably going to get it.
With the amount of time this is now taken, they are just trapped out here. Blue is going to be coming after them. Argentina is tailing it back behind us. Canada is trying to make defending, but Turkey has been doing a very good job at ruining the dreams of everybody from North America so far today.
Yeah, that's a stun there. I thought it might be a frag. If it was, it could be pretty damaging to the side of Canada. They have to abandon Seoul, so probably transfer over. But Lily has a great angle, and it's going to be
Brazil dapat lagi loh.
Anjir.
Loki does survive.
Zonanya Brazil only bro ini.
Spots out what's going on, seeing if maybe he can connect.
Asik.
Dapat satu.
Endless satu dapat.
It's going to be sparking that takes him down. And I think finally starting to settle down.
Yeah, it's so difficult to push off of that beach. Is that a frag around the corner? It is. It doesn't get
nggak dilolosin ya?
They're so weak. That's going to be good enough.
Jadi rata.
Brazil lawan Cina, Taipei. Iya, nggak nyampai.
Mana nyampe Beat ke sono Beat aja.
Iya, nge-try lagi nih. Mau lewat dia. Masih batu. Wih, temennya nyampe anjing.
Mampus lu.
Wah, mana yang goy.
Bunny hook-nya Beat. Timingnya dia salah. Wah, apaan tuh?
Dipelik, bro. Wih, rata Brazil nih, rata nih. Rata. Cina join.
Nah, lewat dong itu.
Biar.
Lewat aja.
Masuk satelit dia.
Hilang
tuh yang di revive, menghilang orangnya.
Jadi apa ini?
So 3 teams all fighting for this one. Sparking did leave his high ground position, is now coming in to provide support to the rest of his team. This is going to be a very pivotal fight. Whoever manages to win, this is going to have the easiest
buta tuh dia.
Sempet-sempetnya ngangkat tangan gara-gara buta.
Iya.
Brazil can hold on here. They're looking really good for this.
Tepuk tangan.
Push up over the hill, but Escaliza is going to find the headshot. Bard immediately trades up.
Revive. Oke.
Hampir masuk.
Aduh. Michael is so
low. Santai.
The rest of Thailand is trying to hold this, but I mean, he's the last member.
Bisa jangkul sendirian.
Any form of res. He does have UK that's right next to him. The reinforcements from UK are coming in. He tries to UK could come in and provide some reinforcements and get the reses into it.
Drive by.
Berdua dia masuk.
And now it is just Sparking, the last one up.
And sisa satu nih Brazil nih.
Zipian accidentally shot Ming in the head there. They're both trying to kind of watch the same angle down that fence line.
Taipei sih kalau ribut sama
Cina sih
menang lagi Brazil.
Revive dia.
Chaos ini.
Wah. That is so important in how you see these assaults come in. They've been eating a lot of the nades. They've been providing the.
Bandel Yanli bunuh Brazil.
Dia lumayan ketat ya match terakhir.
Sitting at 10 kills. This has been a very active movement coming out from them. China also getting into a spot that they just.
Yan, tungguin Yan, ada satu Yan.
Somehow still surviving. Do note though, nobody is really.
For
Sparking, who has moved back into.
Biar akrab.
Milta small, however you want to call it, and getting into a good
play
from. China is going to.
Denger si Vince.
That means that we're going to start seeing vision between them.
It's going to be BHG that's trying to. Nunggu teman pas ini. Nunggu Sparking.
Itu enggak kena. Sparkingnya. Nah.
Sparking from afar.
Sparkingnya kena.
Itu sama UK.
Terkena
SLL. Dipus sih, asik banget.
Anjing.
Kena zona bro, matinya bro. Wah, meledak dah.
They're putting in some work on USA. UK is on the backside of USA as well, so there is nowhere to go. Kickstart now, all by his lonesome, trying to figure out how he is going to survive. New circle about to pop, and everybody is waiting with bated breath. It does, and is going to be very problematic for most of these teams to move in.
Yeah, this is really tricky if you're not inside the walls of Milta Mini. Everybody else kind of has to do a little bit of trench warfare on the outside in these hill lines. And Kickstart, he's got a smoke and a little bit of a hillside to work with, but
enggak. Bikin gua muter besok siang aja.
It's going to be tough for
santai.
Australia here
Besok malam juga
to
apa-apa.
get up and over on foot. I'm not sure if they have any vehicles on the backside or not to make the rotation, but Turkey on the move up on the north side.
That adrenaline fringe is going to have to be doing some work given the amount of enemies that are around Kickstart right now. The way this is lined up, though, it is hillside to hillside, so UK could see Australia. Australia gets the read on that.
Guys, ngomong GTFO, air di rumah kalian pernah bau nggak?
Air mana keran?
Air ya, air dari.
Enggak sih, nggak pernah. Kenapa?
Pernah.
Jadi bau.
Iya, agak kuning gitu aja kayak apa? Air besi apa ya?
Oh my goodness, Monty almost
got
air besi.
They're going to be able to vault up and over safely here behind this silo.
Gue pernah kotor doang, cuman nggak sampai bau. Ngebak ya.
Selamat jadi selamat dia aja.
Oh iya, nyangkut selamat ya benar juga.
Australia now counter moving into this, kind of leaning into a 2-2 split. I wouldn't say it's quite that just yet.
Kalau gua enggak tuh.
Ini lebih parah bau karat
mah ini bekerak. Harus ada filter gitu air gua di rumah.
Sampai sekarang Bit.
Iya, sampai sekarang.
Kalau semua harus ada filter. Filternya di mesinnya atau gimana Bit?
Kayaknya sebelum ini deh, dari mesin mau ke Tetmon tuh, kayak harus filter.
Dua-duanya kan biasanya.
Ke torrentnya.
Nah, habis dari kalau dari torrent baru ke keren kayak harus filter. Jadi 2 filter gitu loh. Pasti nanti ada yang ngendap kan di torrent kan? Pasti di filter, harus filter lagi.
Dipakai juga nanti hilang tuh masalahnya. Udah 2 hari nih, makin parah yang sekarang nih. Baunya kayak bau comberan lama-lama anjing.
Nah itu kayaknya bocor deh. Bocor kayaknya itu deh. Lu sumur ya?
Sumurnya 30 meter ke bawah.
Oh sama kayak gua bor ya. Bor ya.
Apa jangan minyak bumi lagi nih?
Lagi habis kali itu.
Lagi apa?
Lagi habis kali. Ada hujan nggak di sana?
Ada.
Itu kayaknya besinya sih itu.
Besi apanya anjing?
Besi itunya bor yang apa tuh? Apa sih?
Jangan bocor air comberan kali tuh.
Iya jangan gitu. Anjing. Serem banget kalau air comberannya nyampur anjing. Gara-gara hujan
bocor gitu.
Sebelum ke torrent tuh, pakai torrent enggak? Pakai kan harusnya. Nah, ke torrent tuh kali mungkin. Coba cek torrentnya
gua cuci. Bukan gua sih. Hari ini tuh gua minta tolong orang buat cuci kan. Udah clear, gua pikir bakal membaik kan.
Oh, udah.
Ternyata masih bau sampah anjing.
Itu untuk kumur-kumur nggak bisa ya, untuk air minum udah. Kumur-kumur. Kalau itu.
Oh, over air ya karena hujan ya, bisa jadi ya kalau over air.
Nah, iya bisa jadi juga tuh.
Torrentnya mah udah aman kok, udah dicuci.
Gue juga mau nyari orang itu tuh nyuci torrent anjing.
Brazil sih hoki.
Mana muat gue masuk torrent Egi Mulhan. Yang ada kejepit gue di dalam anjing.
Morbid sih masuk paling nyampe paha doang anjing.
Paha satu lagi kan.
Masuk keluar kagak bisa keluar, dipotong torrentnya.
Bisa keluarnya paling
bisa.
Enggak, gampang keluarnya nunggu lu kurus Bit.
Mati. Lemparin makan dan.
Iya. Pria ini hidup dalam torrent selama 3 bulan akhirnya bisa keluar.
Wah, ada soalnya pas lagi ini torrent.
Ya Allah.
Kesel.
Pasti.
Australia starting to take control over this area. UK lined up against them.
Masih bro. Zona bro, zona.
Oh, VHC wanted to go for the finish.
Masih sempet zona anjing.
On the follow-up shots, now you've got Turkey.
Enak banget ya Brazil ya anjing.
Lighten up Australia there. Doing some serious
shots in.
Oh my God, he's got one. Can he get
Wah,
one?
jatuh mati.
Goes for the jump down. This is gonna hurt, but it doesn't matter. Does get him some cover from the wall, and now trying to assault.
Dorang.
Takes him down.
Wah, akhirnya bro. Menggila nih Brazil.
UK nih kayaknya chicken nih UK nih.
UK has the beat on the center point for this. 1v1 on the outside to see who can be maybe the X factor in this next fight.
Yeah, how do you like trying to go up against one of the best players in the world?
Dapat kill 1 lagi Brazil, udah selesai knock juga.
Kebakar.
Nah, elah. Langsung jadi kotak.
Of all the ways for that to end.
Wah, UK today is the day.
Oh man, I thought Ming might be on a tear there.
Imam, thank you 2 bulan nih Imam.
From Australia.
Comeback akhirnya.
area nggak
into the hands of Luke 12.
Darah udah nggak ada gini. Ngehit sih ngehit ya. Nah mati itu pohon sebatang kara.
Now just one member of Australia's squad got to try to do something. UK has been on a roll
salah pohon bang. Salah pohon.
Coming alive, and they don't even care. They're charging across this one, but does get one of them down. Reveals his position. There you go. UK picks up another one.
Langsung
naik lagi
ya.
Naik 2 orang ya.
Thank you buat hari ini nih. Thank you juga buat Indo hari ini bro. Aduh.
Semoga besok bro.
Zona cacat banget ya. Kenapa coba?
2 hari lagi berarti ya?
Ya 2 hari, Sabtu Minggu. Nonton dulu nih
Semoga
di PUBG Indo nih.
tomorrow is the day after yesterday.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, it is a pretty interesting lobby so far, and there's been a lot of surprises. There's been a lot of teams that had 4 days yesterday that are having good days. So going into the second half, man, anything's possible.
All right, so I know we've got to go ahead and switch off because this is our last game of the day. So I'm going to summon your analyst desk by saying,
ya, terima kasih kawan-kawan yang sudah nonton PNC Day 2. Besok masih ada PNC Day 3 dan Day 4. Ya, jam 6 sore standby aja. Mungkin gua live-nya bisa lebih awal dikit nanti ya. Soalnya tadi jam 6 pas langsung turun pesawat. Sempet-sempetnya gue lupa pencet live yang ada di YouTube ya kan. Habis ini lanjut game kah? Tergantung. Kayaknya lanjut main game nih guys ya. Sebentar tapi paling main NBA lah. Santai-santai gue. Main NBA, karir nyantai. Sambil daily spin kayaknya ya. Oh ya, by the way thank you buat Krafton sudah mensponsori live streaming kali ini. Alhamdulillah kita masih bisa lanjut day 3 sampai day 4. Jadi ditunggu saja untuk nonton barengnya besok jam 6 sore. Ini dia pakai mode apaan sih tuh PUBG-nya? Mode apaan apa nih? E-sport? Mode e-sport maksudnya. Udah, thank you semuanya. Hari ini Indonesia sepertinya ada di peringkat berapa ya? 12 ya? 12 apa 13 ya? Kayaknya 13 deh turun. Semoga besok bisa lebih maksimal lagi deh. Ya, thank you semua. Sampai ketemu di live streaming nanti dan juga besok. Bye bye.